able to get that kill quite easy, and that's one more on the board. So 1-1 just before the turtle.
I mean, it is still a gold dinner for a roamer though, so I don't quite think it is that good for CRQ. But Godlike on the other side, the early rotation from Van eventually brought out that pick for them, and guess
Oh,
what?
wait.
Godlike wants to hop in.
I don't think it's a nice idea, especially Rudius. He has to make it out of harm's way, and now getting blocked by the Guardian's barrier. 27 at this point, not level 4 yet. Yahiko takes a lot of damage. No steed available, and right now you can see 27 goes in with an Infernal Pursuit looking to go on. Peter with the feather airstrike. Retribution from Van to able to take that, and they get another kill. Godlike on a roll.
On top of the turtle as well. So yes, they are having a fun time here, Godlike, in that early game. And it's all thanks to that one play from Romcom after the shifting skies. He predicted where Yahiko would be in the bush, and I must say, that comes down with the experience, it comes down with the study. I wanted to talk a bit more about the draft as well, right? Because Fate on that Freya, along with Romcom, Art, and Van, will be the main divers. Art, not so much, will just drop in the glorious pathway for the rest of the boys to do their own thing, while he himself stands down to protect Bid from any kind of pursuit that might come in from either Yahiko or 27, maybe sometimes Rudius as well with a tech charge. So it's kind of a really nice idea for Godlike, and they know who their targets are.
Well, you spoke about the tech charge. Rudius just hit level 4, got that in the bag on the top side. We want to see Ganigon scale a bit faster. You know Fate's going to be a problem once he's at level 4, which he has already. And now with the Phantom Steve going in, tech charge coming through as well, and they get that kill. Bid gets taken away with a feather airstrike, and now the glorious path to slow them down. Ganigon comes in, traceless out of there. Rudius pushing them away. Fate makes it to the party. Valkyrie descent, and they get a double in the hands of Van.
Underestimating the damage down there from Valkyrie. Along with the Suyu, Van doing a fantastic job. They've also forced out the flicker from Rudius.
Get guys, get us welcome.
Next turtle fight. This could be big.
Oh, well, you can feel, oh my god, you can feel that Wan is feeling it tonight. He got 3 on the bounce, and now might be getting taken down. No, the Guardian's barrier able to stop him to get away. And that could have been costly, a big shutdown.
That was massive, because this now gives the Turtle Pit advantage back to CRQ in their own zone, even though they're kind of a couple of 1,000 gold behind. But it's alright, they picked up their first few items as well.
Mera bhai bhai ko
should
sirf
have a
4
little
kill
more
macha bhai.
leeway now to work with, getting on with that Hunter Strike and the enhanced passive.
Guys, this is the first match. Crux versus Godlike halka ढिलो भयो.
But guess what?
Final game है guys this.
Blocked, didn't get the ticket, so he's got to go back to where he belongs.
Yeah, it's they're kind of bullying him out there. This turtle feels like Sasuke at this point.
Oh,
Romcom?
Tell me about it, but here, who's
Oh my god, Rudius all bit bro.
Romcom trying to go in as well. Steve coming out from Yahiko. Rudius not able to do a lot. Romcom has a lot of damage. Goes in, shifting skies, getting it down, gets a kill, gets caught in the RWM, but he can see nice use of that airstrike. But Van able to get a 1v1 against 27, and Ganigon claps back, gets one, but he caught in no man's land.
Best of 7 guys.
Flatter to fate.
EXP for a gold, 1 for 3. They're gonna take every single day. A big play from Godlike, and look at the way how they're forcing tier 1 taken down. Jungle access.
You Godlike that lower bracket but the bounce back answer. The cost of cooking stand is there in alle.
So in that regards, reactive to what Godlike are trying to do now.
कति म्याच विन गर्नु पर्छ CRQ ले जित्न CRQ ले अब जित्नलाई 4 गेम जित्नु पर्छ सुरुमा जले 4 गेम जिते त्यसले जित्छ गेम
The Guardian's Bear from Rudius hasn't been landing as well as we'd like to see, right?
Yeah, true. It was only one time he was able to land that up in mid-wall, where they could pick off Van.
It's available to stream guys. Crux versus Godlike in the final अब
CRQ out a bit.
यो चाहिँ Rayuga Sport Cup को guys 50k iron prize pool छ.
Again, this is the strength
Godlike lower bracket थियो.
Like they can constantly pressure.
Oh my god, look at the pressure. There comes the glorious path.
Nice
down 27. Nice use of that as well, but he see Romcom gets taken away. Ganigon traceless.
Not a bad trade.
Out alive. It's a 1 for nothing. So something on the board for
Fate
CRQ.
Fate
Starting to build that momentum which they need.
Draft मा के लियो लियो बट फर्स्ट पिक लियो यिनले. Draft हेर्नु पाएन
At this
नि.
point, I don't know if you would really want to fight for this third turtle. Considering how Godlike are playing, they've got this early game.
Yeah, but so के यार draft मैले बुझेन.
Thunder form.
के ट्रेड गर्यो केटाले लियो मोड कि वाइएसएस होला.
4 minutes now, because after that he will need to land in the torrent form as well.
Silent the secret are Godlike को Sora र Freya रहेछ. Fate को Freya फेरि त्यस्तै छ.
Picked up right now by Fate as well as Van. Yeah, this is the time when Godlike will look for that out of control snowball, which they're going for.
Rudius has a fully charged passive, 27, try to go for the Dark Wave, didn't get them. Turtle is up, Fate already hacking away at it. You can see on the top side, Van is trying to make his way. No, Rudius gets caught. He's going for the tech charge, gets 2-man knockup. There comes the Steed as well. Yahiko trying to get something, but 27 not able to follow up as Bromcom flickers out alive. Nice the RWM from Bit as well. They finally sacrifice Art, and now looking to get Fate on the chopping block, but they don't have enough damage.
Oh my god, Fate.
But he can't no more.
What the fuck? Flicker on it,
he dives it under the turret. Got able to bow out with the Heavenly Bow. As Fate is looking to corner them, and so is Bid. Got traceless, trying to make it out. Who is Peter? Doesn't have the Feather Airstrike. Romcom comes in. Rudius is not able to win out anything. They even popped the passive in the mid lane, scared. And I think Godlike have got their motors running. 90 seconds to the Lord, and CRQ have found no answer from the beginning of this game, as we're almost deep 8 minutes.
Listen guys, this is just the first match, I know, warm-up game of first game.
As well. That this is when Godlike will start to build onto their snowball. And I don't see any way for CRQ to bounce back unless
beat ko eve ko to kati tarif hanu beat ko eve last time meter chari guys.
Maybe last time meter onto that Lord, but that free level advantage on Van is not going to allow them to do that, let alone get the access of their own jungle in this situation.
Guys, make sure to like this stream, guys. Like and share this stream. As a final, lame huncha la stream.
He has to go and try and make something
happen. Ko bounty aiseko already kati ma jasto.
Not present yet. You can see Art trying to make sure he gets a sandwich out of the bit with the RWM coming
down. Nice, Romcom more
well. I think they get Romcom. Yes, they did a big bounty with that nonetheless. And now the Steed trying to catch Art, but he has to revitalize their target at the wrong individual. Bit is there. He's dishing out a lot of damage. They finally get Art.
Oh my god, ban!
Oh my goodness, he comes in. He soul severs one.
Ban!
The second.
What the fuck?
Making a maniac already. Yahiko trying to fight for his life. He goes in, but I don't think he'll be able to make it alive. They want to give that kill. Valkyrie comes in as well. Phantom Steed, but he's not going to make it out alive.
Oh my god, Van.
Kill for Van.
Barbiel was summoned, but no Leo more to mount on top of him.
Yaar, Van?
And with that play, this is the reason why you should never let Suyu out in the draft like that, man. Doing a fantastic job. I was just about to say that was a nice call from CRQ to take the fight, considering they found Van up top.
Van is cooking, and Van cook
in the fight. It was a nice call, but then hopping towards mid, where you don't have your tier 2s, and you know that Van was up top getting the wave. That was a big blunder, and Godlike capitalizing on the back of it. Those 4 kills now. I just want to have a look at one last time on those items, because this could very well be the end, because no turret shields, and we're not even 10 minutes into the game chronos. Just a spot in the first radio for the second 127 is struggling behind there, and with this BOD, yeah, I think so. Stacks bare minimum of that Sky.
Oh my god, Van guy mere na BOD ni aise yaar. No, that's also goal lead.
To be honest, because I think we're already
yeah, you go double
I think came out the draft, if you ask me, because they have early power spikes with Godlike, especially Van with that level 3. Suyo is a fighter assassin, yes, but he's got a power spike of level 3, not level 4, which gives them the advantage. And now they're going in. You can see already Glorious Path coming down. Fate on the bot side, trying to clear everything that he can. Phantom Seed coming out. They're trying to chase Fate down. Not the right target, if you ask me. But Romcom is there, alive and well, and at the same time, Van able to hack away the top inhibitor.
Art last tank is there. Art mail
doing a lot of damage. Romcom wanted to go in, not able to dash through the wall, and now they're sieging at the mid lane inhibitor. And here we go, Fate. Oh, nice Dark Wave, 2 members as 27 goes in. A nice RWM coming through as well. Oh, my goodness. What a shifting skies! He catches all members, and Godlike are now on a roll as CRQ are scrambling and run away, trying to defend their base. Can they even do it? Fate for the Valkyrie descent once again, hacking away at the base crystal. Dark Wave in front of pursuit from 27, but for how long can he hold him? As here comes the next set of waves. They're severing souls. They're feeling evil as the blade surges through. Godlike take game number 1 in this best of 7. Holy freaking smokes, man! The goddamn
what the fuck? 11 minute game ko sa bro. Oh my god.
Performance from Godlike. You talk about CRQ having a flawless run through the upper brackets, and the first game they dropped down in the grand finals is where they finally
Best of
lose
one.
it.
Oh my god. A best of one.
Godlike, they
Guys,
knew
first match
where
त
their
त्यही
power
पनि
spikes were.
तर
Fade,
11
early power
मिनेटमा
spike
त
onto
खान्छ
that
जस्तो
Freya will
सोचेको थिएन गाइज
constantly dominate
अनएक्सपेक्टेड यार
Gonigon, even if he's on that Geese and Shin. Yes, he had a bit of an
ब्रो
early
के हो यार
start
म
though,
त
but
वाच
that
पार्टी
fast
गर्ने
rotation
बित्तिकै
from
सक्यो यार
Van
फर्स्ट गेम
is
त
what
धन
pivoted
सुरुमा
this
अडीमा ध्यान
entire
नदिएको
snowball effect.
रोके
Godlike getting that
एकछिन ड्राफ्ट
first
हेरौँ
one,
है
he
ड्राफ्ट
kept
खै
on
के
getting
के गरेछ
multiple,
यार
if
ड्राफ्ट
not
ड्राफ्ट हेर्नु मलाई
5-0. That's when the first time he gets shut down.
के बिहान छ केटाहरूको कालिया जुक्छिन ओके डिसेन्ट बिहान हो अहिले त ए को हो यो मा लम्मा त के हो यस्तो ए के हो यस्तो यार पागल कास्टिङ हो यो के बिहान भ्यालेन किन बिहान गरेको एकछिन 16 फर्स्ट पिक दिन हो Wait, भ्यालेन बिहान हाने रहेछ त यार किन बिहान हाने बिहान भ्यालेन राम्रो छ तर भ्यालेन बिहान हान्छ एक्सपेक्ट गरेको थिएन मैले
That's true, and that's a big gamble. You give away
सोह्र लिन्छ
Freya,
होला नि
you
डेफिनेटली यार कि
prioritize the
फ्रिया लिन्छ
Sora, so also the Grok is open, so
के लियो
CRQ on the
फ्रिया नै
top
लियो
lane, you could go with the Grok and
ओके फ्रिया नै लियो त
Sora.
एउटा
So
साउन्ड
it's
आइसक्यो
a good counter engage, but it all depends on God like which hero they need to prioritize. So they go with the Freya. So now it's a big and beautiful option for CRQ to grow with the Grok alongside Sora. If not, Leo
केटाहरूले भ्यालेन यस्तो गर्न खोज्यो होला भ्यालेन ब्यान गरेर होइन बरु 16 अपनेले फर्स्ट पिक प्राय गर्छ हामी फ्रेया लिन्छौँ भनेको ल फ्रेया फर्स्ट पिक लियो
mode is something
फ्रेया फर्स्ट पिक
that
लिएपछि त
they
16
could
लिनु पर्यो नि त 16 चाहिँ किन लियो
potentially
केटाहरूले
move on with.
Not right now. Crux Requiem, they need to actually use this time to get all the pro heroes that most people actually think are very overpowered on
ग्रक यति छिटो प्राय गर्नु पर्दैन थियो जस्तो लागेको थियो
here. But like we mentioned,
आई थिङ्क ग्रकको सट्टा सुयो लिएको भए चाहिँ ए ग्रकको सट्टा सोरा लिएको भए चाहिँ के हुन्थ्यो होला
not see this banned unless of course they actually ban the valid.
ग्रक धेरै छिटो लियो जस्तो लाग्यो किनकि ग्रक यताबाट नलिए पनि यताबाट नलिए पनि यताबाट ग्रक लिँदैन थियो नि त्यस्तो अर्ली त प्राय गर्दैन ग्रक होइन आई थिङ्क ए ड्राफ्ट मिस्टेक हो जस्तो
By the way, because it's Naruto. But yeah, I don't want to see Naruto, but it's Lee that gets picked, and also a drop.
यो टोबी खै कोटेड कास्ट केटा ड्राफ्ट यही मिस्टेक भएको केटा मलाई चाहिँ यस्तै मिस्टेक लाग्छ होइन अब केटाहरूको कम्फर्ट हो कि के हो थाहा भएन तर अब भ्यालेन ब्यान गरेको छ भने ग्रक लिँदैन जस्तो लागेको थियो अपोनेन्टले किनकि आर्टको हिरो पुलमा त्यस्तो ग्रक खेलेको छैन जस्तो लाग्यो त्यही भएर भनेको मैले अब एपेक्स भयो भने त राम्रै हो ग्रक लिएको त आर्टको हिरो पुलको बेसिसमा चाहिँ ग्रक लिँदैन जस्तो लागेको थियो बरु यहाँ ग्रकको सट्टा सोरा लिएको भए ठिकै हुन्थ्यो होला मेबी
They don't actually take that. No, they do. Obviously, they do.
अब के लिन्छ लियो मोड लिन्छ होला अब
That's what I would.
The side lanes,
के लिन्छ
CRQ, because the blinks in the past
फोबियस नट ब्याड किनकि फोबियस राम्रै छ फ्रेयाको अगेन्स्ट इभ र सोराको अगेन्स्ट चाहिँ हल्का ल्याङ नै हुन्छ फोबियसलाई तर बट फ्रेयालाई काउन्टर हान्न लिएको होला फोबियस केटा ठिकै छ यो ड्राफ्ट त अब के भन्ने अब सेकेन्ड गेम फर्स्ट हल्का अर्ली हेर्न मलाई के भयो अर्ली किनकि अर्ली नै भ्यानले 4 किल पारेछ कसरी हो यार ल यहाँ त एकछिन हेरौँ है त अनि फेरि हामी सेकेन्ड गेमको
To be honest,
गेम
and
स्टार्ट गर्ने
guess what? We got a dude out here just to break it down to you people and bring you the play-by-play. My guys, it's gonna be scared yet here alongside joined with the man
Assume that
you
there's a game,
always
hasn't it,
on the desk, Kronos. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic, scared, and I think this is what we've been waiting for as well. The grand finals is underway. The stage is kind of set. Pressure is unreal, and only one team will rise above the rest. It's the Rayuga Cup Grand Finals, folks. Godlike versus Crux Requiem. You've seen the draft. The Titans are colliding. Legacy's on the line tonight. And we crown a champion. And already scared. Early poke in the mid lane.
I mean, you talk about the mid lane. Look at the top side as well, because I never expect Gonigon to win.
No, Fate. Oh my god. I thought he was going to go down. Gonigon's trying to take it, but not able to proc the pass.
यहाँ त के भन्यो भने गलले राम्रो खेल्यो 1v1 त लिड नै थियो 1v1 लिडै लिइरहेको थियो भ्यानको रोटेसनै हल्का अनएक्सपेक्टेड थियो हेर्नु यसले ब्लू नखाइकन यहाँ माथि खान्छ होइन अनि यहाँबाट आउँछ भने गोल्ड लिनरले एक्सपेक्ट नै गर्दैन क्या यो यहाँ बिटलमा गएको छ कि सिधै ब्लू नखाइकन एक्सपेक्ट नै गर्दैन 1v1 त जिति नै रहेछ यस्तो केही भन्नु हुँदैन यो भ्यानको रोटेसनले गेम हान्यो जस्तो लाग्यो मलाई चाहिँ यस्तो हेर्दा त कस्तो अनएक्सपेक्टेड रोटेसन हानेछ
eventually with a bit more than what he could chew out. Did not anticipate Fate hopping back in with a skill one to get that extra bit of shield. But mid we go.
Oh wait, Art already taken down low, revitalized
Yeah, the
pop. There
nice-
you go after the Phantom
nice
Stage.
trade,
Should be able
nice
to get
trade.
that kill quite easy. And
ठिक हो लियो
that's
मोडको अल्ट
one
आइहाल्छ
more on
टटल
the
अगाडि
board. The 1-2-1
टटल
just
भन्दा हल्का
before the turtle.
ढिलो गऱ्यो नि
I mean, it is still a gold dinner for a roamer though, so I don't quite think it is that good for CRQ. But Godlike on the other side, the early to rotation from Van eventually brought out that pick for them.
Pom-pom?
And guess
Oh,
what?
wait.
सिधै अल्ट हान्छ
Drop
त्यो त
in.
I don't think it's a nice idea, especially Rudius. He has to make it out of harm's way, and now getting blocked by the Guardian's barrier. 27 at this point, not
My
level 40.
God,
He
yeah,
has
he got a
a
low
lot of damage,
party
no speed available, and right now you can see 27 goes in with an Infernal Pursuit looking to go on. Peter with
Eveको
the
nice
definite
ult यार,
airstrike.
nice
Super
ult यार
fans able
Beatको
to take that, and they get another kill. Godlike on a roll.
On top of the
GG
turtle as
नै
well.
भएर
So
छ।
yes, they are having a fun
अगाडि
time
छोड्दियो
here,
फर्स्ट
Godlike
गेम
in
हो
that
अब
early game.
यसको
And
सेकेन्ड गेम
trade-offs.
देखि हेरौँ ट्रस्टेड भित्र
Sora is available.
के छैन
Zushin
फर्स्ट गेममा हार्दा नि
available.
के हो कमब्याक भइहाल्छ इजी हो केटा बेस्ट अफ 7 हो बेस्ट अफ
Big
1 भए पो एउटा कुरा त यार
option- no, I mean, not big. Peter the option of having something very strong in the mid lane, but you know it could be going the other way around. Sora get picked on Syracuse's side. They've got the first pick. What are they going to decide on? Does Godlike decide on not banning anything? So everything.
र गाइस लेट्स गो दिस इज द गेम टु हैन केटाहरूले हान्छ कि मलाई हान्छ जस्तो लागिरहेको छ घर लगाएर केटाहरूले फर्स्ट गेम हल्का बिग्रे
Now
तर केही
there
छैन
is the theory, like
हान्छ हान्छ
if you give away Zushin for who is Peter, you get Sora alongside
हान्छ
Zushin,
ढुक्क ढुक्क क्या
who also works well in
काजा
terms of
ब्यान
range, in
गड
terms
लाइकको
of poke,
काजा
and
ब्यान
also with the Fury of Phoenix, you also have the potential option to make a play for a Sora with the Shifting Skies
हेरिसकेछ नि यो
farm to
टोबीलाई
catch 3 or 4 members,
ओ
or
यो
maybe all
टोबीलाई
three
नहेर्ने त केटा
off guard, and
लगाए
with
त
the
नहेर्ने भए म एउटा
wins
काम
like that,
गरिदिन्छु
it's a win-win situation for Godlike.
It is
I knew.
possible. I can't deny that. But if you want
No,
to
no.
throw away the Zushin in the
No.
first place, why even keep an option?
ठिक छैन केटा
Sora and all of them available. You got
Wait,
like,
wait, यस्तो
Freya
कमेडी
and
भयो
everything, so why not just take Freya? Like not ban what do you call it? Freya and then use that. as
गेम
a
चाहिँ हल्का बढाउनु
first
पर्यो है
call. But look, CRQ, they're
Huh.
not gonna skip up on that option. Luffy gets picked. Oh, I shouldn't be talking about that. We're doing a Naruto collab. It's Sora that gets picked onto the side of Team CRQ. They are not going to be very bad at this. But they did trade off. You know, Mrs. Zushin to the side of Team Godlike, and they go for the Claude pick too. Not surprised. Claude's a very strong hero.
Now again, it's gonna be EU into the mid lane.
भ्यालेन्टिना ब्यान वान्स अगेन जुक्सिन दिएर भ्यालेन्ट ब्यान भ्यालेन्ट मेटामा हो कि अहिले के हो यार मैले चाहिँ बुझिनँ
Option is still open. How CRQ are gonna roll it out, or for the final pick?
एसएटिएलको गेम
I think
भइसकेको एसएटिएलको
Crux
गेम
makes a
यो
lot of
टुर्नामेन्ट
options.
एसएटिएल छैन गाइस
If you just want to control a lot of or a major part, but Joe is something that Art has been pulling off into recent match, but they prioritize the
बिटको
Harley
इभ
into the
उठायो
jungle
ऊ
at this
हार्ली
point.
जङ्गल हार्लीले ल्याङ हान्छ बिटलाई ऊ त्यसलाई
Harley,
इभलाई इभलाई
I never expected Harley to get the light of
Shit,
day.
first match miss भयो फर्स्ट म्याच त मिस भएकै राम्रो यार टु बी अनेस्ट सेकेन्ड गेम त हेरौँ न फर्स्ट म्याच त मिस भएकै राम्रो जस्तो लाग्यो मलाई चाहिँ सेकेन्ड गेम चाहिँ हेरौँ न मजाले
Very much of a priority now. Godlike get them into his roster, and now Fanny gets banned off on the side of Team Godlike. They have the first pick now in the second picking phase. What do you think they're planning?
Getting out more of the jungle, because you can see like 3 of the picks
आजको त माछाको
quite
आफ्नै दाइ
squishy.
जस्तो
So leaving Fanny aside, Yaiko can pull it off, and he can
म्याचको झोललाई म्युट
briefly
हान्नु त
pull
केटा
out a magical play or the early burst potential with the Fanny. So they're just pulling it off.
गाइस
And
लेट्स फोकस अन
with the
ड्राफ्ट है
Grok
त म
banning,
कमेन्ट
ban
पढिदिनु
out
ड्राफ्ट
of the
फोकस गरौँ
picture, prioritizing that they lack crowd control and leave the team squishy as simple. But there are a lot of options. Like Art can also pull it out a Cho, which is a good pick right now at this point.
खालिद प्रायो है त्यस्तो खालिद ब्यान के छ
They're not actually just gonna sleep up
कुन
on
हिरो
this.
थियो
They've got
कराको
the opportunity to one up CRQ. And they go for the
Chow!
chow pick, like you mentioned. Art
Oh
is going
my
to enjoy
God,
his
Art
time
को
with
chow,
Chow.
guys.
I was thinking more of like the
ब्रो
layout.
ब्रो ब्रो यो गेम गडलाइले जित्यो केटा
Why
गडलाइले
not?
जित्यो
Chow is not getting the spotlight.
ए
His
गडलाइले रे
retirement
हाम्रो
is
क्रक्सले
picked on
जित्यो यो
the
गेम
side of
ढुक्क
Team
ढुक्क ढुक्क
Godlike. Bruce
किनकि
stated
चाउको
himself
कर्स छ नि
as,
चाउमा
if
जित्दैन
you
कि
didn't
अनलेस
know,
इट्स
you
की
didn't-
भयो
now you know.
Now the reason why not Kalia, because you see there's a Zushin, So
nobody likes
you
Sakura.
need
No,
Yeah.
because nobody likes Sakura. That's it. Only you like Sakura.
Nah, nah. It was a situation. I
You
don't want to
married
explain a
her.
lot.
Uranus
I-
and Suyo.
married her.
Suyo होला, Suyo
You had
जसलाई
a daughter with her. Unlike, other than you, nobody wants Sakura.
If you are into my position, you'd understand why that scenario happened, why those
पिक
circumstances
छिटाएर
were
चाहिँ
there.
तर
But
त्यो चाहिँ ढिलाएर चाहिँ
yeah,
I don't
moving on to
want
the
to be in your
draft.
position. Look at that, you got picked already. I wish I had a hero that got, I could
कमेन्ट
be,
पढ्नु न
like, with my chains and everything. No,
This man.
instead it's Sasuke. Who wants Sasuke and his little, Sharingan? I have a Kamui. You know what I could do with that?
Nothing. Because I got Mangekyo
Who is
Sharingan,
Spirit
I
Earlier,
can pull
though?
out a Susanoo.
Ooh,
But
Spirit
Things
okay.
aside, they pull out a Uranus into the EXP lane and the
Pull out a
Suyo this
what?
time for the
Golden
side of
Sora.
CRQ. So
Okay, Golden Sora
it's,
isn't
it's
it?
time for Van. Like, hey, in the game number 1, you showed us how brilliant the Suyo plays were, and this time it's their turn. But Suyo against Harley, it's always up to the mark. Like who manage the snowballs as early as possible. Esmeralda into the XP lane, and this is going to be the draft.
केटा हिन्दी
So
कास्टिङ
far,
हो र
so good.
हिन्दी
I'm
कास्टिङ हेर्ने
liking
कि
that kind of a
यही
draft,
कास्टिङ
which
हेर्ने भन है हिन्दी कास्टिङ
Godlike
छ
has pulled it off. A hit and run kind of a composition. Esmeralda being the frontliner, being the visioner of the Godlike, and CRQ some minor changes, but they also revolve around the Eve this time again.
I mean, Esmeralda's a good counter for Uranus too. But I'm gonna use my Kamui, and Sasuke is gonna run to the battlefield so that we can actually step away and give the opportunity to Mr. Kronos and Mr. Scaragate. So see ya.
हिन्दी हिन्दी झन् दोप सिट हुन्छ केटा थाहा नै
And
छैन
it worked.
और क्या है हाल चाल भाई लोग भन्ने
डाउन करेगा कंटिन्यूअस डैमेज जो है
ओके
वो
ओके
देगा और उसके
डिगिंग
साथ
डिगिंग
साथ
द
वायु है
डिगिंग द
जो
गोड
कि
कास्टर
टफ डैमेज देके
द गोड
फिनिश
द
ऑफ
गोड
करना
कास्टर
पसंद करेंगे
द गोड
तो देखते हैं यार गेम में कैसा
Kicking the goat,
परफॉर्मेंस
let's
रहता
go.
है दोनों ही टीम का चलिए याही को लूब अप से शुरू करते हैं इस टाइम पे और मैं स्कोर लाइन बता देता हूं एक बार कि टीम गॉड लाइक 1 टीम सीआरक्यू 0 इस टाइम पे
जीरो ने
सेकंड
भैया
गेम है ये
छाती
BO7
दुखाइरहेको
का तो देखते हैं चलिए शुरुआत से इन्वेड आता
अच्छा,
हुआ
ये किन ब्लर
27
छ?
यूरेनस के साथ इस गेम में
ब्लर हो र
लेन कट करने की कोशिश था इस टाइम पे बाकी चलिए क्या सीन बनता है वो देखते हैं आगे आगे टॉप की तरफ रोटेशन लीथो के ऊपर डेफिनेटली फाइट हमें देखने को मिलेगा बेड के हाथ में इस टाइम पे जो है एजुक्शन है तो देखते हैं यार बास्केटबॉल की तरफ
मार
किसको
माही
उछालते हैं
मार
वो इस
माही
गेम में
मार रहा है भाई माही मार
टॉप
रहा
में
है
फोरा वर्सेस क्लॉड का फाइट हमें देखने को मिल रहा है तो फोरा वर्सेस क्लॉड कौन जीतेगा शिंद्रा क्या लगता है
ब्लर
अर्ली
छ हैन
गेम
गाइस
गेम
ब्लर देखिरहेको छु क्या मैले
जी बिल्कुल यहाँ पे देखने वाली बात होगी कि किस तरीके से
ब्लर
पिक
छ यार कहाँ छ इंग्लिश
Absolutely no damage.
There's an
चढ्न
instant
यो
deadly
क्लियर छ यो
magic to
क्लियर
finish
छ
you off. So Peter will have to play very safe. You could also include Yahiko
Hindi is
in
kind of
that
blur, guys.
entire
Let's watch in
mixture as
English.
well. And hell, in
Hindi
godlike
is
snowballs.
Japanese,
Yeah, I'm
sorry.
pretty sure I'm gonna say Rudius would not be safe too.
You know what? You mentioned it perfectly, right? There's no other better way to explain it. Yes, they take away 3 picks on the other side. Yahiko wants to go in, get that soul sever. He wants to show that he can play the Suyo as well, which we know
केटा
he
यो गेम हान्छ
can.
क्या
And if you
क्रक्स
have
ले
one of the
केटा
better
हो
players to play
ढुक्क हान्छ
Suyo,
क्या ढुक्क
but the
ढुक्क
difference maker here is Art on that Cho. I haven't seen him on Cho quite a lot, and Cho is a hard hero to pull off in tournaments, especially
bro, hard
let
hero to
alone the
pull off,
grand
man.
finals. So he has to dominate the river, which he has been doing
Kronos
really
casting
well in
best
the first 2
definitely
minutes.
guys
And now
I think
let's see how
Kronos
it translates to any
drafting
sort
is
of
like
pickoffs later on. Once he
S
hits that
tier
level
level.
4, once he gets that going, and wait,
Ooh,
never
nice
mind. Ben
one.
goes in. Oh my goodness, it's a lot of damage coming out from Yahiko, and I do not think they want to be trying that again.
Yeah, you might want to create that gap there. That was
Ban को rotation हेरेर टरस छोडेर ब्लू अफ हान्न गएको
macro,
छ गनी देख्छ होला गनी देख्छ
forced out the flicker of Peter, so he will be a setting
Never
duck
mind,
once he
देखेन
goes into
गनी
the RWN.
Oh wait, retribution in the hands of Yahiko. He's able to make that happen.
Nice
Bit
trade,
trying to
nice,
put up
nice, nice.
everyone,
Not
throw
bad.
them down with that lantern flare.
याइकोले पनि थाहा छैन याइकोले पनि थाहा
Look
छैन
at Van though.
मिडमा मर्यो मिडमा आर्ट मर्यो
Try and look at that
नाइस
macro.
Oh,
Cameraman.
cheeky, but guess what? Yahiko able to get that first blood. This is what I was talking about. Art
guys
has
make sure to
dominate
like
the
this stream
river,
guys like and
but
subscribe
with
and
Rudius on
नबिर्समै
the
केटा हो
lead, it's gonna be a little difficult.
Exactly, that early game instantly
यहाँ
coming
को
in
blue buff को
thanks to
सानो
the
खाएकै छैन
taunted
सानो
strike
खानुपर्ने
along with
देखेको छैन यार
Gahiko, the
blue
Soul
buff छैन
Sever,
भन्न
Evil Queller combination. It's gonna be tough until you make that Dreadnought armor. So Art will have to prioritize that. And even after that, it is going to be Peter knocking him out at least his
बल्ल देख्यो
HP. All thanks to the Void Crystal and the Void Blast. So it is like that ranged play,
Oh.
but they also have the ability to hop up.
Peter no
Nice
flicker
Armor on top of Peter as well. They're trying to go for the
Peter
knockup.
Hard.
Nice use of the Raging
More Peter.
Sandstorm. And you can see Art right now
no,
under the
yeah.
turret. Takes a lot of damage. Able to flicker out. Romcom taking out low as well. Will he even survive?
Romcom बात
This
ऐसे
is
करने जाते हैं
criminal
Romcom
if Godlike are able to get away with it. Call it a thief in the night. Dive into the tower. Take a kill and walk out alive.
That is nasty stuff, man. And guess what? Gone's got to be a bit
को
more
मेरो चाहिँ बत्तीलाई
careful
के
there.
ओइ के भयो यार मेरो बत्ती
Fate onto that clot. You know that he is going to be pretty problematic once he gets his Trinity up.
के भएको यार
And
थाहा
that is
छैन
the
यार
main
केटा
focus of CRQ, to try and deny
क्यामेरा नै यस्तो भएको
that
जस्तो
potential to Godlike. So you have to go
ठिक
for
भयो
that
ठिक भयो
similar
ठिक भयो
early game snowball which Godlike went in the previous one.
छु
But as of this early game,
भूत आउँछ नि
I
केटा
believe
राति राति
Godlike
त्यही
know
भएर
who they need to target,
कति
and
झिमिक
that
झिमिक
will
भएको
be Peter in almost every other fight.
And you know what, Scared? Just because of that, it's like you got an Achilles heel right now. You don't have a lot of late game damage. You're
Take now,
relying on
Dylan.
Peter to give out the RWM,
now,
but now
yeah,
you can
it
see
is
they're trying to go in. Art able to get that as well. The target is locked out. It's going to be Godlike. Nice RWM. Art taking a lot of damage.
Nice
Soul
one.
Sever.
Lovely.
Evil Queller is Godlike able to get that kill, and
Art.
now they go into the shifting skies with a lot of damage onto Bid. He has to flicker out. He even uses the beacon. The turtle is up, and I think CRQ have some rights to this one.
Yeah, they will have the
Quality,
priority.
quality को छोरो केटा हो लो छोरो quality राम्रो छ त quality
outlaning Romcom onto that EXP lane.
यो भन्दा राम्रो त अब सरी नै भन्छ है
It was reset for what reason? Romcom doing a lot of that work, but now he's trying to survive. He flickers out of harm's way as well. Has the Frostmourne shield to survive. He gets away again. You can't keep letting him get away with this. Not every single time.
Camera, मेरो भाइ मेरो भाइ
blazing duet. But not enough
Gone,
damage. Gunningham goes to the back line, catches
gone,
Bid, and now they get Art as they even find a man on the chopping block, and now they finally get their hands on the turtle as 27 is in the face of the opposition.
Oh man, you win. Probably that is the name of the game, and they are not stopping.
Romcom has to go down now, right? He
deep,
can't
too deep.
keep getting away with this. Not again.
Oh
Soul
no
Sever
यार यो
is
रोमकम कसरी बाँचिरहेछ यार ल एकछिन कास्टिक
How does he keep getting away with this? Scared
Regal
finally
की
goes
खा यार
down, and now with the way of the dragon, they find the
ओए,
right
वान
target.
HP बाँच्यो यार
Gahiko, he's taken out low as Fate comes in.
सबै
And
1-1
Bid
HP
is
यार
handed that
No
kill on
way
a
यार
silver platter. 27 doesn't have the crowd control to stop them.
Oh man, run
Gone,
away!
gone.
Man. Gone ain't gonna allow him that.
Gone,
Not
रिसायो,
flicker
Gone,
though, but
रिसायो।
still will hop back
Oh.
in the cover.
No,
Sorry.
big shutdown.
Sorry, म्याप पर्न
As
चाहिँ
all the
लागेको यार
CRQ fans are just hearing Fa the entire time as Art comes in, goes for the Jeet Kundo knockup, and now they're trying to stop it,
केटा
and
हो
they do.
धेरै फाइट भयो क्या
Romcom
धेरै
taking
फाइट
away
भयो क्या
that
केटा हो
kill.
काम
They
डाउन
kept going
शट
deep
डाउन
and deep,
दिइरहेछ
and they
केटाहरूले
paid the price, Scared.
I mean, my man, this fight started when they started first total.
Brawl
no,
meta
Yahiko
भइसक्यो
goes in, Soul Sever to clear the wave. Oh my goodness, it was back and forth. They're fighting for no reason.
Breathe. It literally started at the first turtle, and it has continued till 6 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock.
साँच्चै रिसायो
until
त्यो साँच्चै
we
रिसायो
clear
यार
that
मर्दिरा
wave.
यार
This is just nasty because it's kind of
Nice
dropping
one,
all
Goni,
that
Goni.
macro
Kya
play
decide
out of the
ga
window
yaar?
and going for a straightforward brawl. And I understand the perspective of CRQ because they've got those refreshable skills which they can
केटा अब
constantly
कर्स
use and
कर्स
spam.
कर्स हुँदैन
But
अब
on the
बोल्दैन
side of Godlike, I don't really see that to be the main case because their ultimates, if they're gone, it will be a problem.
Well, you
Nice,
can see they're
nice.
taking a lot of
Bot को
tower
डर भयो।
damage right now. They
तर
even
trade
get
गरे
the
माथिको
bot
turret
side
सँग।
at tier 1 RWM dropping down. and I think
पिटरले
they should
अल्ट
be able
हान्नु
to get
पनि
away with
किनकि
this
टरल
quite
10 सेकेन्ड
easily.
आउँदैछ
That's a big resource expended just before the turtle, so CRQ needs to buy more time before they can get into that. And you know what's Scared? I would really want to take a look at the items just to see where Van's at, because the Harley is absolutely deadly if he gets his right targets.
Yeah, he's got the
goal
genius wand already.
1
now,
K
so
को lead
Peter is
रहेछ,
gonna
1
be
K
in a
को।
bit more
धेरै lead
trouble
हुन्थ्यो यार
without
केटाहरूको।
that real world manipulation
1 K
and that
मात्रै छ
flicker.
यार
Gone on the other side of the spectrum. He's totally fine. He can instantly dodge it. But look at the river control that is being maintained, and only by Bed. It's all thanks to the beacon and then also the flicker which he has. So no one can technically catch him at this moment. And that's why he's constantly moving ahead of Art to set Art up for a maybe surprise way of the dragon onto someone squishy.
Yeah,
Nice
and
one.
I agree with that as well.
He played
And
by-
the best part being, for CRQ at least, you mentioned about how Bit is controlling the rear by his lonesome self. You have Art to try and follow up with the Jeet Kundo combo. But Gonigon has been so aggressive, diving deep into the back line. So the moment they spot him on the opposite side of the map, and I think Godlike are allowed to breathe for a second, which gives them more time, which should not be happening if you're playing, if you are CRQ, because you want to pile the pressure, knowing that you don't have any late game heroes.
Now already a couple of items of the Trinity made by Fate. It means he's only lacking the Corrosion Sight now. And once that's completed, and minded he's running with that flicker, he's going to be a big problem.
Oh, wait, Gonigon dashes out of harm's way, and Art goes to the Jeet Kundo, gets a knock-up as well. 27 taking a lot of damage from those butterflies. And they go in with the Star Moon to clear the way of the bot side. The Blazing Duet comes in. Fate, BMI's out of there.
It's fine. There's not going to be a lot of damage though. But look at Van's macro. Even now, he's still trying to steal away that purple buff, and he will leave the small camp so it doesn't reset while the brawl is at bot.
Oh my god, Raging Sandstorm already committed. 27 taking a lot of damage. Falling Star Moon not yet used up, but you can see Deadly Magic coming out onto Rudy as the wrong target. This is what you do not want when you're playing a Harley. You don't want to use the Deadly Magic or the poker trick on the tanky folks. You want to find Peter.
I think the Trudius might actually have the radiant armor by now. Yaku's picked up the War Axe as well, so even more damage there. We're finally getting that Sky Piercer, so we've got those main items being built up. I want to have a quick look at all of them. Because Romcom, with our dominant size, will now finally be able to at least lane well against 27. Still kind of cooking it. He's going to go for the Chassis Pauldron. Plus, on the other side of the spectrum, there's no Radiant armor right now, though.
Oh, wait. 27 taking a lot of damage. Range Sandstorm committed by Rudius as well, just to make sure 27 is able to survive that. It could have been a little tricky. The Lord is up, and I think CRQ definitely have priority, but Art definitely doesn't want to give any sort of advantage or control away.
Yeah, I kind of like that. But here's the big thing. He's constantly getting poked and harassed a lot more than anyone else. Plus, they can all regen their HP. But you can't do that if you're up.
27 able to survive. Lord in the pocket of CRQ. The top side's pushing in. They're not able to get a lot of waves still. 27, he took the Deadly Magic poker trick. Quite a lot of damage scared. And I think he definitely got the Chassis Pauldron. Was he on an Oracle?
Yeah, he was. That was the first item that he eventually picked up, and then going in for the Chassis Pauldron. And I like this itemization from CRQ because now Rudius is the one who can make the dominant size. So you have the anti-heal, you also have the Chassis Pauldron lower attack speed effect. So Fate is not going to hit you like a truck, which he freely could have. While you're putting the dominant sizes anti-heal on Romcom as well as so this is the kind of mix and match of items that I really like CRQ have been doing that. Plus they control the full part of the map, so should be able to push those tier 2s with the next minion waves.
The tier 2s are what they need. The Lord is running the bot side, almost getting cleared out. They do have the Holy Shield present, tier 2 in the mid lane. Next, they're looking at the passive in the mid lane. Although it's about 11, closing into 12 minutes shouldn't make much of a difference. I like how 27 and Rudius are playing close to each other to try and separate the opposition. Art right now might be caught in no man's land. Bill able to use the Lantern Flare, but Art flickers out with the help of the way. The Dragon catches the Aiko, but he's able to get out alive. He's trying to show the damage, but Fate with the Blazing Duet, not enough. Big as well, and now you can see they find a double. Deadly Magic should be able to get Gonigon quite easily. As they trade 2 for 1, and Van wants to go in. He's got the poker trick coming out. Oh no! Rudius is able to make it out alive. Romcom comes in as well. BMI with Fate. Make sure he survives. It's a messy fight here, but still, Godlike able to defend well.
I mean, this is just a Suyu brilliance coming in from Yahiko at this point. He was picked off by the way of the dragon by Art, but he instantly immuned all of that with the Evil Queller and Soul Sever. Got that kill and eventually moved back into that fight. And once Godlike expends that resource and they're not able to get a pick on the back of the poker trick Deadly Magic, that means they've lost that entire fight. Even though Fate went in with the BMI while Peter had casted down the real world manipulation and it was a stationary target, his Blazing Duet just got cancelled out mid-fight. And I believe I'm going to give the credits to Rudius for doing that. It's just phenomenal coordination from CRQ, realizing who the first need to stop, and then they're forcing the next fight.
Yeah, and you can see Art right now tries to
Wait,
go away.
Rudy has
Dragon
more
was
in it.
cancelled out if you ask me with the blade surge. Yes, it was. As Fate is in the
Who
back
murdered
line
Peter
doing a lot of
Mori? What the
damage to
fuck?
Peter. He's left alone in no man's land, and now Bid with the help of the beacon able to make it out alive. Gunny
Oh,
wants to
man,
go in. He has
nice
the
one, gone.
nice use of the damage with
रोमको को
that
मर्छ कि
shifting
flicker trail रोमको
skies. Oh my
than,
goodness,
more than.
they're trading back
for
and
two
forth.
trade here.
Scared. My eyes were on Bid. His Crimson Beacon came out at the right time, but Art and Fate are doing the dirty work.
They instantly went in to try and catch Peter. They had to get that shut down.
lag
And
stream
that is probably
stream lag
gonna
भइरहेछ
boost
guys
their economy a little bit though, but still a 5,000 gold lead for CRQ.
guys
They
stream
need
lag
to get that
भइरहेछ र
snowball
comment
in,
section
because
मा
here's the
भन्नु
thing, you don't have a late game insurance right now, while Godlike on the other side will be totally fine once Fate eventually gets the wind of nature. I'd be honest, I kind of wanted to see the winter crown at
आठले
this
हग्यो
point,
mid मा
just so
Oh,
he
wait,
can
wait,
have
was that a
opportunity.
there was a
Arte
flicker. He
Mitchell
couldn't know.
again.
He tried to get away of the dragon. I don't think he got the right target. Now we can see the shifting skies coming as well. Raging Sandstorm misses. Rom-com buying a
Rudius,
lot of
Rudius,
time.
Rudius.
Yaiku comes into the fray. Rudius
Arte
takes
Rudius.
the deadly
Oh,
magic, but
कसरी
able to
मर्यो?
make it alive. No, he doesn't. Just poked out a little too much. And Rom-com, in
Oi.
the thick of it,
Ah,
goes into the
shit.
Falling Storm and catches 3 members. I don't even
Low
know
side,
if they have
सबकै low side,
anti-heal
Godlike को.
because he doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, I think so. It's only Rudius who's made it till now. This should be a pretty solid
Dude,
Lord contest for
आठ चाहिँ
Godlike.
त्यस्तो हग्दैन नि कसरी
And yeah,
हार्दैछ
got
क्या
one
केटा
dominant
CRQ
side,
ग्याङमा
they've got
चाहिँ
the second one in the form of
Change
glowing
चाहिँ
walls,
गर्दैन
but
त्यो
if both of the players are out, there is not going to be any kind of anti-heal.
फिटी फिटी
So
लिन
I think
आइनाले
that is something that CRQ will need to build a little bit later on.
They're spotting out Ganigan quite a lot, man. He's able to use the cloud
There you
form
go.
as well. Actually goes for the
Van
thunder
लो
this
त,
time.
Van लो त,
Van
Van लो त.
goes in, space escape,
आठ मर्यो
makes it out alive.
कस्तो हगिरहेको छ यार यो
On
चाउले
there, but they find Art
What the
now
block
with the
band
Sky Piercer, able to get the retribution on time, so they secure the Lord. Yaiko with the Evil Queller looking to knock
Yaiko,
down
Yaiko.
someone. Bid goes in with a beacon, able to make it alive. CRQ 5 members still
Yeah,
standing
हुन्छ
tall.
र.
They want to go for
Vanलाई
the
देख्यो,
engage.
Vanलाई
The
देख्यो, Rudius
4v5.
देख्यो.
Can they force the equation? Rudius spots
Van.
Van, and now he has the space escape,
More,
but now
more,
he gets
more, Van,
caught
more, Van,
in
more.
that desert tornado. Should be going
What the
down, but he
fuck?
still makes it out. Yaiko on the chase, and so
Oh,
is
nice,
Rudius. Should be able to
nice.
get a kill as the Lord is marching on the top side. They still have 5 members standing. Rom-com buying time against Peter.
No
He doesn't
way,
have the damage, has
man.
to flicker out, but will go down with
धेरै
grace as
front भयो
Fate
क्या लर्ड
seals
कसरी
his
डिफेन्ड गर्नु
deal.
हुन्छ यार केटा
And now Ganigan, he's not. This is what Godlike we're looking for. CRQ got too aggressive.
डिफेन्ड गर्ने मान्छे मर्यो
Yeah,
यार
I did
एकजना
not
डिफेन्ड
really
गर्ने
like the
मान्छे
positioning of Peter in that moment, and this fight still continues up top.
Oh, well, you can see Ganigan already doing a lot of damage with the
More
shifting
Gani.
skies. Now they go in with the flicker as well. A beacon coming out from Bid. A lot of damage being done. Ganigan able to make it out alive. They get the tier 2 on the top side. Rom-com again.
more
The list of
Rom-com,
3
balla
members
more.
finally goes down. Sky Piercer stacked to
Nice,
Yaiko
Faitly,
as
Faitly
Bid
kill
comes in front.
Oh,
And
Rose
Fate
Gold
is
Keenan, nice,
there
yeah,
as well.
nice
But
setup
Yaiko
there.
able to make it out alive with a double dash. And now they
But
hack
he's going,
away
yeah.
the inhibitor on the top side. Godlike able to turn the fight around in the blink of an eye. Fate goes into the blazing duet once again. BMI should be able to
Wait,
make it out
Fate
alive. No, he doesn't.
आठ
Peter
पनि
able
मर्छ
to
आठ
get
पनि
that
मर्छ
kill. Art now caught in no man's
Oh my
land.
god bro
Godlike
सोल
faced the overextension from CRQ, found an advantage, and they
They're getting bad, man.
overextended themselves. CRQ finally able to get
धेरै
control.
नै लामो फाइट भयो यार धेरै नै
Oh,
लामो
no,
फाइट
take a pause out there, my man. This fight, it's just like never-ending brawl that's constantly happening.
लगातार
And not
3
in
मिनेटको
one
फाइट
lane,
भयो होला हौ
but
त्यहाँ
rather at every single point on the map. We've still got to focus down
Get a
on
mid
what
one
right now
bucket in
CRQ wants, and that is definitely taking control of another inhibitor since they've lost one already. But here's the big thing. Now since we're
Really
moving
bad
into
trade
this
for
late game,
Air
you need to
CRQ
make sure
किनकि
Ganigan
यिनी
is
गइसक्यो।
constantly landing in those thunder ultimates because you do not have enough
Only
damage.
Peter!
And this Winter Crown
Peter
picked up
को
by
freeze
Peter
bait।
should be crucial.
Oh,
Beat
well,
model,
Rudius,
beat.
Raging Sandstorm goes
Cameraman,
in. Yaiko dashes in
please,
as well. Soul
cameraman,
Server to out the
please.
damage. Doesn't have the immortality. It was popped early on.
Yeah.
All these fights that's going on, Scared, I'll take a breather, but I just want to say that I do not feel the presence of Harley in the entire match so far.
But now you're going to see that a little bit more often. I agree that since the beginning, he's
Huh.
kind of been
GG
targeting
Eric,
the wrong
guys.
dudes there, be it Rudius, be it sometimes Gone. Both of
ठिकै
them
छ
are pretty
अहिलेसम्म
tanky
त्यस्तो
and they're not going to fall off so easily.
सेट राम्रो भयो
And
भने हान्न
Art
भन्छौ
also, on the other end, is not really confident
राम्रो
in
छ।
who he needs to target. So those are the kind of mismatches in the draft of Godlike, which they had an idea that we pick one person over the way of the dragon, Van instantly deletes them with deadly magic, but that combination
Guys,
hasn't been
सबजना make sure to
working.
like this stream, guys. Like and
Still
subscribe and
trying
नबिर्सनु
to
है।
fix the pieces,
लर्ड
and
आउँदैछ
that's where
5
the backup
सेकेन्डमा
plan of Claude comes into play.
तर गाह्रै छ क्या लेट गेम यार फार लेन के मिनिट छ हेर न त्यहाँ माथि
in a best of
top
seven.
lane
They
मा।
did get
त्यो
game
lane
number
clear
one,
गर्नुपर्छ
so they're trying
एकजनाले।
to experiment or maybe work something out that they tried in scrims in game number 2. Van's
Lord
presence
Goyer.
not there. Art is the same. I haven't really seen him give a lot of way of the dragons that might make a difference. They finally get the Lord once again. Romcom taking down super
Wait,
low.
nice
Art's
ult,
comes
one
in.
goal.
Nice use of damage as well. Soul Saver Yaiko able to pick up
Art.
a monster kill. And
Art
now
le mid
Rudius
talk
wants
this,
to go for the chase. Yaiko
Come
finds
on,
another.
yeah.
That's going to be Art, the two that we spoke about the entire time. Are down,
He
and
got
now
bit.
he might find another.
Wait.
No, didn't go for the Soul Saver combo, but
Nice
Jay to
one,
the back
nice
line.
one.
He goes in for the Blazing Duet,
Yeah,
but
good
walks
kill, sir.
in to a massive slice coming in from Yaiko. 10-1-6 on this Suyo Sasuke. He knows how to play Sasuke better than you.
100% agree here, but hold
Immortality,
on.
immortality,
Oh my
immo,
God,
immo,
continue,
immo.
Blade
Yaiko.
Surge, Blade Surge.
ओए बाप fuck you
At the
यार
edge. And this is what you call the mastery
क्यों
of the
यार bro
Somebody got to clip that, man.
Oh my
That's
God,
worth a lot
bro.
of that's worth a lot of views. The way that he's able to immune it.
oh
You guys
my
learned something
god
new
bro
today.
what the fuck
The cool, calm, collected play, man. This is absolutely brilliant. And on the back of it, they will be able to win this lot.
Lovely,
But
and
here's
they
the big
get a
thing. They
little
cannot get the
mark,
control of the map until and unless they do not break
Oh.
down.
Nice,
the
Vanny
limit.
Murray.
Oh, man. A bit too there.
It's looking nasty. That I think Van was able to make it out. He even used his hat to go away. I don't
Conceal
think
play?
the Raging Sandstorm was even hitting him. He went back for no reason, and now Art
Rudius,
is there
Rudius,
again,
Rudius.
trying to get a knock-up on Rudius. Art able to get the immortality. Ganigan goes in. He's trying to find a target. Bid's going to be the one that they're looking for. They don't have Flicker on both Bid and Fate. Art doesn't have his Flicker as well for another 30 seconds. So they're trying as much as they can. You did use the wind stride, Ganigan, but not able to find him. But look at the bot side pressure. The waves
Didn't
are
clear him, but the
crashing
guys-
in. And I think
27
Godlike
पहुंच
wants
गया
to press the
पहुंच गया
advantage.
27
Oh, 27. He could be in trouble
Peter?
right now.
Oh, well, we're looking at a far moment right now coming in from Godlike.
My
Will they be
God,
able
Peter
to
मरेगा।
answer? Romcom goes
Peter
back.
मरेगा।
Bid again left untouched. Here comes the Blazing Duet. What we were looking for.
Oh
Winter
my
Crown from
God,
Peter to buy
bro.
some time, but it goes down nonetheless. Yaiko comes into the fray. They lose the inhibitor on the bot side. And
Bot
still
को inhibitor गयो यार,
don't
really
get the
bad
advantage
trade
in
यार,
the
CRQ
fight.
को लागि
This is
त।
again another
Torrent नहीं गयो,
misposition coming
evening
in
मर्यो।
from Peter in these fights scared.
Yeah, we've talked about this. That is
Yeah,
going
you
to be
can
a
more
mid lane
this.
battle, and right now it is winning.
Oh my god emo त किन छ
Oh
केटोले
my god, this game is solo carried by Fate, if you ask me. Fate and Bid doing all the work right now. You gotta pay them overtime.
Defend,
Yaiko goes with the Blade Surge. Soul Saver trying to clear the
Tutnu
wave.
पर्दैन, tutnu
He
पर्दैन।
doesn't have any time. There comes the Wind
Damage छैन,
Strike.
damage
Tries to
छैन।
go for the combo. Wrong target, so he cancels it out. Another set of waves coming in, but Godlike focused their attention on the Lord.
And this is the big reason why I constantly said to
Ah,
CRQ to
flicker
get
छैन
back
यार
into the
कसो
game
गर्ने।
snowball. Because right
Get
now
out
they
of the side
do
road.
not have a late game insurance. All they need to do is just make sure that Yahiko lands into damage, and he's got the physical damage, man. And this is the reason why Faye did not really go for the Winter Crown here. He went in for the Wind of Nature just to immune that burst.
8% बाट आउँदैछ Flank
I
and
just
this
feel
art.
like the composition
पढ्यो
of
आर्टले।
CRQ right now at 21 minutes of the game are lacking.
Rudius
Don't have
more.
any damage. Raging Sandstorm coming in as well. Way of the Dragon catching Rudius off guard. Deadly Magic being expended
It
as well.
looks
There's a
bad.
lot coming out for just one singular hero. Romcom right now on the back of Peter. Not allowing to breathe whatsoever.
120
Yaiko's there as well. Blazing Duet comes
Fate
in.
मर
And
गया।
they're able to find
ये कान
27
fit like-
alongside Ganigan. No, they don't.
Nice,
They're able
nice.
to make a
Recall
comeback.
हान्नुपर्छ recall हान्नुपर्छ
Yaiko! This is why he has played in the international scene.
Yaiko,
He's
Yaiko,
played
Yaiko.
in the MSC.
Beatle
He
emo
was
किन?
there in the first ever EWC representing Nepal in
Yes.
T2K, and now they're trying to
Base,
defend,
base.
but Godlike
Oh,
are
Yaiko
giving
ले
them
beat line
all
मारे यार।
sorts of answers. Yaiko
base.
finds 2 more on the top side, so that's 4 by his
Oh, defend,
lonesome
defend,
self.
defend.
And now carrying CRQ on his back.
Oh my god bro
The Lord has evolved, and I don't think Godlike are able to shut him down.
14, 1 and 6 on this
You are
Ryu,
going
man.
more
He's
than
got
you,
as
huh?
many kills as the
हान्नु
entire
भन्छ केटाले, भ्याउँछ होला है, लड हान्नु।
team of
20 seconds
Godlike.
छ
If
भ्याउँछु,
you
भ्याउँछु,
want to have a top tier performance, I think so.
Yeah,
this
you
is
go
the
SP
one
त low
you
छ त यार।
always pick up.
SP बढ्छ
And
बढ्दैन
then
इसमेले
also
फेरि आएर
to
झाउ
I
हान्ने हो कि
think Romcom can actually make a play happen here.
He can, he definitely can. Falling
My
Star when he
God,
gets a Blade Surge
bro,
coming as
emo
well.
gaya
He's
bro.
able to flicker forward. Frostmoon Shield might be the end of
Oh
Yaiko.
my
Blade Surge
God, Lord
again, Evil
Anapana.
Close to make it out alive. And there comes the Raging
Lord reset गर्नुपर्छ
Sandstorm.
यार
to make
Lord
sure
reset
Romcom's
गर्नै
kept
पर्छ
at bay. 20,000 HP. I don't think Romcom wants to give away this
nice,
Lord. He
nice,
goes for
nice,
Falling
nice,
Star Moon, but look at Yaiko. It's
Lovely,
a mastery of the
lovely.
hero,
Rom पनि मर्यो.
alright. He's able to
आठले
get the
मिठो हाग्यो.
retribution on
हग्नमा
point.
8 छ
Close in
त.
way of the dragon, the right
एउटा त राम्रो
target,
किकान मेरो
but they
भाइ
don't
छ्या
have
के
the
खेलेको
damage
यसले
to
चाउ यार.
follow up, and Art's gonna be sacrificed again.
10 चोटि मरेछ
It's gotta
यार.
be 80 stacks in the Sky
यस्तै
Piercer.
चाउ प्लेयरहरूले हो
Everyone
क्या
talks about imports,
रेज
but
गराउने.
nobody knows Yaiko's the first ever Nepal import going into an MPL, and now we can see why.
ओए के हो
Starting
अति
from the
अति औरा
damn
फार्मिङ हान्दैछ
B2K all the
याइको.
way up in Nepal, when then moving through the MSC wildcard qualifiers. And guess
goat of
what,
Nepal,
dude?
let's go.
He is the man
16
who
kill मा छ याइको,
constantly
16 kill.
stepped up
80
on
stack मा
that
बस्यो आज.
freaking stage, even against the Malaysian top teams. And he's showing you the mechanics like none other. Swapping out immortality, adding that Queen's Wings as well, making sure he gets that extra bit of spell vamp on that low HP so that he can take the Lord. I think so
freeze
this
हाने
could
ठिकै
be
छ.
definitely
गेम
a
सकिन्छ होला.
game-winning
ओए
play.
नाइस इन्गेज यार.
Oh my god, talk about a game-winning play. RWM coming out finally
Nice
on time
one,
as well.
bro.
Winter Crown from Godlike Blazing Joy coming in, but they
Absolute
all
cinema, bro.
fall
Absolute
as
cinema.
CRQ able to find a win and even out the score.
मेरो भाइले
Talk
solo
about
carry
a
हान्ने
carry
यार,
from
एकदम कसम.
Yaiko, because oh my goodness, that was a statement performance, not just to say that he's here to
14.2
play,
kill
but to
tournament
claim the
Godlike
top
against him.
spot in the jungle of
Crazy,
India.
bro. Crazy.
Crazy level coordination between him, Gone, and then 27 into the
lovely,
mix, man.
lovely.
This is just mind-blowing stuff. And throughout that game, you
Bro,
saw
yeah.
one
यो
good
आर्टलाई
ultimate
त
from
थ्याङ्क यू नै
Peter
भन्नुपर्छ
towards
यार
that
जित्न
Lord.
दिएकोमा यार.
As soon
थ्याङ्क यू नै
as they
भन्नुपर्छ
picked
यार
it
आर्टलाई
up,
त.
he went in for the real world
कस्तो
manipulation,
मजाको
catching
चाउ खेलेको यार
Romcom at
यसलाई
the
त
very edge
सल्युट
with
नै
the
गर्छ है.
mobility. And that's where he fell. That's where they converted those kills, and eventually that nasty front line was taken care of. Fate gets that
lovely है,
MVP,
lovely,
yes, but
lovely खेल्यो यार.
this is the problem with the Claude. You need to land
यो
in
गेम
that
गाह्रो थियो यार
proper
केटाहरूले
setup
जित्न.
in between
फार
two to
लेनमा
three
नि प्रेसर
people.
थियो होइन,
That's
यता
when
नि
you get
प्रेसर,
massive value
वेभको नि
out of
प्रेसर,
it. And if
मार्क्सम्यान
you're
थिएन, एक
blazing
त
with
फाइटर थियो,
doesn't
लेट गेम
hit
पुगिसकेको
the
थियो.
right target,
त्यही पनि
if
यार
it
केटाहरूले
randomly
कसरी
goes
जित्यो
on with a
यार.
couple of tanks,
Lovely.
yeah, you're gonna be struggling quite a lot there. So let's just say this Harley draft, along
Guys,
with
make sure to
the
like this stream guys.
shown
400
hands
watching
of
छ, लाइक
Art,
गरौँ
it did
न
not
guys.
really work out for
हान्दिउँ न
them
आज
because
300 जति
they
लाइक.
messed up on the execution.
I mean,
आर्टलाई त केटा
execution
थ्याङ्क यू नै
in the
भन्नुपर्छ यार
early
एक लट.
game, yes, felt like a
Thank you नै भन्नुपर्छ
communication
आर्टलाई.
gap somewhere in the mid game. But let's be honest here. I think did Yaiko go down in the first 2 minutes when he was playing the Suyo, and after that, bro didn't die a single time. 80 stacks in the Sky Piercer, 14 kills. My ball going down more, but
त्यो साउन्ड
this guy was on fire.
ओए
It
अति
absolutely- he
खेलेको यार
absolutely
त्यो
was.
त
I mean,
म्या त्यो हार्लीको
40,
अल्टमा
no,
इम्युन
rather
हानेको त
17
वाइल्ड
kills
थियो यार
out
त्यो
there,
त.
82,000
कसम
damage
सुयोबाट.
being dealt. Clearly showcases you that he was there for the cleanup. Most
कस्तो
of that poke was
काम
coming in
भएर
from
हानेको
Peter
क्या.
alongside
Nice
with
यार.
Gone, constantly going into the thunder form with the shifting skies. And he needed to do that, right, as we mentioned, because they do not have any source of damage or the burst apart from these two major ultimates.
आमाको
were
एक्लो छोरो
constantly-
आएको.
You could say switching things up, and they also tried
पाइयो
going
पाइयो
in
एक्लो
with
छोरो
the
भएपछि
torrent
यति
form
हान्नु
where they
पर्यो.
found some success, but eventually Fate and Bid, they both were going in with their own kind of plays as well. 156,000 from him, 170,000 from Fate.
तिमी एक्लो
It
हानि
shows you
देखाइदियो
that
न.
Godlike could have
खेल्नु
won
पर्ला है
this
केटा.
game
चाउ
if
फेरि मेरो
not
चाउ
for the
त
constant
यो भन्दा त राम्रै छ है
brawl
केटा
gameplay
प्लिज.
that CRQ
Please,
wanted them to play. Man, I think so. We've been constantly yapping quite a lot out here, and I'm pretty sure a couple of other talents
त्यो
would
गर्नु
want
पर्ला
to bid
गाइस.
for
चाउ
us, but
स्प्याम भन्नु पर्ला.
just waiting for a
यो
confirmation.
भन्दा
If
त
we're
राम्रै
supposed
हो
to go
यार
on a
यो चाउ
break,
गर्न.
or are we still supposed to send it to a couple of other talents? But this was a solid comeback from CRQ. And ladies and gentlemen, I know you want game number 3 right here, right now, but let's
यो हो नि त
give
फाइनल
Chromos
भने
a
एक गेम
breather.
यताको
Let's
टिमले
give
हान्छ,
all
एक
of
गेम
us
अर्को
a
टिमले हान्छ.
breather.
अनि पो हुन्छ
We'll
त
have
मजा
game
आउने.
number 3
वान साइड
on
फाइनल
the
त
other
बोरिङ
side.
पो हो त यार. ओ शिट. सरी यार ब्रेकै लिँदै जाँदै. अरे 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 गीत पो रहेछ त यार. कपिराइट खान्छ अहिले. So guys, 5 मिनट ब्रेक रहेछ. अब 5 मिनट यस्तो कुर्नु पर्यो जस्तो है. टिएल लाबी कि टिएल लाबी नि वाच के गेम भइरहेछ? कहिले त हेरौँ न त. ए भइरहेको रहेछ त. एक लट हेरिदिउँ न त. इन्डोनेसियाको के छ र काम नै के छ टु 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 5 मिनेट हेर्नु त यो
Hit him, mage. Yep. He will hit like Crux.
GV uses Spawn Force, and now it's down.
Kill is low.
Yeah, Kyo has the SOD. He can deal damage
गेम सकिसक्यो होला
as
के
long
हो
as he wants. Shiva needs to wait for the ultimate to come back up. But they're not going to go for
रुक्सिनले
the
गेम
base
सकिनलाई
first.
बल्ल
The
स्काई
ultimate
भनेर
is down.
ओके
Instead, they go into the bottom lane, but they don't have a wave. A bit miscoordinated there by TLID. They could have really punished that field, which
ओइ
they did.
एक्समा छ त
Using the
फ्रेया
Spawn
त
Force way too early.
Round 2. Might re-siege this. Now we are eager to defend. Cars pops the falling star moon, but
ओ
it's
17
just
मिनेटको लड डिफेन्ड हाने यार
going to zone TLID. We're still going again. Round after round. This has been the same theme across all 3 games. You win early, you come back. This is a problem if TLID's early. And now he's late game.
The Spawn
Wait,
Force way too early.
lovely
and
on
that
Legend
spawn
go.
as well. Kyo!
Kyo!
Jumps into the midst of it all. Raging Sandstorm coming down as well. Kyo able to find immortality. Kites away as
Oh
well.
my
And
god,
Doryu
Kyo libet on there.
gets a Sky Piercer. Rising immortality.
Aran!
Able to stay alive for a bit. Genius is
Aran.
taken down. And now it's Kyo just putting the spears
कियोले
down.
कस्तो बेट हान्दै यार
Leone on Apro. He's going to be brought under the turret. He gets off his mount. Now 2 minions in the mid lane. It's super minions, but it'll be cleared out. Apro cars and Ukir.
ब्रो यो त नो वे डिफेन्ड हुँदैन यार यो त
Another wave in the mid lane. So
Nice.
coming down. Crystal
Crystal!
going for a kill. Sets
Guys,
his
के
sights
हेर्ने
on the
बित्तिकै सक्यो त
Crystal.
नेपालमा 9 बज्छ कि इन्डोमा त 11 बज्छ कि अहिलेसम्म एमपी आइडी सकिएको छैन व्हाट द फक
TLID starts season 17 with a victory against all odds, against everyone's prediction.
The cavalry rides again.
गाइस हाम्रो अब इन्डियन टुर्नामेन्ट हेर्दै बस्छौँ हैन अरे अरे यो के हो के गीत त यार म्युट हान्नु अहम गाइस के लाग्यो त थर्ड गेम हाल्ला त सीआरक्यू ले एकछिन म पुले भनौँ न के छ क्लीन हान्नु पर्यो केटाहरूले क्लीन गेम प्ले खेल्नु पर्यो क्या किनकि अर्ली केटाहरूको लिड टन्नै थियो क्या क्लीन हान्नुपर्छ अब रोक्यो त गाइस रोक्यो त एकछिन है पुल बनाउनु पर्यो Sunny Godlike. यसलाई चाहिँ किक नै हान्नुपर्ने हो गडलाइकबाट होल्डिङ देम ब्याक खै यार अब भनौँ न हल्का अन्डर पर्फर्म गरिरहेछ केटाहरूले गडलाइकको केटाहरूले नै अन्डर पर्फर्म गरिरहेछ आई थिङ्क रोमको म्यान ऊ त्यो मात्रै कन्सिस्टेन्ट छ रोमको म्यान बिट तिमीलाई जेरेल कस्तो लाग्छ खै यार म चिन्दिनँ गाइस जेरेललाई खै उसको युट्युब छ सुनेको थिएँ तर म त्यसको युट्युब च्यानलहरू त्यस्तो हेर्दिनँ एकछिन मैले साउन्ड अफ गरेछ है गाइस साउन्ड मैले एकछिन अफ गरेँ जेडेड भनेको कुन कन्ट्रीको हो एनी टिप्स फर बिगिनर दाइ त्यही अब टिप्सहरू चाहिँ त्यही हो अब तिमी सबै रोल ट्राई गर अनि तिमीलाई जुन रोल कम्फोर्टेबल लाग्छ त्यही रोल स्टिक गर धेरै रोल खेल्नु पर्दैन एउटै रोलमा स्टिक गर न अनि इम्ब्लेमहरूको बारेमा हल्का हेर गेम प्ले लाइक प्रो प्लेयरहरूको स्ट्रिम हेर्दा हुन्छ हल्का थाहा हुन्छ त्यहाँबाट नि जर्मनीको हो खै चिन्दिनँ यार त्यसो भए म जर्मनीमा नि प्लेयरहरू छ एमएल गाइस थाहा भएन मलाई एउटाले फ्रान्स एउटा जर्मनी र कताको हो केटा हो तपाईँको आइजी हो इन्स्टाग्राममा पिन हालिदिन्छु नि त होइन बाइ द वे आज एसियन गेम्सको म्याच पनि थियो यार एसियन गेम्सको क्वालिफायर एसियन गेम्सको आज कसको म्याच रहेछ चाइना आइज हो फ्रान्स बस्छ चाइनिज प्लेयरहरू त राम्रै हुन्छ तर आई डोन्ट नो कस्तो खेल्छ आइसो क्वालिफायर सुरु हुन लागेको ल यार 2 मिनट अझै बढायो एसियन गेम्सको क्वालिफायर चाहिँ सुरु भइरहेछ अहिले आज म्याच छ आज कति 8वटा टिमको म्याच छ अनि भोलि हाम्रो गेम हुन्छ होला प्रोबेबली 2 कति टाइम थपे अब फाइनल त यस्तै हो केटा टाइम थप्छ नि हल्का इस्यु नै आयो होला प्रोडक्सन इस्यु को 27 चाहिँ नर्थ इस्टकै प्लेयर हो पहिला टिआरटीको एक्सप्लेनर हो 27 इएनसीको क्वालिफायर होइन नि केटा यो एसियन गेम्सको हो इएनसी भने अर्कै हो स्पोर्ट नेसन कप हो इएनसी भनेको तिम्रो गेम कति बेला हाम्रो गेम भोलि हो भोलि छ धन्न आज भएन किनकि आज फाइनल छ नि त केटाहरूको नि Yago is really a solid jungler. Definitely, bro. Goat of Nepal. Good. 20 तिमीभन्दा खतरा त होइन होला के थाहा गाइस के थाहा गेम चाहिँ कहाँ हेर्ने हो खै भोलि लाइभ हुन्छ होला खै मलाई थाहा भएन यार गाइस ड्राफ्ट स्टार्ट भयो फर्मर म भोलि स्ट्रिममै खेल्न सक्छु
Kronos, your first few comments about the previous two games, man.
धन्न
Yes, I know
कास्टरहरूलाई चेन्ज
I'm not
गरे
gonna call you in the Genjutsu here, but
धन्न
talk to me about the previous two
के
games.
यिनीहरूको ब्याकग्राउन्ड फेरि
I
अर्कोको
think game
ब्याकग्राउन्ड
number one, of course, Suyo
What
was
is this background?
prioritized. Suyo was doing great.
यो ब्याकग्राउन्ड चाहिँ
Suyo
मन
was
पऱ्यो
in the
हनाबी भएर
meta. Pick it up, you get a win. You don't have anyone to lock him down. They, alongside the Suyo Godlike, went for the Hylos. I love the Hylos pick because you get straight charge at the back line. There's nothing they can do about it. But
स्कोर
CRQ on the side
1-1
went
हो है
for the
गाइस
Leo
ल
mod.
ड्राफ्टमा फोकस गरौँ
Level
त
4 power spike, so one level behind, and if he doesn't get the choke down in the early game, he's not going to have a lot going on for him. They found a way to make a comeback, but the sides were a little too weak early on, so that's where they kind of took a hit. Second game, though, Godlike was just playing a different game.
अझ कुन
It
र्याङ्कको
was
मास्टर म
in the
पब्जीमा
second game, I
अल्टिमेट मात्रै
think,
खेल्छु
as much
अल्टिमेट
as
रोयल
there are Godlike fans in all
अल्टिमेट
of
रोयलमा त
India,
बटै खेल्छ यार
they
पुरा
should understand when it comes to certain games, there are levels to games, and I think CRQ kind of showed that. Not just CRQ, Yaiko in particular, right now, after
लाइभमै हान्नु
looking
भोलि
at
हुन्छ
everything
अब
that's
मिल्यो भने
happened,
लाइभमै हानिदिन्छु म
people need to wake up a little bit and realize that yes, Yaiko is
बेस्ट
not
अफ
a regular
7 है
jungler.
गाइस
He's not a top tier jungler. He's an SS tier jungler, if you ask me. And not just that, but it's just a complete change now.
डेफिनेटली एसएस
It's
एस
just
टियर जङ्गलर त
insane
नि
with the way how he plays that Suyu, right? We clearly saw that 17 freaking kills and just one death. Item swapping
17
at
kill
the
यार त्यो त
very
वाइल्ड हो
crucial
यार 17
moments.
त
This guy knows how to perform under pressure. And that is also one of the big reasons why CRQ have equalized the series. Though, but I want to bring the conversation
कति
back
बजी हो
to one
तिमीहरूको
point we
गेमतिर
were
भोलि खै थाहा नै
discussing
छैन यार केटा
in the break itself.
हेर्नुपर्छ
Why
सेड्युल
Acho and why not a Kalea? It was open. Art knows how to play it.
guys,
And if
कमेन्टमा
anything,
एकछिनमा
that kind of becomes a
मोडरेटरहरू कमेन्ट रिप्लाई
straightforward
गरिदिएर
counter
मेरो
to the
मोडरेटर त डेढ
Suyo.
जस्तो
Yes, immortality, but that's the 6th item. Before
एकछिन
that,
म
he
अब
can
गेममा
literally
ध्यान
be
दिन्छु है
shutting
गाइस
down
ड्राफ्टहरू
multiple
हेर्नु पर्यो
times with the Tsunami Slam.
I mean, even if not like a direct counter, at least it's a trial, right? It's a process of trying to try and lock him down with that Tsunami Slam. So, in a way, they could have done something. I don't know. I think, like I
असाइनमेन्ट
said,
है
they were
गर है
kind of
राम्ररी असाइनमेन्ट
experimenting with what was going on. But here,
गाइस
Boxia
ड्राफ्टमा
being
फोकस
banned
गर्छु म
out
एकछिन
on the red side. I'm looking at the Jushin coming out from the red. No, they don't. They go for the Valentina instead. So, are we looking at a Sora?
डेड आई एम
Grok?
अलवेज हियर लभली है मिस्टर
I
अनन
mean,
लभली मोडरेटर
what Jushin's still left open, so I like the idea of CRQ's draft.
यो फर्स्ट पिक
But
लिन्छ
look for the
गडलाइकले
Suyo's left open. We spoke about it.
सोराले
Are they
फर्स्ट
gonna
पिक
prioritize
साउन्ड
the
चाहिँ
Suyo?
छिटाइरहेछ
That
तर
is the main trade.
पिक
When you
चाहिँ
pick
ढिलो भयो
one,
क्या
we pick two instantly. It's the Sora prioritized right now. A good flex pick for Godlike, but this should
जुक्सिन
be
ट्राई
a
गर्यो
decent
सिआरक्यूले
Suyo pickup for the CRQ
साउन्ड
side.
ढिलाइरहेछ
I don't
साउन्ड
see
चाहिँ
any good
छिटाइरहेछ
start
पिक
coming in
चाहिँ
from
ढिलाइरहेछ
here. Both of them are unlocked.
क्लियर
Yeah,
के
it's
थियो
going to be the
इट्स
Jushin in the
क्लियर
hands.
ग्रक लियो
But
फेरि
go
वान्स
for the
अगेन
Grog though, so give a shout to that one. Godlike, do you wanna sue you? You sue you, you win. That's the mantra for the first 2 games for now.
I don't know. I think Suyo and Yves should be locked down here just because of the fact that this is kind of what we expected, right? These are the 3 picks that are up for grabs. They kind of rotated around it. Okay, you take the Sora, we take the Grok and the Jushin. You take the Jushin, we take Grok and the Sora. So that's the idea that they were looking to play. Now I believe just get that Suyo, not just to pick it up, but to deny.
Eve-
There's the Eve I
Eve
spoke
Regulio.
about. It's gotta be a Suyo. What else are you gonna pick? You're not gonna go for the Joy, even though Van plays a good Joy.
इब्रो खालिद
Unless,
ऊ बिटको हातमा
unless,
इ पाएछ
unless they want to play Hylos, maybe Khalid. Yeah, there you
अब
go.
जुक्सिनको
Khalid
अगेन्समा राम्रो
comes
मेच
out,
भनेको
some
एउटा
early game
इभ हो होइन
river
राम्रो चाहिँ
control.
राम्रो हुन्छ
Suyo being
जुक्सिनको
picked up
अगेन्समा
on CRQ seals the deal.
अनि
End of the
बिटको
game.
इभ हामीलाई थाहा नै छ कस्तो होइन
I think so that is kind of the straightforward answer for CRQ. You lock in the Suyu, you've got
फ्यानी
full early game control. You do not
याइको
let
फ्यानी
big doors
आइसक्यो
open
केटा
the
हो
RWM as well. And you've already got that
फ्यानी
engage with the
आइसक्यो
single
कि
tool in the form of
आइसक्यो
tech charge. The Grok is
साउन्ड
going to be a big
सुनिसकेँ मैले
problem for Godlike to deal with.
लेट्स
Go
गो
for
फ्यानी
it.
लेट्स
Oh,
गो
alright.
I like it.
कास्टरहरू
I'm
त्यहाँ
on for it.
मक्क
But
भइसक्यो
ban the
कास्टरहरू
Suyu. Please ban the Suyu.
Why aren't we in the game for this one, man? Why aren't we in the game for this one? Fanny is gonna be a monster. Not just that, in the hands of Yaiko, he's one of the best Fanny players in all of South Asia, if I may say so.
लेट्स गो फ्याक्ट फ्याक्ट
This is gonna
फ्याक्ट
be
प्रुफ
tough
फ्याक्ट
for Godlike. They need to find a lot
CRQ
of
कोच
crowd
CRQ
control,
कोच
which
छ
they don't have.
फिलिपिनो
That's
कोच
why
होला
taken away. The Guinevere and the Fredrin perfectly done by CRQ. Claude going off the table. It's got to be another marksman. Carry's already banned out. Where are we looking at? Esmeralda maybe?
Harith? If you think about that, or something that can work well with the Grok. Maybe you might want to go with the Granger as well, with the mobility, kiting, as well as the range. So it's a Harith. All right, similar idea. But CRQ can eventually pick the next one up. And with those 2 marks, with the gold laners ban, this kind of means that the Sora is going into that gold lane. EXP lane still open, explorable for both of these teams. But what are we looking at right now? Can we see a 4vs rom-com?
Oh, sheesh. This is even better. This is even better. They take the Moskov, deny the Moskov in the hands of fate so that Fanny can roam around freely. And now you're scrambling for answers. What are we gonna pick to lock down this Fanny? You don't have Guinevere. You don't have Fredrin. You don't have the Leomord. You don't have Boxia. You don't have the Kajal, which Godlike banned out in the first place. So you're left with either the Kalea or the Cho. But guess what? You've already picked up a Khalid for the roam position. And you already have Sora, so you're looking to flex the Sora in the goal lane. You're not gonna go.
गाइस के लियो मोस्कोप लियो मोस्कोप फ्यानी गनीगनको मोस्कोप आइसक्यो केटा हो गनीगनको मोस्कोप याइको फ्यानी दुईटैको सिग्नेचर पिकहरु
They're gonna have troubles in the jungle, lacking the damage. I'm not
Okay.
scared.
Can you stop streaming for a bit? I got to go to bathroom.
Oh, nice badang is a good
अरे
answer.
यो मोलालाई त
That's a nice one. With the fist crack, you can at least get a bit of a stun there. It kind of it's going to be the Suya. Yeah, you had no other option there. You can go for the Lancelot, but I still feel it's better to go for the Suya. He's got more immunity, better cooldown on those skills, and
This
let's
one
be
will be
honest, it worked
one-sided
out
for
phenomenally
Godlike.
Van. Now for the
Bro,
last
I don't
pick
think
on the
so.
other side.
Yeah, guys,
EXP,
Fanny, let's see.
lock down that forefront with the dive. You could go a Lapu, you could go a Yujong. Both could work out for you, but if you want a hard counter,
There is la Leo last one.
Esmeralda could be your way.
There is like interesting pick. There is
I'm
la.
thinking Esmeralda, not just the hard counter, the Eve. You can wall the Oh my god. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Hold on.
Guys,
Wait a
draft
minute.
कसको मन पर्छ
Something
केटाहरु?
right. Exactly.
Whose
For
draft is
Godlike's
better?
composition, because this Terizla with that penalty zone, he's gonna be waiting for that fist crack to come through. He's gonna be waiting for
Let's
the
see,
Raging
guys.
Sandstorm to come through.
Badang
Allowing the
के
rest
हो यो?
of the
Badang
members to
XP
breathe.
हो?
The scare. I like the
Yo.
Terizla, not as much as if
The
I
fuck?
saw
Badang
any other
XP.
pick, but I'm not against it.
I mean, yeah, there's a workable
Fanny
condition
XP
here,
हो
but
कि
at the
खाली
same
gold
time,
हो?
I
What is this,
understand
bro?
the Moscow is a
के रहेछ
denial
यार
pick,
यो?
but I'm gonna drop down my hate for the Moscow here. He is gonna be outranged insanely quickly by Bid. All he needs to do is build up his Trinity quick and then decide what he wants to prioritize, either a Wind of Nature or maybe a Malefic gun for that extra bit of range. Because once he gets that, that's when he can spam that attack speed basic attacks and maybe dodge down the displacement skills coming in from Van or maybe even the Badang or even the Khalid. Otherwise, it ain't happening. I still feel Godlike could potentially make this draft win. What are your thoughts on that?
I agree. I think Godlike can definitely make it win. For CRQ, although we are looking at a stack composition, a lot of the
So guys,
eggs
game
are
start,
in
but
the
this is the
basket of
third
Peter,
match है.
right? If Peter is not able to control the river in the
स्ट्रिम
early
डिले भएको कि
first
आवाज पहिला
4
आउँछ त पिक
minutes,
गर्नुभन्दा अगाडि
then it's gonna be
यिनीहरूको स्ट्रिम
difficult for
डिले
them
हो
to make
मेरो
any sort of a
मेरोबाट
comeback.
इस्यु होइन गाइज यो
Otherwise, we're
यति
gonna find out.
प्रोडक्सन
Anyways,
इस्यु हो
right now, Scared, are we gonna go to the
नट
game?
माइन्ड
Absolutely, my
मेरोमा
man. The
डिले आइरहेछ
predictions are out from both of us. I think so Godlike has the draft advantage here. Kronos thinks, yes, you can make it work, but it still could be Godlike with the easier execution of the draft.
गेम स्टार्ट
Itami and
भइसक्यो
Peachy,
साउन्ड आइसकेको देख्नु न यार
ladies
गाइज
and my man, gentlemen here. What do you think about this one? Take this one away.
Thank
Okay,
you guys
let's
for
go.
that. And here we are back again into the game number 3. Let's go. Look at that. Now the poke has been quite begin. Both the tanks a bit low, but the Lito
There you
though,
go.
I think it's already gone
Lito
into
by
the hands
Vanle.
of Suyu. What are we looking at, Itami?
Yep, and this time it is.
Ooh,
a
Badang
1-1
XP,
trade for both of the
interesting
sides.
Badang XP लिइरहेछ
There is Art trying to make the pokes. He just goes back onto it. Doesn't have that much of an HP, and they will try to get the level 4 mark as soon as possible. But I think still CRQ, even if the draft is not
सुयो
actually
जसले पायो
good,
त्यसले हानिरहेछ
at the
कि हेर
end of the
कसले
day,
अब यो
it's
गेम
the
फर्स्ट
execution.
ब्रेक गर्नु पर्यो सुयोको
And for the Terizla, like Kronos has already said it out, it is going to be most of the resources that is first baited out, then only he will be going
Yaiko?
out for the penalty zone. But for now, they
गरेको
have
थियो
just trying to focus onto the level 4 mark as soon as possible. Peter is trying to play with those pokes. Turtle yet to be spawning. I
रुडियाको
think
अस्ति त मिठो ग्रक खेले
onto
यार अहिले
this
आज
game,
कस्तो खेल्छ यार फर्स्ट गेम त
resource baiting
नराम्रै
is
गयो
going to
अब
be
थर्ड
the
गेम
one
हान्नु
thing,
पर्यो
and
रुडियसले
the other from the other side is going to be waiting and being patient as much as possible. The turtle spawning
नाइस
soon.
नाइस
Yahiko
नाइस
goes
फ्लिकर
in,
बेट
Bid
आर्टको
uses the flicker
नेक्स्ट
just to go
टर्टलमा
back.
फ्लिकर हुँदैन आर्टको पनिस गर्न मिल्छ
Let's go. We will be looking at the first turtle. Before
Ooh.
that, Rando goes in for Bid this time around. Bid, 50% of
XP
his
ले
HP
मिड
already
रोटेट आयो यार
taken
4
off.
पुगे
That
XP
means
त पिटर
he's
चाहिँ
just
4
gonna be
छैन
playing a bit behind during those turtle. What is it going to be? Van already jumping in. Now, Yahiko, will he be coming in at the last moment, or is it going to be
Nice
Rudius who's
reset.
just not gonna give the space
But I
for
think they're
Van?
gonna force turtle because
Yeah,
Fanny
Van
को blue
trying to
छैन
get the
हैन
last hit as soon as possible because there is still Yahiko waiting onto the bush, but still it is going to be
ठिकै
an
छ टर्टल फर्स्ट
uncontested
टर्टल
one.
त्यस्तै इम्पोर्टेन्ट नि हुँदैन
He is
छोड्दा
not
हुन्छ
there for
फर्स्ट
the
टर्टल
contention. He is still contesting out for the purple. The turtle has been slain this time. Godlike having slight of an advantage, but
English
still
chat error
the
master
goal lead is not
Share
that
draft is
massive
better
for
but
either of the
Peter
sides.
can't play Juxin and
First blood
Juxin
yet
here
to
is
be
the main
drawn, so I
connection
think
for Fanny
for
and
now,
Moscow
they will be trying to at least get some resources done before they blow off any trades
Let's see
from
guys,
either
let's
of the
see.
sides.
Ooh, red
Let's
in bed.
look at that. Oh, 27 being a bit resourceful.
27,
but
27,
he's
alt,
gonna
alt,
get
alt, alt.
ganked. There you go, onto the wall. He
Ooh,
goes
nice
into
hit,
the
27.
penalty. So wait a minute.
Oh my
Does get
god,
stunned
Badang
out,
ले
but
ल्याङ
that's
हान्यो नि
the
त Fanny
first blood.
लाई
The jungler taking down
भित्तामा
the
अड्काइदिएर
jungler. Onto the other hand, Peter
Rudius,
with that
flicker गयो Rudius
fusion tries to pick up members, but I think that is just
Really
not
bad trade for
the fact
Crux.
that they do need a bit of members onto their hands.
Yahikoले
Quite low
भर्खर blue
already,
खादियो यार guys
CR2, they have to back off.
Yeah, 1 for none, and they
Blue
have
going
just
now.
decided to back it out. And I think it was an okay.
Ooh,
stand
nice,
play.
nice,
27 did fall
Goal
off
grab.
of the process.
Shake
It was
your-
not 27 actually. It was Yahiko who did fall off, and that was quite of a perfect snipe coming up from the Suyo. So a jungler falling down, quite crucial for the side of Team Godlike, but still lead is still extending for the side of Godlike, of course, and they might be trying to go off for the initiations. Fate still has the cloud aura on
Okay,
the front
Fanny
to
go
go
blue
in,
eyes is
but
nice, nice.
initiation wise, they are waiting, actually waiting for out
Yeah.
for the perfect opportunity to actually just go in.
रोमको
And
लास्ट
looks
राउन्डमा
like
दिइरहेछ है
trade
फ्यानलाई
wise,
रोक्नको लागि
it's
बादाङ
not
लिइरहेछ
going
यो
to
चोर
be a brutal brawl anytime soon compared to the
कस्तो
second game
दिमाग
that we
लगाएर
just
न
saw.
बादाङ
But
खेलेछ
Dart is
फ्यानलाई
all
रोक्नलाई
alone. He might be taken down on the process, but okay,
थन्डरबेल बनायो
Peter will still not be able to land the lantern completely. Turtle spawning onto the
guys
mix,
make
which
sure to
means
like this stream guys like and subscribe and
Top
another
lane
stream
though, I
400
feel like
watch
CRQ trying to play for
400
the
watching
bit
let's
of
go
a late game
make sure to like this stream
with
guys
Bonnie gone, but wait a minute.
Fate,
Fate
fate.
though, he
Oh,
jumps in. Yahiko with no energy left. He is just out of the way. This
Ah.
turtle looks like it's gonna be a bit, expensive, a bit problematic once
Yeah.
again.
Peter?
But wait a minute, there you go.
Peter
One
le ult
picks up
किन
Peter
नहाने
once
what no
again.
ult
Godlike for the turtle, but before that, Romcom though, as well as Rudius, they are all right there.
oh
The
my
penalty
god
zone will be,
27
interrupted.
Oh,
But
nice
Yaiko
return.
jumps in, takes away the turtle. There you go. Looks like both of the members are trying
Nah,
to get
yaar, ban
something,
ko
but
damage.
27 will be the one who does manage to get a double kill. Looks like the trade will be there. Van jumps in, double kill, goes for the triple, but that's bid with a double. Almost a wipe out.
हेर न
That's
दुईटा
what
वाल
we
भयो
are
क्या
looking
बादाङले नि
for.
वाल हाल्दैछ अनि
4 for 2 as well as the
ग्रकले नि
turtle
वाल
going for
हाल्दैछ
the
क्या
side.
अड्किरहेछ
So,
क्या यो
worth
त
it
पुरै
for the side of team like, and they extending the lead this time. Van wasting no more time goes out for one of
आरएनटेक्स
the
न्यू
mirrors
लाइनअप
that is
हेर्नुभयो
going to be the first
आरएनटेक्स
tower.
नयाँ लाइनअप मैले
Yes.
थाहा थियो अगाडि दिन
He is
जोसेफ
going to
जङ्गल
be
भन्ने
for now, at least Yahiko,
जोसेफ
even
जङ्गल
if-
अनि
even if he doesn't have
रोम
purple,
र
he will
गोल्ड चाहिँ
still
इम्पोर्ट थियो
try to play
जोम
it
र
out, and he
प्राइम
will be
गोल्ड
able to do so at least for now. But looks like the bot will
राम्रै
be
छ
gone
आरएनटेक्सको लाइनअप नि
anytime
लेट्स सी
soon.
कसरी
Fate
खेल्छ
is trying his best to push it out, but it's just the one minion remaining, and look at it. It's going for 27. It's not actually targeting out the tower. There's a dive in as well as the wall.
Peter?
Crimson Beacon comes
Peter?
up.
Away, Peter,
Peter?
I like that.
Oh, nice
position.
penalty
He
zone.
flickers out of the way, but wait a minute. 27
Yaiko.
makes a very, very
Bench,
good
bench,
play.
bench,
Van
bench.
finally just gets the shutdown. It's a double kill for Yahiko, but wait a minute. I feel like with the low
एकछिन
energy, I don't think he's
हल्का
gonna jump
लामो
in
गेम भने
once
चाहिँ के हुन्छ होला
again,
मोस्कोपले हान्नु भ्याउँछ अहिले
but
त
there
मोस्कोपको
you go.
आइटम आएको
CRQ
छैन
already picking up something, and I think changing the lanes is kind of working for Gonigon. One, he needs the farm.
Oh, off camp
What
it
a-
gets the kill on to
Oh my
Rubius
god,
just
beat को
now.
इफ केटा
And-
304 मा
but
छ
yeah,
beat
for the side of team CRQ,
बीटलाई
changing
सर्ट डाउन
the
हान्नुपर्छ
lane
यार
as well as getting
यसको
one
इफ
down
लास्टै छ
is
यार
quite worth it, but still
इफमा
the
त
lead is not that much. Romcom is waiting all alone. There's the
Romcom
fist.
मासला Romcom तलाई
They were trying to tdive right in, but
More
that will
यार,
be the SOT
more.
not connecting onto Van. He goes back, but he will be
no,
taken
man.
down onto the process. There is the penalty zone
Romcom
coming up
मर्छ?
from the terrace.
Flicker छैन,
That
Romcom, no
27
flicker.
goes all in. There is the Crimson Beacon. They are still
Yaiko,
trying to
Yaiko,
dive
Yaiko,
in. Romcom is taken down onto the process. Artis all
Nice,
alone
nice.
uses
Good trade, good trade,
tectonic
good trade.
charge just to take him down. 27 gets the kill. The turtle has been spawned, and looks like CRQ will try to contest it out. Yahiko is still not onto the scene. Could
I
be
think
an
सुयो ब्यानै
easy
गर्नुपर्ने रहेछ यार
uncontested
second
kill
phase मा
once
लास्टै
again, but they will be
ल्याङ रहेछ
taking
यार
them
सुयो
on
त
at least.
That is true. That is
Evil
true.
Deer
Quite
Turtle.
unfortunate that another neutral objective has been gone into the hands of CRQ. But at the same moment, I was not expecting these teams to open up the maps quite early on. They
यार
are
कुछ या
trying
no
to open up the
Maybe,
side lanes
maybe
as
they can
quickly
win.
as possible, possibly towards the mid as quickly as possible. But it's okay. It's okay. They do have their protections, and now Gonigon constantly switching up his lanes. He's gonna be met by one once again. There you go, taking on two.
Yo, welcome
much
to the stream
damage,
Kronos
but wait
cast
a
welcome to
minute.
the stream the
That
OG caster
was
of South Asia
brutal. Off camera kill. Looks like it's gonna be Yahiko who will be down, but okay, penalty zone already comes up. He's looking quite low. He's trying to sustain, but no, that's not gonna be it. Wan picks up the kill.
Gets the kill onto Yahiko as well as 27. That is going to be a 2 for none actually, and they will be trying to dive in onto that. Looks like it, but still trying to get the
Hey, Romcom,
mid inhibitor.
oh my god,
Romcom
bro.
just goes in with the fist crack as well as the
Bro,
combination.
Romcom is cooking something, man.
perfectly
Romcom
done.
is cooking
Peter
something.
as well as Gonigon will be losing their lives. Rudius and Yahiko will be forced to retreat it out.
हाम्रो
Still not
क्रोनोस
able to
सर
get
पनि
them
नेपाली
clear
हो सुने
at
थिएँ
least,
हाफ
but
नेपाली
that is a worth it.
गाइस क्रोनोस the OG
Definitely a
caster
water rate. Look at that. A bit
Lovely
less
लाग्छ है
of a
मलाई
low
casting
flick
चाहिँ
has been used by either of the side, so that means that is a good thing. But at the same moment, Team CRQ do have a Fanny. Now, once the lane is quite open, she can capitalize it very well. And that is why you see
Bablu
in the
Kronos
bottom
हान्नु त
lane,
guys
two
chat मा
members already. Oh my god, a faker penalty zone coming in for Romcom this time around. Peter, on to the other hand, tries to go in. Art thus gets that destruction, but wait a minute. Art tries to come up here on to the other hand. Yahiko, low on energy, low on health,
27
27.
for
Thus gets taken down once again. He is the one in the front lanes taking too much damage. Now the other node, Rudius has to protect Godigon. What are they going to do now that the Godlike have been pushing them a lot? And it's going to be an early objective once again.
Once again. And looks like
guys it's really
this
hard
should
हैन
be
जबसम्म
most
मिड
probably an
लेट गेम
uncontested
पुग्दैन
one, but
गाह्रो छ
Yahiko is
मोस्कोपको
still there onto the scene.
आइटम
And
पनि
just
आएको छैन
dive in
फ्री हिट
with
पनि
the
हान्न भएको छैन
kills.
मोस्कोपले
And looks like Van
म्यालेफिक
will
गन
be
चाहिन्छ
wasting
अझै
no
ट्रिनिटी
more
पछि
time. And CRQ won't be going out for the overcommitment, and looks like
म हाफ
the
नेपाली हैन
uncontested
फुल
Lord
नेपाली
goes
आइ एम
out for the side of Team
जस्ट
Godlike.
बोर्न एन्ड
Art
रेज इन इन्डिया
just goes in with a raging sandstorm
Lovely,
once
lovely,
again. There's the
lovely.
fish trap coming up from the Batam. Penalty zone lands on all
Oi,
three people, but that is
bro.
not out control.
Feetले
As
कस्तो
well as the
पकडेको
crowd from the Sora.
यो गेम
They
त
completely dive in. Peter and 27 will be losing their lives. The Lord will be spawning from
नेपाल
the
आउनु
top
पर्यो
side.
क्रोनोस सरलाई
And
वेलकम
it
छ
does
नेपाल
look
एनी
like
टाइम
the lane sinking might just be up to the point. But Yahiko just goes in and he is forced to retreat at least for now.
The try
क्रोनोस
was
भन्नाले
futile, but
ए
it's
तिमीहरू
okay. They did
मेरो
not
कासको
lose
पिल्ला हान्ने
the
हैन
holy shield. That's all matter as of now. But no, that one little minion, that's gonna be a bit of problem now that the Lord's coming in. Yahiko instantly losing 25% of his HP. Just how that they are going Rudy as low. Is it going to be a
Ooh,
tectonic
nice
charge?
flicker
But
bait.
no, bid
Romco?
already with a flicker. Look
ए
at that stun
पागललाई
coming in
रोको
from
यार
Art
कोही
this time around. He
रोमकोमलाई
goes in, 3-member stun, but the backup from his own team will be a little late. As of now, the Lord already taken down. There is a bit.
Oh my god,
Oh
bro.
my goodness.
गाह्रै
Yeah,
पार्छ यार याकोलाई त
instantly getting bursted down. Like
बादाङले
he
लास्ट
is
छ
not
भन्न छ
getting
यार
any chance to
फ्यानलाई
get out. This is definitely too much. Godl with the kill and the goal into their hands. Peter thus picks up a Sky Piercer at the 11th minute of the game.
Yep, that was actually a perfect stun from Van as well with his S1. So
ट्रिनिटी आयो फाइनली गनको ट्रिनिटी आयो अब निड वान मोर आइटम म्यालेफिक गन गाइज अनि प्लाट कहाँ हान्छ
Yeah, the Sora, Fate is the one who
अनि
is
हान्नु पर्ने
having
हो
the highest lead. He has done
Fate.
most of his itemizations, and it does look like it is still 2 slots remaining for the side of Fate. And looking at others, actually, it is the Suyo who has the highest lead. And Van's damage is definitely coming up online, and it does look like onto the next.
बिओडी
onto
आयो
the
ब्यान्डको सुयो
previous
जसले पायो
two
त्यसले
games,
जितिरहेको छ
it's
यार
the
अहिले
Suyo
त
who is having the most impact on both of the matches, and it's definitely showing
फेटको
up.
फेटको
For
फेटसँग किन रेड हुन्छ
Godlike, I think they will not be over contesting out it anymore, and they will be waiting out for the second node that is going to be spawning.
रोमकोम
And
खतरा
it
अहिले
is
त
going to
त्यही
be
त यार रोमकोम
the,
गडलाइकको मेन प्लेयर नै रोमकोम
HP
र
is
बिड
going
हो
to be much higher. So CRQ, what are they gonna do? Will
रियली
they
प्रेसर लास्टै
move
प्रेसर दिइरहेको छ
out for
रोमकोमले
the commitment? Will they actually
सुयो
make up a
ड्राफ्ट
clutch
यस
steal?
त्यही
It
त
will
अहिले
all
सुयो
depend
लाइक
upon that.
आई डोन्ट नो
Yahiko
एक्कासी
is
कति
all
स्ट्रङ
alone.
भयो
That is
ऊ हेर न कत्रो ड्यामेज हानेछ
Yahiko,
यार
he just goes back. Doesn't has his purple buff, but still able to sustain and just able to retreat right on time.
Taking a Fanny, taking a Moscow now, like in front of this match, it
बिट
is
0 डेथ
looking quite,
बिटको इफ
quite
खतरा छ केटाहरूलाई
crucial.
अगाडि नै भनेर
Overall,
मैले पिक
Gonigon,
हान्ने
he
बित्तिकै
has
यसको
not
इफ चाहिँ
gotten the
खत्रै छ
space to
यार
farm up.
मर्दै
He has
मर्दैन क्या
not
यसको
gotten the
इफमा
space
त
to get a bit of a kills as well. But Fate, he is unstoppable. Once he jumps into the team fights, he's actually picking up 3 members at least, trying to make sure that the main members, the members who are from the back lines, are getting caught out. And because of that, I think the flicker is the bit of a blink skills that they have is just putting a lot of pressure on them.
Romcom
CRQ,
easy.
what will
Okay,
their
explainer, bro. I think
responses?
Masara was a
Now,
better
they cannot
Romcom
go
easily
in
deal.
for the contest.
Thank
Even
you
if
so
they do,
much,
it's gonna be a
Kronos
bit of a
guys.
problem.
Thank you
But
so
Art
much.
though, Yahiko does get his purple buff finally.
नेपाली दाजुले
Finally.
यतिकै भनेपछि
But
पुगिहाल्यो
at
नि
what
मलाई
cost?
होइन
They have to give up the Lord.
Yeah, that's the thing, and even if I think that might be quite crucial in terms of at least holding out some minions, he might be
रोमकोम
able to
दाजुलाई
sort it out,
मोडरेटर बनाइदिनु
but
न
it depends upon how well
ए
Godlike
क्रोनस
are able to
दाजुलाई
sync up onto the lanes, and this time it's only the inhibitor towers remaining, so the defense is going to be much more tougher than before. There is some engagement onto the top. Art is just forced to go back. He will be able to sustain it out, and he has the sand to just heal himself. So this time the Lord from the mid The lane are still not up to the point, but there might be
Mid
an
ko
engagement
mid
for
ko जान्छ
that.
है केटा साइलेन्ट प्रोटेक्ट गरे हुन्थ्यो
Okay,
बट पनि
okay.
भत्किन्छ
Let's
जस्तो
see what is it going to be. Gonigon will be able to clear the
बट को
board.
भत्किन्छ
All
गाह्रै
around,
हुन्छ
but they lost the inhibitor now. Bottom lane, it's
त्यो
high
गेमै
key that
सकिन्छ
they are
क्या
going
हो
to lose it through as
त्यस्तो ड्यामेजै
well.
छैन जस्तो
Godlike
लागिरहेको छ त यार
are
केटाहरूको
not going in.
डिफेन्ड
They are
गर्न नि
just waiting. They're waiting for CRQ to make a move. This time around, CRQ will not make a move, but there's a
Art,
fade.
nice ult,
Gets
Art ko.
stand up against the wall.
227
Penalty zone will be there. Romcom tries to stop
Damage
that,
is an
but
arcade, arcade damage is an-
27
27
right
positive.
onto the walls, getting stunned up, tries to go down, and that's
Yeah,
when
he can
he
force
gets
your
up a
Romcom
kill
la हेर न
onto the walls.
Oh
Yeah,
my
he
god.
was getting stunned up. Art picks up that. He gets
What
up a
the
kill
fuck?
onto
Ban
the
ले के
walls.
गरिदियो?
Yeah, he was getting stunned up. Art picks up that kill. 4 members down. It's a double kill to the
Please
Advent.
ban Suyo, man.
Triple
Please
kill.
ban
There
Suyo
you
or
go.
pick.
Rudy is all alone left, and this is going to be
Oh
a
my
score
god, bro.
into the hands of Godlike.
Dominating display on to this third match.
So I'm
Quite
going
a
to cast.
statement
Okay,
coming up from
okay,
the
Cross
side of
cast. Good luck, good
Godlike.
luck.
2-1 is the lead, and Godlike are onto the 2 points. This time,
Oh my
quite of a
god, bro.
statement as well as speechy.
त्यो यो ब्रो यो सुयो प्लिज यार ब्यान हान्नु पर्यो यार यो पिक नहान्नु भयो कस्तो जसले सुयो पायो त्यसले जितिरहेछ हो कसरी हो यो सुयोलाई हार्लीले काउन्टर गर्छ होइन ब्रो हार्ली प्राय गर्दा हुन्छ होला यो गेम रोमकोमले त लास्ट चाहिँ ल्याङ हाने अरे आइकोलाई ड्राफ्ट भन्दा नि ए
That is true.
खै यार
So you
ड्राफ्ट
definitely
ड्राफ्ट पनि
have
भन्नु मिल्दैन केटा
a shine to it.
धेरै नै
It
लेट गेम भएन
definitely has
केटाहरूको
a good amount of good luck today. Last match Suyu, holy shit, took up an
सुयो
MVP.
प्राय
This
गर्नु
game
पर्यो सुयो
Suyu
प्राय
also
गाइस सुयो
again
प्राय
an
हो
MVP.
Heroes have had 100% win rate till.
Ah.
And this is exactly what we were discussing during the draft as well, Kronos, and I hope
जिति
that you're
गाइस
here
2-1
because
भइरहेछ अहिलेसम्म गडलाइकको लिड छ होइन
Rizla penalty zone, yes, the idea is there, but
Godlike
Moscow
2
lacks
CRK को 1
that
छ
range, and he just cannot outpush when there's
मोस्कोभलाई त गनीगनलाई त केही गर्नै दिएन यार केटाहरूलाई त केही गर्नै दिएन यार गनीगनको आइटम आइसि हान्न पाउँथ्यो लेट गेमै भएन क्या केटा अर्ली नै सकिन्छ त्यही भएर अर्ली गेम कम नै खेल्नुपर्छ जस्तो लाग्यो गाइस तिमीहरूलाई के प्रब्लम थियो जस्तो लाग्यो त केटा हो
a Suyu on the other side.
Look. I know I wanna.
के भयो यार यो गेम त
look up
एक्कासी
one
हारे
more
जस्तो लाग्यो
thing.
म त के भयो
Here,
यार
look
यो
at the
गेममा
gold though. Look at the gold of Moscow, 9,000.
1,000.
He's the highest of his entire team, right? And I don't think Ganigan was performing bad at all.
गाइस बाइ द वे क्रोनोस कास्टिङ आइसकेको रहेछ क्रोनोस हाम्रो नेपाली दाजु
By what?
यो अहिले
So,
बोलिराख्ने
whatever
यो
means
क्रोनोस हो
necessary. I think Ganigan was playing his role, right? Unfortunate that the draft of Godlike has so much early pressure where they can really shut down the family with the
Damage
combo of
पुगेन
the Badang
Damage
as well as
पुगेन
the
त्यही यार
Sora
अर्ली
in
ड्यामेज
these
पुगेन जस्तो
neutral
लाग्यो
objectives, so which is what they were working out for, and Van can go and snipe somebody in the back line, and it makes sense. But the problem here for CRQ is the fact that
Asuna
the
beat
one
Bob
that
these
Van wants to
3
snipe down
best
is
matches
Peter.
त्यो त इन्डियामा
I
मेजको
like I
कम्पिटिसन
said in
वाइल्ड
the
छ
draft, a lot of eggs are in the
इन्डियामा
basket
मेज
of
र एक्सपी
Peter,
कम्पिटिसन चाहिँ
and
वाइल्ड छ
he's
के केटा
supposed to be able to perform well
एक्सपीमा
for
नि
them
हेर
to
न
have
रोमकम छ
that
एन्टी
bridge
छ
between the early
अनि
and the
इम्पोर्ट
mid
एक्सपी
game,
पनि छ
right?
टिआरको इम्पोर्ट हो
Unfortunate that he's
त्यो
not
पनि
able
राम्रै
to do
छ
so. His positioning's
सो
not been
एक्सपी
on
पनि
point.
कम्पिटिसन
He's
वाइल्ड हुन्छ
trying to provide the lantern flare to control the river with the help of the Grok nonetheless. It just didn't work out. They're not able to get the priority in the river. They're not able to get priority in terms of
क्रोनोस
neutral
दाइ है
objectives,
हाम्रो
and they
अघि
don't know
कमेन्ट
who
हान्नु
to
भइरहेको
catch
थियो
in the
स्ट्रिममा
back line. So of
नेपाली
course
हो
they're
फुल
gonna have
नेपाली
troubles. Of course they're gonna have problems.
इन्डियामा बस्नुहुन्छ
And sadly, that small bit of a difference where CRQ needed that early mid-game bridge with the help of Peter and the Jushin that he was playing, they didn't get that. And guess what Godlike did? They collapsed on top of it with the help of the Badang Sora that you
जङ्गल चाहिँ
mentioned
अलिक
about the
जङ्गलमा त्यस्तो
combo.
कम्पिटिसन
You
छैन
mentioned about it
कम्पेयर
after
टु
the draft as
अदर
well.
रोल्स
That combo
ल
went
गाइस
on
त्यसको
really well.
गेम ड्राफ्ट स्टार्ट भयो
And they had no sort of a comeback. Nothing
ल केटा
going
केही
on.
छैन अब
Clearly for CRQ, Yaiko's doing a fantastic job.
comeback हुन्छ
Ganigon's playing well. 27 is doing the good body blocking. I think Rudius and Peter, even though they're on the same page, it feels like they're not with the rest of the team.
This is exactly what I wanted to point out as well, right? Rudius and Peter are making some good combo plays together.
Rudius and
but when
Peter,
it comes
okay.
down to pairing it all up with Yahiko, maybe Gonigon, or also bringing 27 into that mix,
Yes,
that
XP
is where they're
MPL
kind of
players.
struggling in that scenario. And this is also
Which
one of the
team
big
is
reasons why,
PS?
even in that game number 2, right? It
I
was
haven't heard of them.
a good potential for snowball with the Suyu. You
Got
had
ban,
those
got
early
took
games,
ban.
but it still went down to over
Oh,
20-minute mark, which it should not have gone technically because there's a Claude on the other side, so you'd rather want to end it under 15 minutes.
Carry ban, Godlike ko.
Yeah, they won that game.
Godlike
But
first
I still
ban
have to
carry.
say it was because Godlike was playing the game of CRQ, which you previously mentioned too. But out here right now, I think it's kind of clear what
player
you
life
really
blame
want
na
to
हामी केटा
prioritize
अब
out. The Suyu's utility
के
is
गेम
just
त
a
मिस्टेक
bit
भइहाल्छ
too
नि
much to
ब्लेम
handle
हान्नु
with
पर्दैन
the
गाइस
burst potential, with the iframes that
अब
you're
हान्छ
constantly
केटाले
getting. I think so it's worth either to ban it out or maybe just to make sure that you've got 100% chance of picking it all up. But with the starting of the ban phase right now, we're still
Lana
going
is
to
their
repeat the
jungler.
exact same story.
Ooh.
Basha taken out by
Are you talking
CRQ.
about
Carry
Aaron's
has the answer on the side
team?
of Godlike, and I think
Aaron's.
so we're gonna fall down to the same Freya banning phases.
You know what's scared? Like you and I have casted so many tournaments, so many different regions around the world as well, and we've
Guys,
casted
make
a
sure to
lot
like
of
the stream,
India.
guys.
And
Don't forget
the
to
one
like and
thing
subscribe.
that I like to point out is whenever you're playing on the red side, I think everyone in the chat, everyone doing watch
Oh,
parties, everyone
okay.
around, everyone in the VC
I
and stuff
thought
can
I
agree
think
with
they
me.
are
When you're
also
playing on
in
the red side,
open
you
qualifier.
automatically want to ban out that Jushin, right?
Yeah.
So that
त्यसले
Jushin
counter
doesn't.
पनि
It's a
गर्न मिल्छ
factor.
तर
It's a factor.
bannable
It's
hero
gone. Now that
पनि
Godlike
होइन
have
त्यो
got the win when the opposition
bannable
plays
होइन
Jushin, do they
सुयोले
really ban it out?
खै यार
Are they can just be like,
स्ट्रिममा
here,
त
Peter,
त्यस्तो ल्याङ
take
हानेको
it.
छैन
We'll
सुयोले
see
I
if you
don't know
can
यार
hold on to it. Are you really going to prioritize with the way that you've controlled the river, or are they going to let
Sora
it
ban,
go?
Valen
And
ban.
Godlike going to be like, it's still a free Jushin for them. So draft right
True.
now, 100% Godlike has the advantage.
I agree, and this is also one of the big reasons
First pick
why
के लिए त
they
केटा हो
left that open as well.
CRK को
because
first pick त guys के
Peter,
लेला
even
त
though he
first
picks
pick
up Zushin, you know that it's pretty solid pick for him too, but it's just not working out with them with the whole synergy thing going on. So maybe you let the Zushin go through. There's the Freya available as well. They should be banned out. Yeah, it's a Freya ban. Zushin let through.
First pick
Sora.
Zuxin फेरि
Now
Zuxin
that's
first
an
pick
interesting thing.
Rock.
Yeah, you previously picked it
Freya
up. This
Freya
time it's left
ban
open, so
Zuxin
the
first pick
Jushin is
Voices
still
and
picked
Leo
up
mode
for
still
Peter.
open छ
You go for the Grok and Suyu? Or maybe a Grok and Yisun Shin?
Gotta be, bro. It's gotta be a Grok, Suyo, or probably Suyo, Yisun, Shin. Even if you ask me, let them take the Grok. It's okay. They
केटा
played
3 गेम
Grok
जसले
very
सुयो
well
बाद
the
त्यसले
previous
जितिरहेको छ
game.
क्या अघिदेखि
We're not
लगातार
gonna
त्यही भएर भन्यो
sugarcoat anything. Scared. We gotta make sure we put
सुयोले once again Godlike-ले
put the money where the mouth is. The Jushin is a fantastic hero. It is one of the most broken heroes in the game. You give them
Once
the
again
first pick
Suyo,
and they're
guys.
not able to perform this time, then you know
Yeah,
there's
I
something
think
lacking in
यहीकोले
some
हार्डली लिन्छ होला
areas
किनकि हार्डलीले
for
काउन्टर
people
गर्छ
to
सुयोलाई
oversee. But now I
So
like
maybe
the
हार्डली
Suyo
लिन
being
सक्छ
picked up. It has a 100% win rate so far. It will do even better now, given the fact that you have someone who's gonna win the lane outright with the Harrod.
Yes, and I kind of like the idea of the Harith early pickup as well. Yes, you do reveal your cards where
यो हेरो कुन हिरो
you
हो
know, Fate is gonna go in with, but it's totally
Granzer
fine.
just like
It's banned out
Granzer.
previously. Now you picking that one up, just gonna make sure that the third one could potentially be the Eve
Bro
pick.
हिरो देखाउ न
Just
हिरो
go for that
ए
range, but
लियो
it could also
मोड
very well be the
लियो
Zaytian.
मोड एन्ड
Leo Mod has
फोबियस
been left open along with the Phobia. So pick Leo, also pick up the counter and
okay.
the EXP, so that's all cool.
Not a
But
bad
I think
draft
so this is a good time to pick up the
लियो
Zaytian.
मोड राम्रै छ
That could
जङ्गलमा
work wonderful for
फोबियसले
Godlike.
ल्याङ हान्छ ह्यारी र सुयोलाई
Yeah, the Zetian can definitely work well. I think Esmeralda is a great pick here as well, just to make sure it doesn't go on to the other side or maybe even counter the Jushin, the Phobius. But you're right. I think just pick up the Zetian. You have the extra bit of range. You can outpoke the Jushin. You can definitely create problems for this Phobius. The
वान ट्रिक
Leomord
सुयो
will try and come in, but it's okay. You'll have the
वान ट्रिक
flicker.
भन्दा
You have the
मिल्दैन हौ अहिले
celestial
सुयो खेलेर
armament
जितिरहेको
to
छ भने
survive. I think
अभियसली
the
सुयोले
Zetian's
त
a
राम्रो
great
हुन्छ
pick, but guess what? They want to go for a Hylos. It's
म
not
एउटै हिरोमा
bad.
जितिरहेको छु भने टुर्नामेन्ट
That
म
dive with
डेफिनेटली
dive,
एउटै
you
हिरोमा
slow them
खेल्छु नि
down
त
the
केटा
glorious pathway,
फाइनल
and
पो
you
हो त
have a direct stop to Jushin, which is what they want to do, which they what they did in the previous game. And now the Franco being
Franco
banned
ban?
out, I think it's just
What the
a
hell?
hard read to stop the Suyo, right? And maybe the Kalei is going to be banned next as well.
I think so.
कालिया
maybe.
किन
Or maybe
कसैले
they just
प्राय
had to
गरे
read the
प्राय
rules
गरेछ नि
first
कालिया
and then
कालिया
through.
राम्रो हो म त
So
यार
just let it all flow through. Maybe
I think
he's pretty okay
CRU
with a
can
Franco.
प्राय कालिया
And considering you already have those couple of beefy frontliners, right, in the form of Leo Mod, in the form of
नातान
Phobius,
लातान पनि लेट
with a
गेम
bit
हो
of
नि त
constant
यत्तिकै सुयोलाई
DPS in
मार्न
their
मिल्दैन
ultimate
नि कहाँ
forms. It's
नातानले
fine. You can go potentially with a Franco Winter Crown play, just go for the Bloody Hunt. press
अबीमा
that Winter
तिमी कुन
Crown,
हिरो
it's
खेल्छौ
all
अब
fun
एसियन
and
गेम्स
games for
हेरेर
you.
कुन हिरो खेल्छ
That
गाइस
has been denied. I was kind of thinking that Eve could potentially be banned out by CRQ, but I still feel
एसियन
Godlike
गेम्स
would
हेरेर
want to
केटा
pick
कुन
up
कुन
the
हिरो खेल्छ
Zaytian, and CRQ might not have any idea about that. Yeah, the ban of the
Yeah,
win.
Yeah, I think Godlike. You know what? You can pick the Zetian if they really want to ooze out confidence. Go for a Farsa, man. The Farsa is
Afraid one trick
fantastic
Franco.
here.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
you're
I
gonna
see.
have a
That's why
lot
I
of
think they
pressure
banned
on
their
you,
Franco.
but if you're ahead, if you're in the lead, the Farsa is just gonna destroy any hopes that CRQ has to try and make a win. So it's all up to Godlike right now. You got the Zetian, you got the Farsa. Those are the two best. I would say Zetian is great here. You have a
Lapu
fail
Lapu.
safe as well.
Lapu Lapu Godlike.
Farsa for
Wrong go
me. I
Lapu
mean, if
Lapu.
they wanna farm Aura, that's your pick, bro.
It's a Lapu Lapu right now. They did not really go
Farm.
for Esmeralda. It's Listen, I'm happy about this pick, right? Because now they're going all gung ho in the
Well,
dive.
देखो एशियन
They
गेम
don't care about anything
एशियन गेमको
else.
क्वालिफायर
They're like, all right,
आजदेखि स्टार्ट
Rafu's
भएको
gonna
छ
dive in with the bravest
सुरुको गेम चाहिँ
fighters.
लाइभ
I
हुँदैन
lost with the
पछि
glorious
प्ले
pathway,
अफ पुगेपछि
and
चाहिँ
it
लाइभ
also
हुन्छ
works
गाइस
as a deterrent to
अफिसियल लाइभ
CRQ trying to chase Godlike. So that is a plus point with that glorious pathway. You add in the Zaman Force, same thing. Slow down the opponent while the Harith is freely dashing around, having that extra bit of mobility. And we've already seen Van on the Tsuyu. He has been impeccable. Last two
here?
CRQ. I don't think so.
I don't mind the Obsidia here. You start snowballing a little ahead in terms of the goal lane. You're gonna have a tough time, but you prevent the Suya from escaping. Okay, the Khalid, nothing
Khalid and
great, to be honest.
Granzer.
The Granger, fine. It's a
भनेपछि अब
standard pick.
जुक्सनले
You're
स्क्यान
able to
नबनाउँदा नि
kite,
हुन्छ
so
ग्रान्जरले
it's
गनले
good. But
बनाउँदा
again,
हुन्छ
it comes down to how this Khalid and this Jushin are able to control the river once again.
Yeah,
किन त लास्ट
it's
पिक
gonna fall
गडलाइकको
down to
लास्ट
the
पिक
same
छ
thing. Last pick for the mage.
मेजमा
Both been calling out for Zetian for quite a while now.
मेबी जेटिएन
I
लिन
think so
सक्छ
that could
जेटिएन
end up being the best pick. Or you know what? If you really want to surprise them, go Kadita. Oh, hold on. They picked a
there you
Claude
go.
in the
Gila
mid.
Sans.
All right. That's
Gila Sans
a pocket
bid.
pick for them. Go for it.
Solid. Solid scared. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. It's the it's the same thing that a Zetian does, but with true damage. With true damage.
I agree. I agree.
गिला सान्ज है सान्जले पनि आज एमपीएल आइडीमा गड खेलेको थियो सो त्यही भएर गड खेल्यो होला
Mystic Field as well, and Mystic Gush is just picture perfect when
गडले हान्ला यार जुक्सिनलाई लङ रेन्ज छ गड नि
for the slow, and you add Zaman Force
एमपीएल गड गाइस एमपीएल गिला सान्ज
in the mix. CRQ are gonna have such a tough time into
5 tough boots, bro.
So guys, let's go guys. This is the 4th game, eh? Godlike को lead छ 1 game clip. 2-1 चाहिँ score currently. Godlike 2, CRQ 1.
5 tough boots, 5 brute force. If you want to move even, otherwise you're just gonna be stuck in an endless cycle of slows. And Godlike are just gonna.
So guys, don't forget to like the stream, guys. Like and subscribe. हान्नु केटा हो. सक्छ भने आज 30, 50 to 100 पुगाइदिनु subscriber, guys. 25 more subscribers आयो.
They have high ground. They have CC immunity. They have
Make sure to
everything
subscribe and share as well, guys.
Oh, it comes down to the execution now.
And now that execution is the name of the game for both of these teams. And guess what? There's a surprise with the gold pick here. Casters, surprise us with what you've got on this round.
Game start भइसक्यो already.
Bam.
Let's go, guys. Game 4.
Oh my god, thank you Skater and Kronos, but yes, definitely this draft is really surprising for us, and already on towards the mid lane we can see the pressure being built up, and I mean, with the God pick it's really surprising. On top of that it's an orthodox pick.
Kronos die, God लियो त हो.
I mean, I can't even comprehend on what's going on, but on towards the mid lane
guys,
though,
let's go
Khalid
guys.
already
अब चाहिँ
showing
हान्छ है
pressure,
Crux ले.
but
अब चाहिँ हान्ला
I
है.
wanna hear from Peachy as well what she has on this God pick.
ओ गनको एउटा मिनिट मिस भयो यार त्यहाँ मैले देखिसक्यो.
Okay. I guess there will be a little technical issue, but anyways, guys, I mean, from the God pick is already a really interesting pick, but from the side of team CRQ here, we can already see a lot of pressure being built up, but oh,
one shot, nice, lovely
rotation,
Rudius
the first blood with the help of Rudius, already showing up a really aggressive play.
Nice one, Godle ne kill payo.
With Fate not having his chrono dashes really early on, it's going to be a little pressure up for him, and he was taken out for the pressure as well, and he will be taken down already with that first blood. 27 though might be in a potential gang with the turtle already spawning up with 10 seconds on towards that hand, and with Romcom already with that level 4 with the bravest fighter, it's already going to be a really big pressure build up for them, with CRQ having a little
I think Godlike
upper hand with that first blood, but it all depends on how that river control will be and how the turtle fight will be executed right now, because Rudius is still not level 4, so that healing slashes will not be there. Yahiko, he has that ult though, and he will already be using it up really early on.
Oh my god,
and there is the Kamehameha with that bait will be taking down Yahiko, flickering out without any issue. There will be the lantern flare, but Rudius will be the one taking down in return as well by Van, and is already a 2-for-1 with the turtle falling on the hands of team Godlike. But yes, on towards the top
के
lane
भयो
though,
यार
another
टर्टलमा
pressure
त
being
खै
built
मैले
up.
केही बुझेन यार कसरी टर्टल
Yeah,
कन्टेस्ट
not
पनि
so
गर्न
much
खोजेछन्
happening with
केटाहरूले
right now. With Bid being a really super hyper damage dealer here with the true damage and that perfect positioning, he was not for granted there. But oh wait, I think PG is back.
Yes, I'm so
उताको
sorry
एक्सपी
about
र
that,
मैले
but
झ्याम्मै
okay,
हानिसक्छ
looks
यार यताको
like
केटाहरू खै
Godlike already up with
कहाँ
their
छ एक्सपी
early
एक्सपी पनि देखेन
game.
मैले मेजली देखेन
What they wanted once again.
Exactly. I mean, with the early game already being pressured up by the side of Team Godlike here for CRQ, it's not looking good for them because they already might have gotten that first blood here. But with the game already being progressed here, we saw the
एमएलएमएस
side
मा
of Team
कुन चाहिँ टिममा
Godlike
मास्टर
having that
म
perfect
खेलेको छैन नि
river
यो
control
इडब्ल्युसी
on towards the
क्वालिफायर
turtle
त
side. They actually took down two people from the side of Team CRQ and took that turtle for themselves as well. And that is
केटाहरूले
already
सपोर्ट हान्दै
being
बस्ने हो
a set mark for the side of Team Godlike that how dominant they can be in the
एसिटीले
land of
जितोस्
Zon. But right
लगाइरहेछ
now on
मलाई
towards mid lane,
यो
Arlo they
इडब्ल्युसी
picked up a
क्वालिफायर
lantern. That is the bravest fighter.
Oh
Bid from
my
the backline
god,
using up
god,
that
bro.
ult here. But
Godle
Rudius will be the
कस्तो
one
हान्दैछ
taking
यार
down
guys.
and returned by Yahiko. But Romcom will be taking up the revenge with the bravest fighter. Chrono Dashes will be there. 27 is jumping around, is surviving for a little longer, and he is still there. He will be taking down two people. Double kill for him, but it is going to be Fade who will finally shut him down. But there was a
What
3 for
the
2 trade coming
fuck,
in with
bro?
Godlike having the upper hand once again. But
Beatलाई मार्क
right
हान्नु
now,
पर्यो जस्तो यार
Bid
केटा
again
हो
being harassed. No
फ्रन्ट
flicker
लाइनर
for
नहान
him,
यार
but Pizza will
Beatलाई
not
मार्क
be able to
गर्नुपर्छ
take him down since he is more of a poke mage right now.
Oh, I mean, come on. We do need a bit of items already coming in, but
Bro.
at the same moment, I really
What?
love. Look at
You
that.
Godlike
Big
हेर
rush coming
न
in. Rudius though, the Several looking quite low,
मरे
but
रुडियस
his regen will be there to help him out, but not anymore. Bid pops
ब्रो
that stun.
बिटले
He
अति
does
खेल्दैछ
get
यार
the
बिटले
kill. Now, you know one thing about Bid, when he's on the grog, he plays it out so well.
I
He
think RNGX
positions
super
himself
strong
so well. But wait a minute, before that, bottom
RNGX को
lane, gone.
खै I'm not sure
Gaudigon
like
was
कुनै
taken
कुनै
down by Fade on
player
a solo kill. I mean,
गनले
with the
सोलो किल
nerf
खायो
onto that Granger here onto his second skill, it's
कुनै
quite
कुनै
expected
प्लेयरले गर्दा
since
चाहिँ गाह्रो पर्छ जस्तो
Fade
लाग्छ
already
RNGX
has a
लाई
lot of unlimited dashes
इम्पोर्टहरू त
available
राम्रै
in
छ
play
RNGX
side. But right now, Bravest Fighter already Romcom going in. There is going to be the Mystic Gush. 27 is in trouble, but so is Bid here. He has the flicker.
खै
He will
भ्याउँछ
be
होला
using it up,
भ्यान
but
भ्यान
Romcom will be there.
बिट
So is the flicker
नाइस
from Pizza. He will be taking it
8 टिम
down, and
मर्छ
there
8
is
टिम
going to be
मर्छ
Bid for the shutdown here. So does Romcom. But it's going to be Van who will be surviving. Art as well. He is a high lows. He won't be taken down so easily here. Fate drop really low, and he will be forced to be recalling down. And the gold plate from the bot lane. Not the gold plate
बटको
anymore, but
डर
the
पुस
turret
हान्दा हुन्छ
onto his bot lane is in a lot of trouble.
They need this turret. Both of them already onto that, and they will be taken down quite easily. But my goodness, top lane, there was just too
कस्तो
much
गोली
to
गोली
unpack
1 के
for
को
both
छ
the
है गाइस
teams.
गोली
Really
त्यस्तो
went
गोली
head
त
on,
छैन हैन
trying to make sure to
ठिकै
get
छ
each
अब
other. This time around, Bid once
ब्रिडले चाहिँ
again
ल्याङ
look
हान्छ जस्तो
at
लागेको छ
him.
किनकि
You know,
लेट गेमको गड
compared
लास्ट
to
चाहिँ स्ट्रङ
Peter,
हुन्छ
both
यार
are on same path. But Bid though, a bit behind on that EXP. That is a little surprising for me. But at the same moment, I think both the teams are just scouting for which teams is just gonna come up first, trying to invite them for a fight.
I mean, with the side of Team Godlike here, and especially for the bid, he is not able to gain up those EXP as easily because he is a really easily markable hero. So
we
he
need to
needs to
put
use
bet
his
which team 8
momentum.
place
He
हुन्छ
needs to use his
MLMS
move
मा
really wisely here because
8
any
place
single bad movement from any single bad step from him will be the death of him and the team fight falling down for the side of Team Godlike as well. But on
मलाई त
towards that
मेटा
mid
निन्जा
lane,
जस्तो
we might be
लागिरहेछ
seeing
यार
a little
मेटा निन्जा मेबी
taunting coming in, poking coming in from both these teams. They're just
8
hitting
place
each other
मेटा
once
निन्जा
after
हुन्छ
another. But on towards that bot lane first, you're already being taken down while the side of Team Godlike is not able to take down even a single turret. CRQ, they might be a little ahead in terms of that turret here, but Van is there to be making it equal here. Yahiko is there, might be using up that surge,
8
not
place
right
I
now
think
because he is
K9
waiting up for the
oh
turtle here.
maybe
On
हुन
towards
सक्छ
that mid lane,
K9
we will
पनि
be seeing
त्यस्तो
the
स्ट्रङ
pressure
त
coming in
छैन
from Romcom though.
but I really like
Gonigon
K9
almost
जङ्गलर
taken down by the previous fighter
गेमले
being
K9
poked
को
down from
जङ्गलर चाहिँ
Romcom as
राम्रो
well.
लाग्छ
It's not a
मलाई
good sign here. We might be
Silver
seeing the land shaker, but the turtle will be there already. 27 with that raging slashes comes in, but Van trying to use up that ult here. Glorious Path will be there, trying to go in for Gonigon here with the surge already being used up. Art onto the backline though, but the beacon flare is also there. 27 is trying to go around, jump around, but the chrono dashes will be there. Fate will be taken down by Pizza instead. Van taking down 27 as well, but the turtle is looking for the side of CRQ right now as Van is ready to wait. He is trying to go in for Modo. Pizza might be in trouble. Flickers out of that harm's way, but Art is in a lot of trouble now, and he will be taken down. Picks up from the ground straight down his grave.
Peter this time around, though, getting those kills quite easily. Will Van be able to keep that 100% win rate in this grand finale? That's a question
Oh.
that the team Godl
Wait,
will have
one
to
let
answer. But
your rom-com ta pagal
was
hai yaar.
that kill quite necessary? Okay, Mr. Gush tries come in for Yahiko this time, and as
Van
well
को
as
त्यो
Rudius,
स्काई छ
but
यार
that
प्लिज
will
भ्यानलाई
be
किल नदियो हुन्थ्यो.
just there. A bit of a damage. That means Yahiko will be backing off. Now that the team Godlike have
Wait,
been
nice,
moving
Rudius.
quite a bit, does get
Lovely
the
Mario
there you go.
Sole.
Rudius all alone. He knows he has the damage. Takes
Nice
down
one, nice
a
one,
bit.
nice one.
You know, look at the teams just moving around all
तर स्टिल 1k को गोल
trying
लीड
to
रहेछ यार
go
गॉडलाइक
towards
को.
one lane. And on top of that, let me remind you, 27 in those team fights, even though he's low, he's not backing out. I really love how he's just making sure to deliver the damage anyhow and then come up, just die. That's how CRQ have been moving around. Will they be able to open up the mid lane now that we do see them migrating towards the top?
Okay, I mean the top lane is already being pressured down. Romcom though, he is a really carefree guy right now. He does not care much about it. But like you mentioned about
हेर नि
Furious,
इन्डियाको
I
अनि
mean that is
त्यस्तै छ
what
नि
the
त यार
Furious
केटा हो.
job is. But right now on towards the mid lane, on towards the
फर्स्ट
jungle area,
इन्टरनेसनल
though
टुर्नामेन्टमै
Mystic
इम्पोर्ट हेर
will
न
be
10
there.
15
God
वटा
is
छ यार
part being
इम्पोर्ट
used up as well.
सबै टिममा
27
इन्भाइटेड
just
टिममा
jumping
इम्पोर्ट
around,
छ.
but there is going to be a disengage from the side of Team CRQ, knowing that there is not a good chance to be fighting up right now. But the endless battle is there from Yahiko right now. The true damage will be there, so is his HP regen. But the question is,
भन्ने
how
स्काई बनाएको
long
छ
will the
छैन.
side of Team CRQ
स्काई
and Team
बनाएको रहेछ
Godlike
त
be
यार.
able to
एक
defend their
किलमा छ यार
crowns
तर.
right now? Because both these teams, they are going for a really aggressive play each other, but bid with that positioning on towards that backline straight, using up that Mystic Gush. He is a really big of a trouble here, especially with that true damage being dealt from him. But the first Lord is
बट
finally
लेन
here.
हेर्नुपर्छ कसैले.
First Lord, this is going to be a bit both though, because both the sides have enough chances to go contest for this. What will be looking forward to as of now? The goal is there into the hands of Team Godlike. They have been pushing forward. They have been making sure to get that pressure on CRQ, but CRQ is not folding under
Always
pressure.
share
They
have
have
zero
been
map control. त्यही त
constantly
म्याप कन्ट्रोल चाहिँ छैन है
responding
केटाहरूको.
to
म्याप
how
कन्ट्रोल चाहिँ मैले
Godlike
दिएर छ.
wants to play,
गडलाइकले
and that is also really good.
75%
Like
अफ म्याप
you can see
त
it in the
गडलाइकको
score.
फेभरमा छ क्या.
They just made it 10 for 11. Let's see which
अहिले चाहिँ
team
बल्ल
does
म्याप
get the
कन्ट्रोल लियो
Lord.
हल्का.
Other than that, I think it is just the Lord dance. Both will be teasing each other.
I mean, the Lord Dancer is there, but oh wait, the fight is already there. The Chrono Dashes
Rudius more
will be there
right now.
straight on towards Romcom, though he is not Romcom, but
Rudius more
Rudius will be the one
20
taking down.
more.
Mystic Gush straight on towards 27, and he
engage,
will
I
be
don't know.
taking down
engage
Romcom, instantly zoning down 3 people from the side of Team CRQ, not letting them join the fight, and the frontliners from the side of Team CRQ will be taken
What
down
was
by
that
Bid
engage by
and the 2
Rudius,
members
man?
that were standing. But the Lord from the side of Team Godlike will be there, already taken down, and the Lord fight. Lord Dance was already there, and the side of Team Godlike using up that pressure. The bot lane was hold off for a long time right now, but the minions will be there from the side of Team CRQ right now with the mid lane first here already hollowed out. Will it be a really great team fight on towards the Lord here? But for a fact, CRQ will definitely be able to take it down. But Peachy, what are your thoughts? Do you think CRQ will be able to defend this Lord?
100%. They have been very good right from the game number one. We have seen how they were just moving around towards the defense, but for Godlike, their main priority would be taking down one inhibitor. They have not swept down the second tier, so it's going to be a bit problematic. But let's see. I think Fate, though, he's trying to get out, but yeah, Ego jumps in. He's been quite low. The passive will be there.
Oh my god.
He targeted Konigon so well. Wait a minute. Arthas jumps in at the very wrong moment. Konigon, will he be managed to spot out? Okay, he does get spotted out. The Mystic Gush onto him, and that will be game over. The Lord's gonna come in. Rudius onto the attack. It is Wan who picks it up. Lord's coming in. What is CRQ doing? Losing their main damage dealer?
Losing the main damage dealer, gunning on, that was not a good situation. That was not a good decision coming in from the side of Team Godlike, or not the side of Team CRQ right now, but the Lord taking down 2 second tiers already with the top lane as well incoming, and the side of Team CRQ, I mean, they did have a really great fight on towards the top lane here, but that was a really extended fight. Fate held off his ground really perfectly, and there was already way much enough time for the side of Team Godlike to come in for that sweep, and they instantly took down 2 members from the side of Team CRQ, and that included the Granger as well, which for a fact is one of their main damage dealers after Yahiko here. But for some reason, who is Peter, though he is trying to catch up with that Lantern Flare and the Lantern's power here, he is not able to do it out that perfectly, because whenever he thinks of a team fight, the movements from the side of Team Godlike is so unpredictable that he is not able to use his second skill perfectly, and that is what's making that Zurichin not a perfect hero right now. But in fact, but despite that fact, he still has that 404 KDA, so we can say that his positioning is not that bad as well. His positioning is really good right now, but on towards the mid lane fight is there. Mr. Gush will be there. 27 will instantly be melted down. He will be taken down by the Romcom, and Fate instantly takes him, cleans him down. But right now, on towards the top lane, though, we'll be seeing the minions frozen down by the bot lane and mid lane as well. So it's going to be Godlike who will have to retreat and clear down the minions.
CRQ with the goal gap that has been increasing. What will they do? One is actually holding up that 100% win rate on the this time around. Look at them with that Lord. I feel like the fight that just happened before the Lord, where Gonigon was taken down by Art and Bid, that was just a distraction for Godlike. If they weren't not so much focused onto the top lane, they might have gotten the bottom lane quite easily. But once again, talking about the same, the Lord will be here. Wan will be spotted out. Wait a minute, Art jumps in, tries to go for Gonigon as quickly as possible. And Peter, that's down. It will be here. And 27 as well. Wan, look at him, picking up kills as if it is dinner for him.
Oh man, Fate with the follow of his team instantly taking down who is Peter and 27. That is not a good sign for the side of Team CRQ. And look at that, the Zaman Force with the Chrono Dashes, but the minion will be taken down. Raging Sandstorm is there, but the Purify will be coming for the rescue as well. Rudius is in trouble, but the Healing Sand will be there, but not for long, as Romcom with that basic attack will be slashing him down. Raging with that, oh wait, the Landshaker was also there, almost stunning down Yahiko and taking him down right now, but the minions are no longer there, and Romcom is there trying to hypercut the minion wave, but not for long. But anyways, as we are speaking, the Lord is marching from the mid lane and the side of Team CRQ. One of the members already dropped really low, and we can see the bouncy rising for two members there, Peachy. The notification is there even for the casters, but yes, the Lord is marching from the mid lane, and there is a pressure from the top in the bot lane as well, as the mid lane inhibitor, the base turret, will be taken down. So is the bot lane and the top lane, and the minion pressure, the wave pressures is there, and the Nexus is in a lot of trouble, is sweating for the side of Team CRQ as well. And already putting up the pressure with that Archer. Romcom will be there. The glorious part will be popped up by that Archer. The Landshaker will be there. 27 trying to mark down Fate here, but a lot of damage being dished out by him instead. And he will be taken down. Romcom will be the one finishing him off on towards the mid lane, on towards that fight as well. Romcom will be a lot of trouble with Van securing the double kill. Fate taking up that killing spree on towards who is Pizza, and the Nexus being taken down with Godlike securing the third game and one victory away from securing the champion title.
Just one bullet away, but my goodness, what a game. Let's invite our analyst of the game. Welcome back, guys.
Holy smokes, man. And Kronos, it is exactly as we predicted, did we not? The god in the hands of Bade, working just like how a Zetian would have.
I told you, the Gord is just Zetiano slightly better, just because of the fact that they have true damage. A lot of crowd control. They had the winning matchup in the gold lane. They had they had extra mobility in the EXP lane. They had a more mobile jungler.
Nice try guys. Oh, केटाहरुले map control लिन सकेको छैन.
In game number 1, where Yaiko wasn't able to really come up with the victory for CRQ, and it's the same thing that Art played in game number 1. This Hylos just charged straight in, dive right into the back line of CRQ. Yes, Peter was playing a little more safe this time, but then it exposed the rest of the lineup, where Gonigon wasn't able to win out the lane. Yaiko's not able to win out the jungle battle. The river control went to Art. He just has to pop the second skill and walk around Rudius. He can't really do anything about it. And CRQ's 27 in the fight, he was soaking a lot of damage, but
3-1 हैन 3-1 भयो स्कोर 3-1 हो.
So this came definitely down to the draft 100%.
And I personally think at this point Rudius needs to pick something except for that Khalid. And I'm gonna say it straight up.
भिडाइदियो हुन्छ रुडियसलाई खाली उत्यो भिडाइदियो हुन्छ. आइलेसकै घाटो.
With the way how he's opening up the map for Bid and how he's protecting him while also giving him the initiation that the team needs, which enables both Romcom, Van, as well as paid to hop in whenever they want to and when they feel comfortable. That's a lot of control to
मास्टर
just
सिरिजमा
one
सिआरके छ
entire lineup
खै त्यो
who's
इडब्ल्युसी
already winning
क्वालिफायरमा चाहिँ
against
छ
you in the draft.
केटाहरू
And Rudy's Khalid it can't do anything in this entire game because on the other side they're just too mobile.
If I'm not wrong, wasn't the roamer of CRQ Are? Like, was it
खै हाल्न नि रिभर
changed
स्विप केटा
in the
हो होइन
middle of like I don't
हल्का
know if it was
भइहाल्छ नि
changed in the past month or a couple of weeks with all the
गडलाइकले अति
transfers that's been
सेकिरहेछ
going around?
हान्ला कमब्याक
I think that might have been CRQ kind of shooting themselves in the foot.
भोकको लाग्दा खानै खाएको छैन
Yeah, I think so as well. That has been a bit of a problem, but I think so. Rudius has been playing with the lineup for quite a while, though. I really wish Sasuke could drop in a bit more hint for me if that was really the case, or did we have any kind of lineup change? But for as far as I know, this is the exact main lineup of CRQ, which has been playing together for a
कोच
decent
इम्पोर्ट
amount
भनेन
of time.
कोच इम्पोर्ट नै हो
So on the other end of the spectrum, out,
कोचले
yes,
चाहिँ
there
के
are
गर्ने के
certain
केटा हो
issues in
कस्तो
terms of
कुरा
the
गरेर यार
coordination right now, and the team has
कोचले
only
थोडी नै
won
खेल्ने
one
अन्त
game
कस्तो
where
कुरा
they picked the Suyo. At this
अब
point, if you're not
प्लेयर
ready to pick up a Kalia to
अब
hard counter the
कोच
Suyo,
अब
you'd rather just ban him out entirely and
वर्ल्ड
not
च्याम्पियन
allow
कोचले
it
नै अब
into the draft.
ड्राफ्ट गर्यो भने
It
प्लेयरमा
just
पो
gives
भर
a
पर्छ त
lot more
गाइज
freedom for Van to move around,
म्याप
and you
कन्ट्रोल
cannot go for
अर्ली
any kind
जित्ने
of
त्यसपछि
squishy marks
कसरी
here. This
हार्ने
will
हुँदै
be
हुँदैन म्याप
deleted
कन्ट्रोल
instantly.
लिनु पऱ्यो नि
Look at
राम्ररी
what happened to Peter in that very last fight in the last second.
No, you're right. I mean, it's just coming down to the draft a lot. So CRQ, they had a great draft in game number
टिटी के भएछ
2.
फोएम जस्तै हुन्छ
Not able to
चिल
pull it back again. Is
कसरी
this
टिटी के भएछ फोएम जस्तै हुन्छ
a
चाहिँ
sign
भन्नाले
that, you know, Godlike are slowly starting to turn up the gears and go away with a victory? They were
कोचले ड्राफ्ट त राम्रो
experimenting
हान्नु
in the
पर्यो
draft
नि
before with the Cho and Harley, which didn't
ड्राफ्ट
work out very
ड्राफ्ट
clearly.
ड्राफ्ट त यो ड्राफ्ट त ठिकै
But
थियो त के चाहिँ
CRQ
नराम्रो
needs to
गर्यो यो
start pulling
ड्राफ्ट
up their socks, man.
जुक्सिन पाछ
And
लियो मोड पाछ
if
मेटा हिरो
I may
पाछ
say so, this is the difference between a team
खालिद छ
that is in the top
खालिद
tier
छ
and a team
गडलाई
that's
ल्याङ
trying to
हान्न
achieve the top tier with the players around them, just trying to
सुयो
find
त
the
सुयो
right
अब
fit.
फिलिपिन्समा
So
सुयो ब्यान
hopefully
हानेको देख्छ
CRQ can
तिमीहरूले
find their
कस्तो कुरा
mojo
गरेको यार
and get back in the next game because it's already match point for Godlike. And in a best of 7, we want to see
सुयो मेटा
7
सुयो
games.
सुयो फर्स्ट पेजमै
Man, that's
कसले
exactly
ब्यान हान्छ
what
र
all
सुयो
of us
फर्स्ट पेज
want,
ब्यान हान्ने हेरे
but
होइन
on the other side of the spectrum, Godlike would want to have an early night out there, man. With the way how they've been playing, they've kind of earned it. And on the other end, I think so CRQ have kind of reached down towards that brick wall where they do not know what they need to do now because the things that they've been trying to do hasn't
ड्राफ्ट
worked out.
क्याब
And maybe it's
हो
about
लाइक गाइज
time
अब
to finally go in with those adaptations in the draft itself. Where you
ड्राफ्ट क्याब
change
त
your
हल्का
draft
हो कि
entirely.
तर अब
Either
हेर्नु
go
न
for a hard counter. If you don't, just
हो
simply
यार अब
ban
के
out
भन्ने
certain heroes which you are not able to stop with your current lineup. Ladies and
के
gentlemen,
छैन गाइज
will
अझै
those
बाइक छ
changes
अब हान्ला नि
be
ब्याक टु ब्याक
pointed
3
out or
गेम्स
brought out by the side of CRQ? We'll find that out if they can make that comeback after this short break. Don't go anywhere.
गाइज वान सेकेन्ड 5 मिनटको ब्रेक होइन ओके म गेम चाहिँ एकछिन अफ गर्छु है एकछिन रुडियसलाई उति भिडाइदियो हुन्छ जस्तो लाग्यो हाइलसहरू अनि याइगुले हार्डली खेल्दा हुन्छ जस्तो लाग्यो लियो मोड प्रायः नगर्दै राम्रो जस्तो लाग्यो लियो मोडबाट कि त सुयो प्रायः गर सुयोमै जितिरहेको छ भने सुयोमै खेल्दा भयो जस्तो लाग्यो मेबी प्रायः सुयो एन्ड हाइलसहरू गाटोक इन रुम गोल्ड लेनमा फाइटर गयो नि हुन्छ फाइटर गोल्ड किनकि अर्ली जित्नु छ भने फाइटर गोल्डै चाहिन्छ अनि अर्ली जसले जित्यो त्यसले जित्छ गेम लेट्स सी अब केटाहरूले के गर्छ होइन अब केटाहरूको ड्राफ्टमा त्यस्तो केही भन्नु मिल्दैन तिनीहरूको कम्फर्ट हिरो लिइरहेको कि होइन कम्फर्ट हिरो लिइरहेको कि यो कम्फर्टेबल लाग्छ कि यो पिकको अगेन्स्ट त्यो हिसाबले लिइरहेको कि ड्राफ्ट गर्न गाह्रै छ कि केटा पुरै पर्फेक्ट हुँदैन क्या ड्राफ्ट केही न केही त सेक्रिफाइस गर्नै पर्छ नि ड्राफ्टमा त सबैले कहाँ कम्फर्ट हिरो पाउँछ त कम्पिटेटिभ सिनमा सबैले कम्फर्ट हिरो पाउँदै पाउँदैन कहिले नि ह्यारिज प्रायः गऱ्यो जस्तो लाग्यो यार गोल्डमा ह्यारिज मलाई सेक्री लाग्छ हौ गोल्डमा मर्दैन प्युरिफाईमा नि खेल्न मिल्छ ह्यारी हेल्थ नि आफै बढ्छ कन्सन्ट्रेटेड बनायो भने ह्यारी ट्राई गरे हुन्छ उसलाई ह्यारी आइलोस आर्ली कि सुयो जङ्गलमा मेजमा जेटियन मान्छेले गडलाइकमा बेट हानेको छ अरे 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 गेट नराम्रो नभन न अरूको बारेमा म गएर खेलिनु पर्ला जस्तो केटा हो खेल मिले भाइ खेलिँदै म त अहिले अहिले गएर खेलिदिन्थेँ मा रोमकुमको अएस खेल्न मन लाग्छ होइन त राम्रो छ त लियो बवाल छ अहिले लियो लियो बवाल नै हो कि केटा हो लियो मलाई फिलिपिन्सहरूमा फर्स्ट पिक गराउँछ अब्जेक्टिभ्स लिन तर लियो मोड लिएर अब्जेक्टिभ्स पाएको छैन नि त केटा हो लियो मोडको मेन रिजन नै अब्जेक्टिभ्स हो कुर्सीको सबै यो टेपहरू हो कि के निकालिसक्यो सुयो कति गेम लियो 5 गेम सुयो लियो होइन 5 गेम सुयो लियो सबले सुयो लिएको गेम जितिरहेको छ 5 गेम हो कि 4 गेम 4 गेम 1 मिनट ब्रेक 1 तिमीहरूको हिसाबले के गर्नुपर्छ त ल कमेन्ट सेक्सन भन त क्रक्सले जित्दा के गर्नुपर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ तिमीहरूको हिसाबले तिमीहरूको सुनिदिउँ न म रोमकुम र बिडले रोमकुम र बिडले त अति खेल्दैछ यार यो सिरिज यिनीहरू स्टार प्लेयर नै हो हेर आर्टले चाउ खेल्दा हारेको अनि आर्ट हाइलेसहरू खेल्दैछ मैले नि रुडियसलाई त्यही हिसाबले भने क्या अनिगनको कम्फर्ट लिग हो लिङ्क प्लेयर हो क्या लिङ्क प्लेयर टडलमा हेर न लाइक अब हेर तिमीहरूलाई म भन्छु है त ल राम्ररी एक्जाम्पल दिन्छु केटाहरूलाई देखाएरै एक्जाम्पल दिनु पऱ्यो जस्तो है कहाँ छ फर्स्ट टडल गेम्स वेट होइन कास्टिङ म्युटै हुन्छ एकछिन कहाँ छ फर्स्ट टडल कास्टिङमा म्युटै गर्छ एकछिन केटा या फेटलाई माऱ्यो लभली रोटेसन थियो रुडियसको यो नो डाउट केटा गनलेसको चाहिँ फ्री फार्म पायो टन्ने टरेट गोल नि पाउँछ होला हल्का यो राम्रै थियो अनि यो राम्रै थियो होइन ठिकै छ या अहिलेसम्म केही भएको छैन त्यस्तो यता 3जना झुप्पो भएर बसेको छ होइन टडलको लागि सेटअप गरेर क्या यो भने यो आर्टले के गरिरहेको छ आर्टले रोमकोमलाई एक्सपी क्र्याप दिइरहेको छ किनकि यो 4 लेभल पुग्नु लागेको छ भने एक्सपी क्र्याप खायो भने 4 लेभल डाइरेक्टली पुग्छ है हेर गाइस 4 लेभल पुग्यो होइन रोमकोम हेर ट्याक्क 4 लेभल पुग्यो अब 4 लेभल पुग्यो यसले यो मिनियन खानु परेन 4 लेभल पुग्न अनि सिधै यो जम्प हान्नु मिल्छ क्या लियो मोडमाथि अनि फोबियस 4 पुगेको छैन अहिलेसम्म हेर यति हेर 4 पुगेको छैन फोबियस अब या होइन या रोमकोम यहाँ आइसक्यो 4 छ अलरेडी हो जुक्सिन पनि लो छ वाट द फक टडल अगाडि हेर यस्तो छ है 27 4 पुग्यो तर 27 यहाँ छ होइन यताको एक्सपी यहाँ छ यताको मेज यहाँ छ अनि अपोनेन्टको कहाँ छ टडलको अगाडि छ एक्सपी मेज मिडको बुसमा छ भनेपछि यिनीहरू लास्ट पर छ होइन अनि याईको अब याईकोले अल्ट हान्छ होला होइन मेजले यसरी हान्छ एक्सपीले 2जनाले यसरी हान्छ क्या एक्सपी र मेजले अनि यत्तिकै गेम सकिहाल्यो नि यार यत्तिकै गेम सकिहाल्छ नि ब्रो म्याप कन्ट्रोल लिइरहेको छ फुल अर्ली टडलमा लियो मोड भनेको मेन रिजन नै अब्जेक्टिभ्सको लागि लिन्छ टडलहरूको लागि लिन्छ अब यसरी कुटा खाएपछि त अब कसरी हार्नुहोस् त यार अब यहाँ हाइलाइट्स चाहिँ नाइस गर्दैछ यार एक्सपीलाई जोन हान्दैछ पुरै फोबियस त टडलमा फोबियसले लेनमा त केही गर्न सक्दैन सबलाई थाहा छ गर्ने भने टडलमा हो अब युजलेस भइसक्यो टडल पनि गइसक्यो फोबियसको त कामै सक्यो एकछिन रुडियस कहाँ थियो यार रुडियसलाई त देख्दै देखेन कहाँ छ रुडियस ए रहेछ त रुडियस पनि हाफ एचपी जुक्सिन पनि हाफ एचपी यस्तो केटा हो होइन अब अर्ली कतिको अर्ली गेम जितेपछि सक्यो कि केटा हो गेम क्यामेरा फेरि इन्क्रिज गर्यो नाइ यार ब्रो रिड द च्याट अफ स्ट्रिम टिटी वेट त म स्ट्रिमको च्याट हेरौँ त के यो अफिसियल स्ट्रिमको च्याट के भन्दैछ र फ्री फायरको कुरा हुँदैछ त यार लुक ओए पिटरलाई गाली दिइरहेछ प्लिज केटा प्लेयरहरूलाई चाहिँ गाली नदिउँ न Peter showing us how to mock the sub 5 players. पिटरको लाइक जलाइन चाहिँ अति अति छ त यार पिटरको जलाइन अब यस्तो केटा हारेपछि अब टक्सिक कमेन्ट त आइहाल्छ नि जो हारे पनि टक्सिक कमेन्ट आउँछ अब राम्रो खेलिरहेको छ हेर न केटा घरलाईले टडल अगाडि रोमकोमले मिनियन पनि खानु परेको छैन 4 पुगेछ एक्सक्राप हेल्प गरिदिइरहेछ त्यो रोमले हेल्प गर्यो नि त आर्टले हेल्प गर्यो अनि पो रोमकोम साइन गर्नु पायो जस्तो सानो सानो कुराहरू थाहा हुँदैन कि अब डिटेलली गएन भने कम्पिटेटिभ प्लेयरहरूले चाहिँ सानो सानो कुरा पनि थाहा हुन्छ त्यही भएर नोटिस भयो कति कति भयो अब यो 5th गेम हो 5th हो 5th हो केही छैन हारे नि त्यस्तो त होइन के हुन त केही हुँदैन त्यही हो मेन टुर्नामेन्टको लागि चाहिँ प्रिपेयर हुनु पऱ्यो राम्ररी नै ल गेम सनाउनु अन्त क्या त मैले
Back again with another match. Will Godlike get this match and walk away? This time around, though, you know, right from the start of this tournament, Team
सर्टले
CRQ
कास्ट गर्ने होइन त अब यो गेम
defeated once, but at this time they are getting disappointments and disappointments, and
ल गाइस ड्राफ्ट स्टार्ट भइसक्यो फेरि भ्यालेन्ट ब्यान सुनिसकेँ मैले
on that Suyu. Will they be actually going for the ban? I'm your analyst Peachy, and I'm joined by Jeff today. Hello, Jeff. How are you doing?
Hello, everyone. And yes, definitely Peachy. I think when on towards Itsuyu needs to be stopped by that ban list here.
100%.
And definitely, especially with the way that he's the
प्राइस
Skypius
फुल कति
grabbing
प्राइस फुल
kills after
50k
kills,
आएन
that's
सो
a little
नेपाली 80k
illegal in
जति
my
हुन्छ
opinion. But yeah, anyways, we are already on towards the draft phase here with Godlike having the first pick on towards their side this time with 3 points. And this is the match point. This is the decided game for Team Godlike and the side of Team Crux as well. Because if Team Godlike wins this match, then they will be found the champions of this tournament. And the side of Team Crux
यो स्प्रेड
their hopes of being the
इन्ट्राबियानको
undefeated
को
team
एड
in this
आइसक्यो
tournament
मास्टर
will be shattered. But yes,
यो एड
on towards the
युट्युबले आफै
ban,
हालिदिने हो
Godlike
मैले
straight
हाल्दिनँ
on towards the carry as well. And they've been following the same pattern of ban
के हो क्लड
for the entirety of this BO7 here with Crux
ड्राफ्ट लास्टै ढिलो
banning
छ
out
क्या
that
केटा
Freya now.
साउन्ड अघि नै आइसक्यो पिक आएकै छैन
We
अहिलेसम्म
finally got a Freya ban. You know, the solution been quite open for a while. We have seen Peter picking it up and a bit surprising us with a, you know, surprisingly it was a god. Maybe after the next match it might be a Cyclops as well. But curious to know how they will be moving forward. Looks like Kaja will be out of the way as well. CRQ is one of the teams who
Kaja,
love to
Juxin ban.
play the Kaja, and they have been very good at
Sora
it. But you know,
Sora
right from
ban.
the game number 1, we have seen art on the 2 did not work out, and I think they gave away that win into the hands of CRQ. Will this game be a 2 game? I'm kind of curious to see, because I do remember into the lower brackets finals, they came up with such a good style
CRQ ले
that
भ्यालेन
it
किन
just
ब्यान
turned out
गरिदिन्छ
to
यार
go in
मैले
their favor. Maybe this
बुझिरहेको छैन
match,
यार अहिलेसम्म
maybe,
कसम
but moving forward, what are we seeing?
Okay, We can already see the setup team got like banning out that sword. Okay, that's a Valentina. Valentina did copy out that alt of Soda, I guess. But
Okay,
anyways,
Godlike ban haneको
Crux
Valentina.
Requiem will be the
Okay,
one
okay.
banning out that Soda instead with
घुमेको रहेछ
Zushin.
production
On
ले
towards the
गर्दा
bandage this time. Pizza will not be picking it off, being afraid that there will be fade
Lord
on, or
first
not
pick.
fade, but bid on towards that Zushin as well. But Fade instantly locks that Claudia, and I have witnessed Fade's Claude once in this tournament, and that was an absolute cinema match. He was not dying anywhere with that. BMI being his rescue, and the Blazing Duet always being on point here. But the
YSS
Shadow Team CRQ
YSS pick once
switching up a little
again
bit, there
by
is going to be a
CRQ.
YSS, a scaling hero will be there, but with that global vision being there, it's just going to be a trump card for him. And if they want, a
YSS and
Zachin
Hylos.
can be
Nice,
picked off for
nice,
that
nice.
global double global vision. But okay, Hylos will be picked off instead. The Glorious Path slowness will be there, and his second skill, the Rings of Punishment, will
Is it last game
always
or
be a
comeback?
handful of
Comeback, guys,
support there. But
definitely
the Shadow Team
comeback for
got like
sure.
Peachy. What are your thoughts? What are your predictions on what will they be? Because Zachin is picked off.
Hey, Global Ultimates comes with Global Ultimates. There's a YSS, you pick up the Zatian. Again, one of the heroes that the meta favors. And onto the game, like we do see CRQ picking up the high loss. They don't want to give it to Art. Last game, it played out very well into their hands. And CRQ is on a bridge where they take one step more towards the loose. It is gonna fall down, but there you go. Wan comes up with his Suyu. What will CRQ do different? Because they have to counter this Suyu. They have to make sure that this Suyu is gonna be stopped. Will they go for that, jungle area conquer? Because it is highly needed for the Suyu, who just scales up like slow. It's just up.
Okay. I mean, Suyu though, especially with Van.
केलाको जस्तो गोड वाइस हो कि
I
होला है
mean, we are
केलाको
all
जस्तै
talking
होला है
about
गनी गन
Van on that
सरको
Suyu. He has 100% win rate
युरानसले हाइलाइट्स लियो
in
दुईटा
this
ट्याङ्की लिइसक्यो
BO7
अलरेडी
series right
केटाहरूले
now. And Crux Requiem picks
अरे
off the
यो
Uranus. I mean,
मार्सले हात फेरि
right
भ्याङको
now,
हात
in my
फेरि
opinion,
सुयो
they are lacking that
Oh
CC
my
here.
god,
Team
bro.
fight potential. They have the sustain. They have the backline hunter. They have a scaling hero as well. But the question is, who will be the main crowd control on their side here? Because mainly, in my opinion, usually a EXP laner would be the one who would handle out those CC part, engages part, but from the side of Team Crux Requiem here, they
Give
only have an engager.
Ling
They
on
don't have
Gonigon
the
put
setup. They
icon
don't have the
Beatrix.
crowd control on their side here. While from the
त्यो
side of
गऱ्यो
Team
भने त
Godlike,
100% हार्छ
they have Van, who we know for his perfect timing, just going in, grabbing kills and coming out, and Fade with that
त्यो
BMI
गनिगन
and
भन्ने
the
कहाँबाट
Blazing Duet
इम्पोर्ट गरेको
combo. He will
गनिगन राम्रै
definitely
प्लेयर है
wait
केटा
for the skills to be casted
अहिले
out.
हल्का
Then
सिनर्जी
only will
मिलेको
he
छैन
be
त्यही
entering
भएर हान्ने
and
छैन
grabbing those perfect fights here. And
नेपालकै
not
इम्पोर्ट
to
हो नि
mention, they
हाम्रै
also
टिमको हो
have
नि
a
गनिगन
Zatian, the Fury
पहिलाको
of the Phoenix, will be there straight on towards that head,
राइस
bonking them and
स्पोर्टकै
giving
हो
them the
राइस
stun.
स्पोर्टकै हो
But from the side of Team Crux Requiem here, if we are coming on towards that ban here, wait, is that a Belleric that I see? Okay. A Belleric and a Lapu Lapu on the ban list.
Okay, a bit of rom-coms heroes getting banned off as well, but from the hands of
कागुरा
Yahiko,
याइकोले
I do
भनेपछि
want
यो
to see something
वाइएसएस स्टिल
different.
फ्लेक्स पिक छ
Is this
गोल्डमा जान्छ त जङ्गलमा जान्छ त
Vice is going to be Flex, or is it going to be Yahiko onto that jungle? But CRQ surprising us though. That's going to be Akagura, one of the heroes that we have not seen in quite a long time. I think so far as much as I remember from the previous top 16 and the top 32, the Kagura did not work out very well. Talking about the overall, but in this game, what is it
कागुरा
going to
राम्रै
be?
पिक हो केटा
Kagura
कसरी
mobility
खेल्छ
wise
हेरौँ है
very good, damage wise needs to be 10 to towards
के हो त्यसले
item a
एलिस
bit.
ओ
So
एलिस पो रहेछ
there
म
you
त
go.
बेन्ती त जस्तो लागिरहेको एक्चुअली
Tankiness already there for God. Like quickly picking
लास्ट
up a
म्याच
stock.
डेफिनेटली
We do see
100%
Alice coming in
लेट्स सी
onto the
गाइस
EXP lane just for do that bit with
हार्ली
the slow.
हार्ली
Be
आयो
advised with
हार्ली
the rotations. What
नाइस
will be the
यार
last
हार्ली
pick? Is it going to be
फाइनली
a Harley
नाइस
or is it
नाइस
going to
हार्ली
be a
रियली
Vices
गुड
on
पिक
the
हियर
jungle?
म्यान
Okay, I
हार्ली
mean,
लास्ट चाहिँ
if
राम्रो
you're
पिक
speaking
आएर
about the. Okay, huh?
There you go. Yeah, he gone early once again. I knew this was coming.
Harley is there on Yahiko, and from the side of Team Godlike, I mean, this is the standard back and forth comp that they have here, straight with that perfect synergy stun comp as well that will be coming in. But from the side of Team Crux Requiem here,
गाइस लेट्स गो
I mean,
हान्छ
Peachy,
मलाई मन
look at
परेको छ
that
क्रक्सको
YSS. He
ड्राफ्ट
does
मन
have that
परेको छ मलाई
scaling
नट गनलाई
power
क्रक्सले
alongside
हान्न सक्छ कि
his gold lane. I mean,
तर
though he did not
एलिसलाई
gain that
फिड गर्नु
EXP
भन्नु
fast,
भएन
but
एलिसलाई
that
फेरि
gold,
मार्न
he will
ड्यामेज
be
पुग्दैन
capping it out
सो
really fast. But
ओके खेल्नुपर्छ
Harley, though, who is he going to be marking down? Because Claude BMI will be there. And there's also
ए
going to
जेटिएनलाई मार्क
be
हान्छ नि मेरो
from
भाइ
that
अनि सुयो
Zacian
पनि
here.
काउन्टर
But
है
Peachy, what are your thoughts?
Early
ये
game
कासा के
CRQ, they do
हल्का
have a chance,
बुझ्दैन
but
के अहिले हाली
Godlike
किन
is
लिएको
just
भनेर
gonna be a mid to
जिटिन को
late.
ड्यास छैन
But
जिटिन लाई मार्क गर्छ नि
my
कस्तो कुरा
goodness,
गरेको
the draft though, 10 on 10 from both the sides. I'm not quite sure about the Kagura, but
चस्मिस
other than
भन्नुहुन्थ्यो तर
that,
आफैले चस्मा लाउँछ हैन
it's
फेरि
there, it's there. The showcase is there, but let's see what we are looking forward to.
Okay, guys, we'll be out, but Kronos and Scariot will be there, and let
लेट्स गो
them have the
क्रोनोस
round.
दाजुको कास्टिङ है guys make sure to like this stream guys like kanam
Well,
like and
folks,
subscribe
it's
guys
3-2-1, and suddenly the pressure on CRQ is real. And now every game matters more than the last. They're on the brink of defeat, and Godlike one step away from lifting the trophy.
decent draft भेटेको not bad है कसैको draft मा blame हान्नु मिल्दैन draft भेटेको राम्रो छ
Godlike match point.
I swear to
Godle
God,
राम्रो
that
छ त्यसले
pressure
जित्यो
is
अब
getting
केटा
on them right now because their draft has got quite a lot of loopholes to work around with. But Peter needs to be the key playmaker yet again. With the umbrella, with the semi-umbrella open, he has to catch the bait or he's got to shut down Fate.
केटा
None of that happens.
म हारे पनि
they're
मेरो
gonna get pulled
मेरो
down into
केटाहरुलाई
the
सपोर्ट
lead
हान्छ
from
केटा
this game instantly
बुझ्यो नि
because Van
जित्ने बेला मात्र सपोर्ट हान्ने
again
मान्छे देख्यो
being
मलाई
given
तिमीले
that Suyu means he has
हार्दैन
got
सपोर्ट
that
हान्छु म
comfort. Plus, you've given Gonigon that Eastern Shin. It's gonna be tough to play that gold lane right now, man.
It is going to be tough to play that goal lane, but
Beat मेरो भाइ calm down धेरै मिडमा पोक हान्नु पर्दैन मेरो भाइ
especially against Suyo where his magic defense kind of lowered down. Oh! First blood in the blink of an eye. Peter was just standing there recalling. Didn't expect Van to come in. And now we're going to see them double down on the top side as well. They find another, and Godlike suddenly surmounting the pressure on CRQ, and they have no response whatsoever.
It seems to be the beginning of the end as Godlike are starting to sing those symphonies of victory and getting ready to do the carousel as well, because guess what? Rudius might be the next shot on the chopping block, man, but just before the turtle sent this high loss
सुयोले फर्स्ट किल पायो जुन चाहिँ हिरोले नपाउनु पर्ने त्यसले पायो फर्स्ट किल
Everyone is scaling. The Ascension
पिएमआई हाने क्लडले
the Uranus needs time to scale.
फिट
The
अर्डर
Kagura needs time to scale. Yaiko on this Harley needs a couple of items. They need some sort of poke, which they're lacking. And now you can see Fate here finally going to go down to the Deadly Magic. Here comes the Fury of the Phoenix as well. 3 man outside, and Rodius is trying to stop them as much as he can. Van comes in, going to get the kill. Gonigon Evil Queller to make sure it happens. Doesn't even have to use it. Gonigon flickered for it nonetheless. And Bit even gets a kill onto Yaiko. This is starting to fall apart for a CRQ, and the one that they need to rely on the most went down in first blood.
Now they're just gonna play around with the ball. What the heck is happening to that creep, man? I haven't really seen that interaction like ever in ML. I've been playing this game for the past 7 to 8 years, man. That is
nice one.
Oh, well, they get one kill back, this time in the hands of Peter as well. Gets the right target, which is Bid. No Celestial Armament early on. 70 seconds to the turtle. Romcom with nice rotations. 27 doing the same. I think it's a gentleman's handshake. We're not going to fight each other. We're just going to make rotations. But I don't understand why Rudius is trying to get on top of Romcom when it's an Alice that's just going to be so tanky and just absorb a lot of damage.
Wanted to give her some HP back, maybe?
Art?
Maybe, but here they're looking to get onto Art. They already used the Yin Yang overturn, but now you can see the glorious path that is slowed down. Art flickered out, but Feta kill in the hands of Man. Coming in, misses completely. 27 should not be there, but here Peter going again for the Yin Yang overturn, but onto Romcom, the wrong target, doesn't have any mana, forced to flicker out. They're trying to catch Art off guard, but they just don't have the damage, and Godlike are abusing the mechanics and understanding what the formula is to get the victory.
You cannot really take these fights if you don't have Yahiko in them, and if you don't have Gonigon in them.
Nice. Moriola.
Well, that's the right thing to do. That's the right thing to do. They've got him once, they got him again. It's the same story that they need to pull out for a couple more minutes, just to make sure Yaiko and Gonigon are able to scale, and then the rest can follow. Meanwhile, the mid lane, you can see Van Queller with help of the Blade Search to try and make it out alive. Rudius is trying to chase him down. Glorious Path to everything expended, and still they're not able to get it. Romcom comes to the party, they just don't have the damage. Peter is not chasing. He's the one that's not doing a lot of damage at this point. He should have been there with 27. Unfortunate that they didn't follow through, but they did prevent them from getting the turtle, allowing Yahiko to scale a bit further. Can we please take a look at the items to see where they're at?
Yeah, because at this point, it's the Radiant Armors picked up instantly. And I love that call because you've got Yahiko with the early damage,
Van
Peter with the early damage
300
from all of the Yin Yang overturns, high loss, as well as the Uranus. The only physical damage dealer is going to be gone. And you can just end up making the fizz defense later on in this game once you go ahead. I love this itemization from Godlike. You've already rendered Yahiko useless. Now he has to prioritize an early Divine Glaive. Otherwise, you just have to focus on Bid and Fate entirely. Because you ain't catching Van with that play.
You know what, Scared is not just
Why is
Yahiko
Godly
or
all
Peter.
done,
Look at the lineup of CRQ. Just one source of physical damage, and that comes from the Eastern Shin.
Exactly.
So it works out. It
my
works
God,
out
Radiant
everything in favor of
Manasa
Godlike. And at
Elise
this
and
point,
Rock.
they need to find a way to snipe down the back line, and that's going to be the squishes, which they've been doing so far, piling the pressure onto Fate, but they still haven't got the tower, which they need to. So the bot side should be pressured a little bit more to make sure Gon is allowed to roam freely, maybe get into the opposition jungle. But here Romcom might just get caught out. Throne of Ruin coming in just to make sure he survives. 27 goes in, tries to
nice.
kill him, but finally Peter gets a shutdown in the mid lane.
Nice one, Peter.
As they catch Van off guard, and this could be the start of something big for CRQ.
Oh, the blazing duet.
Finally,
they're taking down those lanes.
Answers
and I love that Polygon is going in for the endless battle because you need that item to chunk down this beefy front line. That Grok is going to be Romcom is going to be on your face every single time. So as soon as that endless battle pops up, Polygon is going to get activated in those team fights. Here's the thing. If in case this game goes towards that late game, you know that Romcom is going to be really tanky, and he will enable Fate to hop in the backline with that blazing duet. And I don't see anyone else from CRQ who can stop him except for Peter.
27 blue buff, nice.
27 able to see the purple buff as well, walks out with it. And he's able to tank quite a lot of damage, and rightly said, Scared, that Romcom cannot be stopped when it comes to the late game. Nice use of the tech charge as well, catches 2 members.
Oh my god, timing error
They get everything set up, and now Gon not able to use the Mountain Shocker. As you can see, in the midst of the fight, Rudius is there. Van is trying to be chased out by 27, but Peter on a killing spree finds Art and takes him down. And this is the opening CRQ we're looking for, and this might just be the turning point of the series.
You're going for the comfort, and that's where Peter starts to shine in the most. And this is one of the big names of the game we've been talking about.
Romcom, he's taking a lot of damage. And yes, Scared, this is one of the big names that we've been talking about. We've been highlighting the fact that Peter needs to step up to the plate, make sure that he's the one that bridges the gap.
Come back, yes, guys, come back, let's go.
He wasn't able to do, but now I think with the previous game's performance, he's slowly starting to warm up his engine, and I think this might be the moment that he's looking for.
Yeah, and to be honest,
Sky bana ban yaar. Over ban like kill dinu na. Sky so ban song Sky so.
Because normally
please don't give kill to ban, bro.
Coming in for 27 onto that EXP. So this time around, he's been having a really solid win in the lane against Romcom. And even if it's not just clearing out the way faster than him, he's making sure that he's rotating as quickly as that Alice. And during the midst of it all, Yahiko was also able to steal away the orange buff as well. So that is another layer in denying those buffs and the farm to Van on the Suyu, which has been one of the biggest problems in the previous 3 games which Godlike won. So a good macro from CRQ right now, but they've got to keep the pressure on.
Yeah,
27 limited is pressure दिइरहेछ map control लिइरहेछ finally केटाहरुले map control लिइरहेछ.
He's breathing down Van's neck the entire time. Gon pops in the Mountain Shocker just to make sure he gets some vision on, get the tier 2 on the top side. 27 taking a lot of damage, is forced to make it out alive with the consecration. They use the Dauntless Fleet onto Van as well.
The
next one that they're looking out for. Here comes the glorious pathway. Oh, they try to fight Fate in the background with the deadly magic. Yahiko almost gets with the poker trick, not able to finish the job. And Art is stonewalling the rest of the minions to make sure even though the mid lane is hanging by a thread, it's still hanging.
Way too much here. And it is just with the Oracle. He hasn't even got a second item right now. It's just the Oracle with the Dreadnought armor. This is just peak mechanics about to get a fight.
Yeah, Rom-Com
Rom-Com
goes
more.
back in deep. He's taking a lot of damage.
Wee,
Nice. As
nice.
well. Able to get 3-man stun, tech charge, making sure
Eggle
Godlike's
marcha,
caught
eggle
up, and
marcha.
finally with the help of the Blazing Duet, they're able to get
Beatni
one.
more kya?
Rom-Com goes down
Okay,
to the head.
nice.
Yiko, look at Fate.
Nice one,
as
yaar.
well
More
as
beatni.
Van looking to snipe somebody down
Fate
at this
Fate
moment.
more.
And Fate is able to make it alive, and Van comes in. Soul severs Yiko, but still not
कसरी
able
मार्दो
to
रहेछ
get the
हालीलाई हेरौँ
job
न
done.
सुयोले.
They're playing hooky with the rest of the composition, and Rudius and 27 just cannot be taken down.
Yeah, they're just way too tanky right now.
More yaar.
Fate needs to be a lot
Flicker.
more active.
Oh, nice yaar. सबको
Yahiko
flicker
with
bait
those
हालिदिरहेको छ रे
early
Eggle.
2 kills that he got on him down in the bottom lane has denied all of that power spike. So it's going to be delayed by at least 2.5 minutes as well into this game, which is the reason why right now CRQ are controlling this entirety of the map. That small play, individual micro by
goal
Yahiko
छ guys.
which he made in the early game is
त्यस्तो गोल
impacting
धेरै
10.5
देखेको छैन है
minutes
केटाले
down the
लिड
line.
लिइरहेछ तर गोल
Talk
लिड त
about
देखेको
butterfly
छैन. ठिकै हो यति
Perfect
यतिको.
what they're trying to do. And this is the game that Van wishes he had in game number 2, right? When he
Beatले all
picked up
time
the
छोड्न
Harley,
ट्राई
this is
गरिरहेछ.
what we wanted to see. But unfortunate that he wasn't able to get the job done with that. That's the only victory that CRQ have pulled off till now in a best of 7. 3 games in the hands of Godlike, and slowly now with the tide shifting, the momentum has shifted and is still shifting right in front of our eyes. 3K goal lead in the hands of CRQ. They want to hit that 5K mark to make sure they're able to seal the deal, maximize this Lord and what it can bring to the table. Probably another big set of super minions.
अब कसरी मर्दो रहेछ हाइलास, त्यही भएर हाइलास पिक पर्फेक्ट हो क्या हाइलास त मला ड्यामेज पनि खान मिल्छ, यत्रो ट्याङ्की हुन्छ, अल्टी हानेर स्लो पनि गर्छ, सेकेन्ड स्किल स्लो पार्छ, फर्स्ट स्किल स्टोन हो, कस्तो बबाल हिरो हो यो हाइलास त यार.
We've got the tower passive with the holy shield, so the Lord defense should be easy apart from just a bit of HP falling. While it's a back and forth fight constantly happening across the board, but a glorious pathway now to force them out here too.
Already popped in the celestial armament from Bid.
के हुन्छ यो ग्रकले केही गर्ने हैन हेर मलाई ग्रक अघि ट्राई गरेर फर्स्ट गेम
and next on the
प्ले मेकिङ हिरो डी हुन्छ क्या रोमरहरुले प्ले मेकिङ हिरोहरु खेल्न सक्दैन. ट्याब्रे ट्याब्रे हिरो मात्र खेल्ने हो क्या
27 has been
रोमरहरुले साउथ एसियाको रोमरहरुले प्ले मेकिङ हिरो कसैले खेल्न सक्दैन राम्ररी.
game if you ask me. If CRQ are able to pull off the victory, it's definitely
6-7
the MVP for me. Because look at the atomization he's got. He went for a Dreadnought armor early. Oracle built in the Brute Force breastplate. Didn't want to finish the anti-crash to make sure he's able to get extra mobility on the map. And that's why they're adding a lot more on the table for CRQ.
Yeah, there's one awkward thing that I found in the items there though. And that is the fact that neither of these mages have actually made up the Divine Glaive. Yes, you can instantly burst down those squishy targets because Fade is with the Trinity. Bid is also going in for his full damage, and including one, he's also bursting down to the Sky Piercer right now. Not a lot of stacks with him, but it's absolutely fine. Alright, as soon as I say that, we've got Yahiko picking that one up. So now he'll be able to poke down Romcom as well as Art in those fights, who have been struggling against...
Godlike damage छैन अब. त्यो Godlike damage भनेको Fate को damage मात्र हो केटा. Fate लाई farm गर्न दिनुहुन्न.
a while ago.
फ्रन्टलाइन मेल्ट गर्नै सक्दैन जेटिएन के र सुयोले हेर न गर्ने भने क्लडले हो अनि क्लडको आइटम आएको छैन.
So Godlike needs to find an answer while not dropping a lot of things.
Deadly magic already being used onto Art, so it has a very low cooldown, so he might as well use it. But you know what, Scared?
Guys, make sure to like this stream, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys.
Which you spoke about, right? I would have preferred, instead of going for the corrosion side, go for the malefic gun early. You have some sort of penetration to melt down 27, which they have been lacking the entire time, and then maybe get on to the winter crown. Corrosion sight, yes, it adds extra slow, it attacks your
Preload for proc.
But malefic gun would have paid more dividends, especially against this composition. And when you know Romcom is trying to go to the backline, provide sets
Divine Eye, Divine
possible so you can follow up. But if you're not able to melt them down,
Divine Glaive chat, guys. Divine Glaive छ त फ्रन्टलाइन मेल गर्न भ्याउला र Divine Glaive बिना त.
It's gonna be an instant burst out. No problems there whatsoever. Art is just there to provide the vision. Now here's the thing. It's a good discussion about pointing out the malefic gun being picked up early if in case that's the route Fate wanted to go for.
Q ban को recall. What the fuck?
Rather, you know what? I agree with the
और
fact
सी
that
रहा
they
है
need
रिकल
to
दे
burst
रहा
on the front line, and Rudius is just going to be too tanky
डिवाइन
right
क्लिप्स
now with
ओके
the
ओके
dominant
नाइस
size
नाइस
as well as the Chassis Pauldron.
भ्याउँछ ड्यामेज
However, when it
फ्रन्ट
comes
लाइनले
down to
भ्याउँछ
27, he's
भेट्छ
gone into
फ्रन्ट
the
लाइन
brute force
फ्रन्ट
press
लाइन
kill
मेल्टै
and the
गर्नु पनि
Dreadnought
याइकोले
armor.
हो अरूले
Yes,
गर्नै सक्दैन
that's
हेर
on
न
top, but a
कागुराले
physical
सक्दैन
defense.
वाइसले
The
नि फ्रन्ट
blazing
लाइन त्यस्तो
duet
सक्दैन
counts as the basic attack and not the skill.
मेल
So
पनि भने
is the
याइकोले
battle
पर्छ
mirror image with Dexter there. It's also kind of counted as a basic attack itself. So you're not really proccing the Dreadnought armor. Brute Force is more leaning into
वाइस पनि बाउन्डी
providing you
भयो
movement
हार्डली पनि
speed
बाउन्डी भयो
and anti-CC at the maximum stacks. So Fate will be able to burst
वाइस
down
चाहिँ कसरी बाउन्डी
27
भयो
in
यार
those fights just with those sheer
जेरो
basic
किलमा
attacks and Art of Thievery stacks. So I kind of understand why he would not prioritize that.
Oh,
much.
wait, what's Art doing there? Fate goes in as well with the PMI, flickers out this time, they miss completely. It's collapse time, but they
What the
find
fuck, man?
something in the chaos. Just when Godlike thought they were down and out, they find Yaiko, the one they were looking for the most, and now CRQ are thinking of what they gotta do next.
damage
And wait for Yaiko to come up, because otherwise you're gonna be walking into a bloodbath when it's
Wait, never mind.
5v4, but Art mispositioned himself, got a little too aggressive, and pays the price. Throne of Ruin coming in as well. Traceless from Godlike to make it out alive. 27 piling on the pressure. Glorious pathway just to make sure they can't come out of the base crystal. And there's the mountain shot.
What a nice one.
But gets melted down by Peter.
Go on.
Winter Crown with the blazing duet, but is that even enough?
I don't think so. You just had Rudius standing
Oh,
in front
nice,
of you
Peter.
with law and order. Hold on.
बाज
Oh, Romcom doing everything that he can to buy
Not bad,
time.
not bad.
He's trying to make those massive sets. He's trying to make those massive plays. We know Romcom is a person to make moments in the game, but with the way that it's going, I don't think it's the moments they need. They need to stone
damage
all the
खाइरहेछ
rest
वाइस
of the
र
front
त्यसको
line of CRQ.
वाइस र हार्डलीको ड्यामेज खाइरहेछ
Art has not really hit any kind of tectonic
के
charge.
रहेछ आइटम हो डिभाइन क्लिप
Beautiful
फुल आइटम आइन आइको
disengages. That was a horrible miss
बेसिक अटैक
down
बिलमा
in the
हालेछ
lane.
है आइको त
And as much as you'd probably want to just disengage with the enemy at that point, it just kind of gave another opportunity to CRQ to maybe go in for the punish.
These
And
guys
it's lucky
throw हैन
that
थ्रो हैन
Yahiko
क्लीन गेम
around
चाहिन्छ यो
round found out a pick on
Clean चाहिन्छ
Yahiko, who was
डिसिप्लिन गेम है
slightly
गाइस
off position there. Otherwise, things would have gone down.
Fate को damage
towards
आइसक्यो
the
अब
wrong end very, very
जेटिनको
quickly.
ड्यामेज आउँछ क्लीन हान्नु पर्यो क्लीन हान्नु पर्यो
That is probably one of the big reasons why Romcom has not been able to give those big sets, because he's stuck between either going and jumping on the back line and then wait with no follow-up, or he's there just trying to stand in front of your players while Fate decides to get ready.
Stanford
for
or
that
Edward?
zone. They're not
Who is
able to
Stanford
get
and Edward?
both
I'm
of
gonna
these
choose
ultimates
27
at
bro
the same
the
time.
goated Uranus player ever
You know what's scared?
The goated
entire
Uranus player,
draft,
guys.
We've never seen Art pick up the Kalea even once. Right, this is game number 5. He hasn't picked up the Kalea even once, even though he's a Kalea connoisseur. He loves to play the pick-off composition. I think they're just trying to make sure they're practicing their lineups, making sure
Teamमा हाल्यो भने चाहिँ लर्ड
they
रिसेट
can get the
गर्दैन
victory
हुन्छ
even without the Kalea for the MLMS that's to come later on, right?
Oh no
But
याइको
if you're the opposition, if you're one of the ops and you're watching this,
Oh my
I
god,
think you
yeah,
must be thinking,
oh
is
my
there any
god,
other hero that
Godlike.
he can really make massive plays with? Because right now looks like he's not able to. And Van gets the Lord, but with a Winter Crown, Fate
Nice,
doing a lot of
nice.
damage, gets melted away by
Mar,
Godlike. He
mar,
wants to get a bit
no!
this time. Celestial Armament to prevent the flicker play, but he looks
Oh,
like
nice.
he's going to get that indeed. Make that
Gone,
a double.
gone.
He could make this
Gone,
play
gone.
if he's able to make the traces
Oh,
out
no,
alive.
man.
But
Item
with
swipe.
the help of
Gone,
Art,
gone, item
managed to
swipe.
finally find the kill. They lost the Lord. And CRQ are kicking themselves about
तर
it.
नाइस हैन गडले
I
दुईजना
think
मारे
so
त
this is
धन्न
potentially that one moment where you're gonna lose that full control of the game. Yes, you've got a couple of picks on the back of it though, but if you're talking about that map presence, map control, look at Van and his fast rotation.
मलाई याइको मर्छ जस्तो लागिरहेछ यार मलाई किन हो
Try and counter that.
याइको
but Van
मर्छ
is going to
जस्तो
win
लागिरहेछ
that 1v1 every single time. And look at him. Yeah, he goes
Oh,
auto.
nice,
Good
nice.
awareness from him.
Yeah, I think
Nice,
this definitely
nice,
shows
nice.
that he understands the game more than anyone else right now in the map out of the 10. If you ask me, I think he definitely does. Here's the Throne of Ruin to stop 27 from going away. They're expending a lot of resources, but he's still able to survive. He's using the Purifier to get out of harm's way as well. Wrong.
आर्टले फ्लिकर अल्ट हान्यो what the fuck युरानसको प्युरिफाईमा
Coming in from CRQ.
What
They
the
Godlike's composition
यस्तो
right
प्लेयर
now. He
लाइक
wants
किन
to dive
ड्रप
in
दिनु
again.
किन हेसिटेट
They're
गर्नु क्या
not able to engage just because they don't have those
Uranus
big
को
ticket
pure-
ultimates. But look
Oh
at the
my
top side
god,
scared.
bro.
The Lord is still
Uranus
left
को प्युरिफाईमा
untouched.
फ्लिकर
And
अल्ट
CRQ
रकले
are going to have a difficult time if they're not able to defend
what
this.
the fuck
I think so. It's going to be tough for CRQ to defend that.
Oh
Yes,
no, are they going to go?
I don't think think so. They should, man. They've got a lot to defend. They're gonna lose the inhibitors if they don't focus on it now. 2 more seconds. This Lord is gonna have another Mega Minion wave out now. That's probably the third wave you'll have to deal with in such a short span of time. And look at that map. It is instantly
throw
turned
भइरहेछ यार
blue,
केटा
and
कसम यार थ्रो भइरहेछ
the
जस्तो
mid
यार
tier 3 still stands though, but I don't know for how long.
Yeah, I think they're able to defend this one. Again, you're talking about the map being a little more blue, but look at how the inhibitors of Godlike are hanging just by a thread. The gold lead is still in the favor of CRQ. So they lost control for a moment, just for a small moment. And now they need to take it back from Godlike, because if you ask me, Godlike are still controlling the river. Art is doing still a decent job to try and make sure Godlike able to walk around.
One shot and build size so.
I think so. At this point, I'm also having a look at these items, right? I like the fact that Yahiko has picked up the Holy Crystal along with the Blood Wings as well.
It's always I like it. Now, guys, make sure to like this stream, guys.
Also a ton of
wrong. No alt wrong.
Conceal trying to miss something, but here comes the rest of CRQ. This is a do or die moment, and you can feel like Wave comes in the Fury of the Phoenix as well.
Flicker beat
with the Blazing Duet, everything being expended. Glorious Path to the right
side.
No
flicker.
Art is trying to push them back, but you can see the Yin Yang overturn, pulling back Art. They're not able to find the execution.
Nice.
Peter go flickers is up right now. Flickers, a lot of ultimates being expended. The only flicker that they really need is the one from Art. And now the Lord Dance begins.
I just have to say, man, this is way too messy from both of these teams. But hold on, Art.
Oh, he goes in, he flickers just as we expected it, but now you can see the damage coming out from the rest of TRQ. They're collapsing. Fate is forced to flicker out.
Ban.
Comes in. He tries to go for the blade.
Ban more.
Immortality, it's already popped. Is he going to stop that? He's not going to be able to
Nice one, guys. Nice one. Lovely.
And Yahiko, with the help of the rest of CRQ, are now racking up the pace. And no more room for mistake, because this could decide everything for them.
Massive disconnect from Godlike, and they cannot go and contest for this Lord.
Let's go, guys. Finally. Lovely
decision. To maybe allow them to defend this game one more time.
Let's go.
It's gonna take
30
for Lord to march from one inhibitor to the other one. But mid is gonna be taken down. That means Lord will come from mid. This is big.
Throne of Ruin coming in as well. Blazing
Duet,
but they're not.
Beat no flicker.
Damage misses everyone. Fury of the Phoenix popped in to make sure they hold them in place. Revitalize popped in from Rudius as well. Conceal coming in from Art. He's trying to go for the next charge. Gets 2 members. And now they're trying to go Same umbrella from Peter looking to snipe down the squishies. No celestial armament from Bid to hold him hostage or try even to save him. 27 finally picks up the anti-cuirass, and now they're looking to hack away at the inhibitor on the bot side.
Wait, Peter!
Tries to go through, but the snipe coming in from Peter. You ask who is Peter, and he shows you could be the MVP of this game.
Obviously, these are MVP,
down the
bro.
base crystal. Mount Shocker from Gonigon just to make sure he's able to get that extra stun. That's finally CRQ.
Let's go, bro. Let's go. Comeback time, guys.
From the cracks. They find
let's
the base
go, guys. Let's go. Peter le deha last man.
Best of 7 folks.
Khele
rack up their engine.
At least the game number 6 is guaranteed.
Let's
for the
go. Gonigon ka MVP रहेछ नि त केटा हो. Gonigon sir ka MVP. Let's go. Lovely game केटाहरु बाट.
But Peter with those snipes. You can think about all the combinations with the counter.
GG bro. अथि नै बनाछ हेर त डर म्या पिटर र आइको अथि नै बनाछ क्लाउड मा. My god. यो युरानसले नि राम्रो खेले यार. रुडियसले नि सबैले राम्रो खेले क्रक्स को. यो गरिरहेको थियो यार युरानस र फुल म्याप भिजन दिइरहेको थियो हेर न. म्याप कन्ट्रोल राम्रै गरे यार युरानस र ब्रकले उत्यो रुडियसले.
Give him a hero that he's comfortable with, give him the space that he needs, and he's gonna show you what he is capable of.
ड्यामेज कति खाछ हेर मेनाले. देखाउँछ होला ड्यामेज कति खाछ.
Yes, he played a fantastic job, but if you ask me, scared every single person on the hands of CRQ with a very tight win condition that they had. Yeah. With the high level of execution that they
so guys, 2 more game back to back, 2 game chahiyo हैन.
And look at the itemizations coming in from all of them.
27
the Justice and dominant side, just to reduce the damage of Fate on that cloud.
Damage खाएको देखाउँदैन. अगाडि दिए जस्तो
that combinations
क्या दिए जस्तो है. रुके पज गर्छु म.
open, but that was mind blowing.
ऊ ड्यामेज खाएको हेर न 4 नियरली 4 लाख ड्यामेज खाएको छ क्या 4 लाख ड्यामेज अनि यता हेर त यताको एक्सपीको लाइक डबल नै भन्दा नि भयो हेर न आफ्नो काम चाहिँ गऱ्यो है युरानस र हाइलसले नि राम्रो खेल्यो केटा हो राम्रो खेल्यो ड्यामेज दिएको रहेछ गनले नि ड्यामेज दिएको रहेछ 26% ड्यामेज दिएछ टिम फाइट पार्टिसिपेसन नि 79% छ नाइस नाइस गेम प्ले केटाहरूबाट
That Fate is not ready for the fight. Van is not ready for the fight. Hell alone, Bid is not ready for the fight. And if that's
Wait,
how
beat को damage के हो
Frontier
यो?
is going to go in for
भर्खर
the
दिएको
sets,
यार
the rest of the players will not be able to catch up.
1
And
लाख
I'm
40
pretty sure,
हजार
Kronos,
ड्यामेज
there's a lot of things that we can keep on talking about of this game, but I'd have to say,
नाइस यार नाइस
Analyst,
खेल्यो यार
I think
सबले
you're going
राम्रो
to
खेल्यो
agree
यार
with me on this one that Godlike played with a big disconnect.
That is
Generational
true.
fumble.
That is true, though. I mean, come on, you have seen time by time how Art was trying to get up a setup while Van was all around the map. Now, again, with that lot that they got, the one lot, it was very fortunate that they had in mind that they have to open up the map for them, trying to take down the turrets. But what about letting the Lord go? I did not see how the Lord was able to pass through, at least towards the second tier. So I feel like that was a bit problematic. But my goodness, CRQ pulled through everything. They just made sure to get that 100% win rate out of this window.
लेट्स गो वर्ल्ड डिजर्भ विन केटा
And with that, Jeff, are we ready
man finally
to
यार
take a short
2-3
break and
भयो नि
then
त स्कोर
proceed towards
लभली
the next game?
अझै वान मोर विन अनि
No,
लास्ट गेम हेर्न
it's
मजा आउँछ
actually instead of Jeff, it is me, Tamiz. So we
Oh,
will be
welcome
proceeding
back.
on to the game. Possible, yep. Thank you for the welcome. And what a series actually we are having tonight. So I actually thought that maximum it would be 5 games, but it was who is Peter, and like Kronos has already said, Peter is actually showing who he is. And here we are once again on to the draft phase. This time, Godlike will be the one who will be having the advantage side.
ओ
So the
बुगीम्यान
question remains: the Suyo
बुगीम्यान
curse this time, it's not the curse actually. The Suyo bless is no longer a bless. He doesn't
बुगीम्यान
has the
त
100%
रेस्लर
win
होइन
rate, and it was
WWE
Yahiko
को
who made the
ल गाइस
call
ड्राफ्ट
of the
स्टार्ट भयो
fight
लेट्स गो
early. So the question remains: is Suyo is still going to be prioritized on the
That is true, though. I don't feel like the teams will be going forward towards the ban, trying to ban up that hero.
yeah, that's the thing. And
जुक्सिन ब्यान्ड माइट बी द
for
सल्युसन
CRQ, they are taking the
होला है होला
their
है
bans as well. I think most of the priorities could be done onto the Zetian as well. Previously it was picked up by Bid. It was not yeah, it was picked up by Bid, but he was onto the losing MVP, and maybe this time around the scenario could be quite different. So I think the draft is yet to actually begin because there the countdown is still not up. But okay, there you go. Sora will be the first ban priority.
That is much needed. That is much needed in this game.
कास्टिङको साउन्ड
We
अड्किरहेको
see
हो
the Sora going into the hands of Fate, and he has been doing brilliant. And again, Fate wasn't able to
पेचीको
push
साउन्ड
on
लास्टै
the
अड्किरहेको
like
छ गाइस
shifting. So this game, I think the SQ
नेट
Yeah,
नेट
that's the thing. And Kaja as well as maybe a Kalea potential ban might be coming sides. I think like they will be trying to deny that kidnap kind of strategy that is coming up. Like Kaja does the thing with the divine judgment, he can be going off of the place. And the thing with the Kaja is he can't, like, even if you have a purify, you can't actually just cancel out the ultimate. So finally we are seeing a CRQ. So this time around, no Sasuke coming up, and that is going to be completely banned out onto this game. The jungler priority will be something out quite different. Maybe a Leo mod, maybe a Harley, maybe even YSS, but he is mostly getting prioritized onto the goal lane. The bans coming up from the side of Team Godlike is to be taking some time, but I think like the first pick priority, what could it actually be, Peachy? I think Pichi is having some kind of technical difficulties, but she will be back with us as soon as possible. Carrie will be the one actually. So
यो
I
यिनीहरूको
think
इस्यु
like
आइरहेछ त यार
Team
कास्टिङको
CRQ will go out for the Yugo. Maneuver is more of
यो
a flex,
इतामीको
but
नि
onto this
अड्किरहेको
patch
रहेछ
we
त
are mostly seeing the maneuver on the jungle. So I think this time, okay, another jungler back, say Bakshia, the Kumar is getting banned out. So
कुमार
CRQ having the first pick priority.
मार्सल
This
खेलेछ
most
भने
probably
अहिलेसम्म
should be
मार्सल
onto the
इन्डियामा कसैले
EXP
खेल्दै
lane
खेल्दैन
or maybe onto
ओइ
the
मैले त खानै
mid
खाएको छैन
lane.
त यार
Leo
बल्ल
mode
याद आएर
first pick
माकडो
priority. There is kind of
एघार
less kind of a
बज्दैछ
chance. So
True.
they
छोड्नुहोस्
will
दाजु
take the games.
कास्टिङ इस्यु आयो त
What
लास्ट
they
नै
are going to actually proceed with.
What is it going to be? Are you already on the
र लभली खेल्यो यार
the
क्रक्सले है
CRQ and with
Oh
the
my
Freya being
god.
open,
Oh.
will
ओइ
be
फ्रेया पायो
capitalizing
फाइनली
on
फ्रेया
that.
पायो केटाले
Freya
लेट्स
into
गो
the
लेट्स गो
hands
लेट्स गो
of
गनी गनी फ्रेया पायो
now tanky and attack speed will be there into the hands. And with your mod, there you go. Your mod already coming.
Completely forgot about the
कास्टिङको साउन्ड
Lucio.
अड्की अड्की आइरहेछ
These
त्यो
are
प्रब्लम भइरहेको
the
जस्तो
heroes.
प्रोडक्सनको के हो
This time,
भोइस ल्यागिङ भोइस
yeah.
प्रब्लम
The
आइरहेछ
thing is like with the Freya as well as the Jush, they are not onto the band scene, then definitely they are prioritized, and the same kind of thing is happening on this match as well.
सिआरक्यू
Once
प्लेइङ वेल
again,
अब
Rayuga
हान्नुलाई
goes
सक्ला है
out
सिआरक्यूले
with
फ्रेया
the
पनि पाएको छ
heartbeat,
राम्रै
and
पिक हो
this
फ्रेया
time Peter
ल
instead
फाइनली
of the
हार्डले
jungler
लियो है
will
यति छिटो
be
नाइस यार
prioritizing one of
सुयो
his
ब्यान
items
हान्दै रहेछ
in
त
his
केटाले
background.
ओके
And Art instantly responds with a Khalid. So the second banning phase
प्रोडक्सन
will
प्रब्लम
already
हो
be up, and I
त्यही
think
हल्का प्रोडक्सन प्रब्लम
Godlike
रहेछ
they will be trying to prioritize the bans
यो इडब्ल्युसी क्वालिफायरमा चाहिँ तपाईँ कुन टिमलाई सपोर्ट गरेर
onto
हो
the gold lane because these are the two positions which are still open. And for the side of Team CRQ, of course, they will be trying to go out for the gold lanes as well as gold lane as well as onto the EXP lane. So less kind of a chance that we actually might be seeing a Black Dragon from
लियो गाइस
Romcom
यताबाट
because that is one of his
इभ लियो है
picks. He
बिटको
can
इभ
be
उठाइदिएर
going
रहेछ
on
नि
to the
त
Yuzhong immediately, and there you go. They won't be, prioritizing the Alice. They won't be dealing with the Alice, so they will just be banning it out. Arlet is something we don't quite see onto the ban sections quite often,
The
but
new
they
form
are
team giving Indian top
prioritizing
to
most of the heroes,
our time is just wow.
and that is one his signature
Yeah, they
picks
are
into
playing
EXP. Arlet
really
getting
good for now,
banned out,
guys.
respect kind of a ban. High loss will be the
I don't
respawn,
think Godlike
and
is right now number 2, bro. I
CRQ
think
they
it's
still
True Reapers.
need a proper front line of the
Godlike
Titans,
ले
and
अहिले हल्का
two
लाइक
of Romcom's heroes,
भनौँ
I
न
would say. Dragon
अन्डरपर्फर्म
is
गरिरहेछ
still open, so
प्लेयरहरूले
maybe might
Godlikeको
as well Romcom might just
एक
lock in
दुईजना
the
प्लेयरले
dragon or might be going out with something else, but it will be fate actually with the Harith and on to the respawn. So
मेबी अब
CRQ
प्र्याक्टिस गरेर
this
फेरि
time
ब्याक टु फर्म
finally
उता
with
होला
two of the final picks coming out from their side. They still need a
सोल थिएन
frontliner
सर सोल छैन
tank
नि
as well as
हाम्रो
dealing the
नेपालको
damage.
ओजी कास्टर
Freya
फेरि सुदन
is
सर आउनु
more
भएछ
of
नि
a
त वेलकम
damage
टु
dealer.
स्ट्रिम है
She might be
एसटिएल
using
छैन
the
नि यो टुर्नामेन्ट
vengeance in order
एसटिएल अहिले फिलिपिन्समा भएर
to
खेलेछ नि यो
actually hold
टुर्नामेन्ट
out more onto the fights. And Freya, despite of the nerfs, she is still really strong. But some teams have actually figured out to how to deal out with the Freya. And Esme is actually going to be the answer. Maybe on, and I think
So, yeah, sorry to cut you off, but you mentioned they need some kind of a sustainable frontliners to go with the Esmeralda just to counter it out with the
त्यसमा
Harith,
बुट
and
क्याम्प वाउ
it
डेडिकेसन
will
अब
work
यस्तै हो है
brilliant
अब
apart
इन्डियन
from
ठुल्ठुलो अरूहरू यस्तै हो
it also counteracts
क्वालिफायर
with
भन्दा अगाडि नै
Justin
इन्डिया
given out
फिलिपिन्स
the
पठाइदिन्छ
vulnerabilities.
प्र्याक्टिस गर्न जा भनेर
Frontliner coming in from CRQ along with his Croc
लभली छ नि
is
इन्डियामा
likely
फेसिलिटी
going to
छ
be
ओए
is
बेनी
likely
लियो
going
हो
to be the questionable or the
युजङलेको
answer coming in from the draft from the CRQ, but
युजङले जस्तो
it
यार
all comes
रोमकोमले
down to the final pick from the Godlike,
ब्रो
the
रोमकोमले
EXP
युजङलेको
lane. You can still go for the Lapu Lapu, but it is kind of a disadvantage pick. But Uran is still up for the grabs to steal a mate the lane.
yeah, that's the thing. And
रोमकोमले
as
युजङले
you
जस्तो
said,
यार गाइस
Esmeralda can soak up the shield of the Harith. So she is more of a response even
ओ माय
against a
गॉड
Lapu,
रोमकोम
but
रिसाया
expecting
ओए
on the
रोमकोम
Yuzhong,
रिसाया केटा हो
that is
जङमै
the
झऱ्यो रोमकोम
final, let's say, the cherry on top for the side of Team Godlike. The drafts are
रोमकोम
already
रिसाया
over.
रोमकोमले रोक है
I
केटा
would say
रोमकोमले रोक्नु पर्यो यार
drafts looks out pretty out balanced, but it all relies on
Oh, not
how
gonna
will
lie,
the
bro.
players
Godlike
will
ले के matches
execute
ला
it
यार.
onto this one, Sasuke.
Now this time Godlike have the combination where they could force on to the EU. So EU
Zongलाई oddly shot on
alongside
गरे नि
Harley will
Zong
be in
useless
some
हुन्छ
bad
oddly shot on
situation
हान्नु
because
पर्यो.
there will be a constant Black Dragon along with the Raging Sandstorm from the Khalid and also the Phantom Steed from the Leomord. So this time it all comes down to the Grog, how well he's able to protect the back line and how well the kill box composition from RWM is going to play out from the side
What's
of
our
his
rank
leader.
India top 5 teams?
Yep, of course. But this is going to be the 6th game for the night.
SATL
And
number 1.
Kronos and Skadiet, we are ready.
TR.
So are you.
Third, I think it's whoever win this match.
Well, from nothing to everything in a single fight is what they did
fifth,
to
I think it's,
Godlike in the previous game. CRQ just flipped the series on its head, and it's 3-2 now. Godlike still on match point, but can they hold on? Can they add and pile the pressure, which they're doing perfectly right now in this early game? Or will
Oh, yeah, you go. Bye.
Man, it's gonna be brought down.
Opponent को buff मा गयो है हैन न
at the very end.
म त opponent को buff सोचिरा यार my bad
Ryder is gonna be enjoying his
8 आको देखेर
by eating up the sands to get the HP back. But yeah, a little bit of an overstay happening there. Looking at the draft, the idea from both of these teams is exactly the same.
एउटा मिनेट मिस भयो
Jump onto
फेट
the
को
enemy mage and maybe try and take care of the
गाइस लेट्स गो दिस द फिफ्थ म्याच है गॉडलाइक स्टिल लीड मा छ है एक गेममा लीड एक गेमको लीड मा छ
more time with the mobility as compared to Gone onto that Freya, whose main job is to jump onto that back, soak up a bit of damage. Romcom.
I think Romcom should be able to survive this quite easily with the help of the shot of Residue.
I
mean, I agree and disagree. We can agree to disagree with the bot side point where Gone might have a difficult time. I don't think he's going to have a difficult time. I think he's going to destroy Fate in the lane. Freya is just so good at 1v1. You're really going to need help or outplay the Freya with the Synchro Vision to be able to do anything, which, to Fate's credit, he is doing well right now.
It's for sure. I think Godlike easy locks us like Leo Mordnitsa plus Yuzong Banso.
Is where we're going to see these teams fight first. So that's when I kind of feel Gone. Once he jumps on the back line, Romcom will be on the face.
Steed comes in. He mounts Barbiel. Turtle being started. It's a good opportunity for CRQ to pick this up because Van's going to not have
nice
Phantom available. Black Dragon coming in. Rudius goes down. That's first blood. Romcom able to pile the pressure. Yiko, this deadly space. Able to make it out alive, but I think gets walked straight into the back line of Godlike as Bid gets on top. Positions himself well, and this is what I was talking about with Gone. He's able to find
lovely
with the help of the Valkyrie descent. And now finally CRQ again find advantage in the neutral objective in the turret.
Nice. Beat more lovely flicker ni was beat ko.
27 Frost Moon Shield is what
nice
he wants,
nice.
Which Bid just gave to him.
You're gonna let him live out there. That's exactly what's the idea. Gone is the only reason why CRQ won that priority in the lane. Him rotating all the way from the gold one, and that is exactly on Romcom.
No,
Wait, 9 deep,
but he was in a little
27 the goat.
In the back line as well.
The goat.
A lot of damage from the land.
The goat like bots.
And now Art walks in. There's a tornado to be able to pick up that kill.
Bots are nice.
Pick him up and put him down. As Yaiko doesn't want to be there any longer. Peter's gonna be next on the chopping block, and I think they're gonna find him as well.
Peter Bolly flicker on you.
For Godlike's bid, and you do not want to get him going because he is the center of
Peter.
And once he gets warmed up, it's going to be difficult to stop him. And CRQ might have just put themselves in a tough predicament.
Oh man, this fight ain't ending right now. Gone. Just trying to get that damage onto Fate. Hold on a second. That ball could be big right now as he jumps in.
What was that, guys? Please, धेरै gang भयो क्या? धेरै gang
भयो. Disengage.
धेरै gang भयो.
It's all right.
कति gang लिएको हो? कति gang? एकछिन calm down यार.
Both of these teams just like
इन्डियामा छ भन्दैमा gang हान्ने गर्नु पर्दैन.
Onto what they want to fight or how they want to fight over which objectives. It is just constant fights after every single fight. Yes, they do find those objectives in where they steal away the turtles or maybe even those purple buffs, which happened when Van took it away from Yahiko as he was low in that HP. But apart from that, it is literally just both of them brawling against each other. rather than having that structure
Beat
of
le
what
lang
they
ani
want
baba.
to do. And that is...
Deadly Magic coming in as well. Look at Van on the back line. Goes with the Steed. Nice use of the
Ban,
tech
ban
charge.
more,
Makes
ban
sure
more,
he
ban
has
more.
them in place.
Nice,
Already
nice
one
engage.
down. Spirit
27
combo,
rotation nice
Yaiko
already.
able to finish them off. Peter right now needs to be there in the team fight.
Arty more,
A
Arty
little
more.
far off, but you can see Desert Tornado coming in from Arch to try and make the
room ko lance
survive.
la room
They
ko
go
le
into
pod
the
kon se
Furious
kya.
Dive. Nice use of the Black Dragon as well, but I think he should be going down soon.
Yes,
Yaiko doesn't
more.
want to be in the team fight any longer. And Bid is starting to get the ball rolling for Godlike. 3-1 and 2, a 2-for-1 trade.
Farm निकाल्नु पर्यो
It's
याइको
been
आइटम
such
आइसक्यो
a big
खान्छ
pillar
ड्यामेज
for the team, man. Bid is doing
पेटलाई मार्छ
so
क्या हो
much.
पेटको फ्लिकर त
Instantly with the elegant gem, he's gonna make sure he gets that HP. Hold on, Yaiko.
उल्टी याइको मर्यो ओ माय गॉड झन् न
Nice use the deadly space to make
नाइस
it
फ्लिकर
out
पेटको
alive.
फ्लिकर
And
पेटको
Fate
ठिक
has
छ
been
टडल तर
breathing down his neck for a long
कन्टेस्ट
time
हानिन्छ
now.
नाइस टडल त रहेछ
I mean,
तिरले
that flicker saved him, but maybe not Art.
माथि माथि जाऊ माथि के र
Running
ग्याङ
down
के
on
हान्नु
that
छ
desert, son. We probably kind of
मेसी
missed out
फाइट
a
डेफिनेटली गाइस
blast
दिस
on the dude
रियली
with the
मेसी
reef there.
फाइट यार
But on the other end of the spectrum, at least they've got the turn.
धेरै धेरै नै अननेसेसरी ग्याङ भइरहेछ
Saying Lisan Al Gaib and Timothy Chalamet might be looking at it as well, but the Phantom State to
Turtle
be able
guy.
to secure the turtle for
This-
Godlike
this-
right now.
धेरै अननेसेसरी फाइट भइरहेछ अनि
As,
गडलाइकले
this
फाइदा
is
भइरहेछ
not
क्या
where CRQ wants to be. They want to give space to Yaiko so he can be the deadly assassin that he is. The tech
Ooh,
charge
nice,
catch
nice,
and
nice,
finally
nice.
on a killing spree. This is where they want to be at, CRQ. Romcom picking up the Hunter strike, 27, making sure he clears out the wave. Oh, yeah, he's going to be able to survive. 20, Fate, to be honest, I don't think he will. He doesn't have the falling star mode. He's bobbing and weaving, but he will be going down in the hands of Fate.
Never really thought I'm going to see a Harriet dominate an Esmeralda like that, but if it's in the hand of Fate, you might as well get habitual of seeing it. Instantly picking him off as well, but it's not without repercussions.
Like commit हान्दैछ
Yeah, I
केटाहरूले
think Art's probably going to go down. Nice use of the flicker as well with the help of the quicksand guard. And now they're finding it difficult to let Yaiko
Oh my
get
god,
that
beat
space
ले
that
कस्तो जाओ
he
हान्दैछ यार
needs because of the way that Jushin is being played. This is what
GG यार,
Peter
beat.
wanted to do when he had this broken hero in his
beat
hands.
रिसा यार
And he wasn't able to
beat
do it. And now
beat चाहिँ
Godlike
रिसा
get
यार
it in theirs. And they're really showing how to make this Jushin work.
It's been working out phenomenally well for them. Gone. Hasn't really died yet, but this time they're going to collapse on him.
के हुँदैन के हुँदैन
Talk about a sandwich. That's what they're looking for. But Gonigon goes over the spirit combo. Raging
Sorry,
Sandstorm
चाहिँ
comes
होइन
and walks
होला
straight into the trap. But look at Bid. He's just around Peter. The RWM used him preemptively. And now they should be able to get this tier 1 on the bot side. So both tier 1s gone for both these teams.
Lord, Godl online,
Next
so guys,
one's gonna
20
be the
seconds
battle
now.
for the mid, possibly before or after the turtle.
Couple of thousands gold already ahead for Godlike, and if this continues, they will keep on out-farming CRQ. Yes, in those later stages, you will have Isma really, really tanky, and including Peter as well with the constant pokes from Void Crystals, they would be able to chunk down Godlike. But let's be honest, Fate hits like a truck in that late game. Van will have a lot of time running around in the Steed.
No, again using the deadly magic. Here comes Romcom with the help of the Black Dragon. They drop down Zaman Force as well. Look at they chase down Yaiko. He's not allowed to breathe whatsoever. Meanwhile, at the same time, they chase down Peter. Romcom has been on top of him the entire time. Spirit combo coming. They miss out on the tech charge. Raging Sandstorm missing as well, but Fate able to seal the deal for Rudius. A lot of flickers expended, scared. And I think Godlike are the first one to be able to crack down this mid lane tier 1, exposing the jungle of CRQ, and now slowly getting control
Beat is really
of
good
this
player,
mid
man,
game.
bro.
Yeah, now I see why constantly Rudius was picking up the Khalid, man. There's just so many loopholes out there in the Grok outright that Godlike is having so easy time dodging those tech charges. Hold on.
Oh wait, yeah, this is what you want to see. Valkyrie isn't coming through as well, but the Lantern making sure a bit is left untouched. Gonigon with
nice,
nice. They give it in the hands of Yaiko. As Art is there as well. Raging Sandstorm misses completely, but look at Fate. He joins in the party, comes in a little late, but that's where you want him to be. They get a double kill in the hands of Bid. And now the Bid Fate combo is slowing down the momentum of CRQ.
Bidding them a farewell at this point. You might as well call that a Fate well there. But man, Godlike getting back into their form, which they really wanted to see since that game number 1. Forcing the pressure onto that tier 2 as well, Van.
Looking to catch them. Oh, wait, tech charge should come in. This is the moment that they're looking for. Van, a little mispositioning. They should really make him punish. They should punish him and make him pay the price. And finally, in the hands of Gonigon, they get that kill. Not the shutdown that they were looking for, but make it a -1 in the next play.
तर
This is where
फेट र त्यसले
CRQ
झाउ
need
हान्छ
to
क्या
start
बिटले
piling
यार
up the pressure, but they don't have river control.
Yeah, they're never gonna have that as long as
भ्यानले
Bid is
केटा
standing
भ्यानले
there with
लास्टै
a
दुखाउनुहुन्छ
7-1
यार
4 on
दुखाउँछ
this
यार भ्यानले
Lucian. 50 more seconds onto his player to pop up. Sky Piercer
याइकोले
stacks.
मान्नै
I'm
पर्छ यार
pretty sure
बिटलाई
he should have at
20
least
ट्यागमा
about
छ अलरेडी
20, 30. Exactly 20 there. Glowing Wand picked up. He's also going in for the...
Guys, don't forget to like this stream, guys. Like and subscribe and make sure to like and subscribe as well.
You know what? All that aside, though, scared. Yaiko, yes, he's playing well, but his target has to be Bid. But the protection that Bid has around him, or rather the way that Romcom is chasing Yaiko down, just doesn't give them the opportunity to do so, which comes down to how they need to control the river. The mid door, Rudius and Peter, not able to do their job to get Yaiko the space that he needs. And 27 as well, he's not allowed to do... Wait, what happened to the Lord? Did you see that?
Yeah,
did it just like teleport?
It did. Thanks to all of the ball interactions. Hold on.
Oh my god, that's expendable Heart still survives! And now they're going in deep. Rudius is the first one to fall. Romcom following through. They find Yaiko, and slowly CRQ are falling apart. Gunning on it, Peter, the only one left standing. As Godlike, CRQ are falling apart.
Wait, guys, it's there.
Come following through. They find Yaiko.
Now
they're going in deep. Rudius is the first one to fall. Come following through. They find Yaiko, and slowly CRQ are falling apart. Gunning on it, Peter, the only one left standing. As Godlike get priority on this Lord, and CRQ are starting to crumble. But again, Van's not the problem. Van's trying to be the executioner, but he doesn't have a single kill in his pocket. He hasn't opened his ticket yet. Tech charge gets 3 members, and now you can see they're trying to get on top of Romcom to use the deadly magic as well, but that's not the right target. Once again, it's got to be Bid. Art is buying a lot of time being in the face of the opposition. Look at Bid, he's left untouched, and again, he's dancing around 4 members, and they can't do anything to stop him, and now finally Bid comes in. Zaman Force dropped down, looking to get Peter, and he's on a killing spree. And now they're looking to find a bit more, as Gonigon pays the price. Yaiko can only stand and watch his teammates fall down. 27, next on the chopping block. SCRQ have no answer to what Godlike are bringing to the fray.
It should be done now. Lord up top, minions in mid, and Romcom
beat
on
Yaiko.
This is done as Rudius is the only man.
Godlike
and you don't do that unless you're trying to make a statement, and that's what Godlike are doing, making a statement in the Rayuga Grand Finals, as they're able to take down
Congratulations,
CRQ
Godlike,
for
champion of Rayuga
the
sport, guys.
series.
Obviously, राम्रो खेल्यो, जित्यो हैन? Congrats.
To the top.
Nice try, CRQ.
Just pure dominance, as they are the champions
nice try.
of the Rayuga Cup.
You try and
Beat
hard through the fights, and fate and Bid will run out by.
Nice game, guys. Nice game. केटाले try गरेको हो, guys. Nice game. अब सिनर्जी चाहिन्छ जस्तो हजुर केही छैन गाइस, केटाहरूले ट्राई गर्छ, हेड चाहिँ नदिउँ होइन. भर्खरै नयाँ फर्म भएको टिम. गडलाइक त धेरै 1-2 वर्षदेखि खेलिरहेछ नि त. बिट्स फाइनल एमपी डिजर्भ त गर्छ बिटले फाइनल एमपी. बिटको गेम प्ले राम्रो छ केटा, तर मलाई अब त्यो हेर्न चाहिँ मन छ के केटा. बिट भर्सेस बब चाहिँ गाइस. बबले त हान्छ यार, बिटलाई त हान्छ जस्तो लाग्छ है मलाई. बबमा चाहिँ फुल ट्रस्ट चाहिँ मलाई. बब भर्सेस बिट, बब भर्सेस असुना. ओ माई गड ब्रो, मेजको ब्याटल चाहिँ हेर्नु मलाई मजा आउँछ यार. त्यो अप्रिल 4 देखि हुन्छ गाइस त्यो टुर्नामेन्ट चाहिँ. त्यो चाहिँ हेर्नु मन छ मलाई. आई थिङ्क बब त नम्बर 1 जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई चाहिँ होइन. बिटलाई त हान्छ होला बबले. बिटले हानेर केही छैन, बबले हान्छ नि पछि. फुल ट्रस्ट छ बबमाथि त. के हो ड्यामेज हेरौँ न त ड्यामेज कति ड्यामेज त अति हानेछ यार फेट र यसले पिटरले पिटर र बिटले
Classic Godlike. Control chaos and perfect timing. That's what they were looking for. Like 4 to 5 members
100% 28% दुईजनाले
of God.
लागिरहेको थियो यार यो फेट यस्तो हो क्या हारेपछि ह्यारित निकाल्छ कि थाहा छ मलाई पुरा त्यही भएर ह्यारित प्राय गर्नुपर्छ जस्तो लागिरहेको थियो मलाई तर अब ह्यारित दिए पनि फ्रेया पाउँथ्यो फेटले फ्रेया पनि उस्तै हान्छ फेटले फेरि Bob versus Beat. I want to see their matchup and Bob versus Asuna as well, bro. लभली म्याचअप हुन्छ कि लभली नै हुन्छ यार मैले त अप्रिल 4 देखि स्टार्ट हुन्छ गाइज होइन बब बब त्यहाँ एमडिएल प्लेयरहरूलाई हान्दैछ फिलिपिन्समा होइन इन्डियामा त काँचै खाइदिन्छ होला मेजरले ल गाइज अब आई थिङ्क आम गर्न इन द स्ट्रिम है खाना नि खाएको छैन भोलि हाम्रो एसियन गेम्समा क्वालिफायरमा म्याच छ होला म्याच छ भने म त्यही लाइभमै गेम खेलिदिन्छु सुरुको गेमहरू त्यस्तो केही हुँदैन पछि पछि लाइभमा खेल्न मिल्दैन अनि अप्रिल 4 देखि चाहिँ त्यो इन्डियन टुर्नामेन्टको हुन्छ त्यो चाहिँ वाच पार्टी गर्छु गाइज मैले पर्मिसन नै अलरेडी लिइसकेँ अभियसली केटाहरूको गेम हेर्नुपर्छ मजा नै आउँछ हेर्न होइन कम्पिटिसन नि धेरै छ भनौँ न ल सो बाई बाई गाइज गुड नाइट सबैलाई भोलि भयो भने स्ट्रिम गर्छु गुड नाइट गाइज अनि नाइस ट्राई थियो है क्रक्सको राम्रै हो ट्राई त राम्रै थियो त्यही हो सिनर्जी हल्का ल्याक गरिरहेछ अरू त सबै ठिकै छ भनौँ न ल जी गाइज बाई बाई गुड नाइट गाइज सबैलाई